one pick in the NHL draft, but the minute can't seem to stump. Do something dumb, that's an observation. CLT make them need to run.
That's Lawrence Taylor.
Cut them every trash, CMT for short. Wonder if we best once you peep the score. Up at the crack of dawn, top stories of the morning. While you're yawning, grab your coffee, rise and shine with 8:80 a.m. This is Drop Time. We provide highlights from your favorite teams. Got Dave and Rick making plenty of picks. It's Rule 76.
All right, now DNR with you on a Tuesday morning. ESPN New York as the Knicks are in a holding pattern. You know, when you're in an airplane and you're flying over the airport and they say, all right, you know, we got to wait for some other planes to land. We're in a holding pattern. That's where we are with the Knicks. Good morning, Rick. How are you?
I don't love that analogy.
Oh, it's a good analogy.
No, I don't think it's a great analogy.
Oh, I think it's actually one of the great analogies we've ever heard.
Right. Raise your hand, though, if you like being in a holding pattern.
No, nobody likes being in a holding pattern.
No, I know. But so I mean, we're enjoying this time off, though.
Okay.
It's almost like you're on vacation and your flight gets canceled and you just get to hang out at the hotel for a little extra time. It's luxurious.
All right.
Have another drink or two.
Okay.
Well, all
why
those
do you
other
have to
suckers.
poo-poo my analogy?
Well,
Or it's like a holding pattern.
I don't like a holding pattern. I'm enjoying a couple days here to
A
just
holding
relax.
pattern can be nice.
No, it can't.
Why
holding
can't
pattern
it?
is never nice.
If you just you're very calmly just kind of
No.
circling. You get extra time to spend on the plane with those that you care about. The vacation doesn't officially end. Yeah.
No.
A good old-fashioned holding pattern.
There is not a world I live in where there's a good old-fashioned holding pattern.
I thought I was dying in a holding pattern once.
Guess what, kids? We're just going to fly around for an extra hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was pretty convinced one time that I was dying in a holding pattern.
Why did your Ativan wear off?
Well, no, we kept like dipping and circling and circling and dipping and circling. I was like, oh my God, I don't think I'm getting blood to my brain. I was like, I think I'm having a stroke.
I don't think you're made to fly.
No. I've told you that for years. I don't like flying.
You're like a chicken. You're meant to be, you have wings, but you're better on the ground. You're not made to be you're not a bird of flight.
No, I fly because it gets me from point A to point B. I don't fly. I'm not one of these people like, oh, I can't wait to take off and fly today. No.
Right, but maybe we get you a Madden cruiser, and we just take trips we can drive to.
It'll be fine.
Let's stop going to Aruba, and let's go somewhere. Let's drive to Florida.
No.
Why?
No, because I'm not going to limit myself by not being able to go over water on vacation.
Yeah, but it sounds like, you put yourself in almost a drug-induced coma, and if that doesn't work, now I think I'm dying.
Well, no, that was before I was taking the drugs.
So now the drugs. Okay.
The drugs overpower the stroke, and away we go.
You sound like a real treat to fly with.
Beep, 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 beep. Did you see my finger pistols on IG Live yesterday?
Nah, I totally forgot.
Oh, come on, really?
I had baseball practice. I totally forgot.
So let me see if I understand this now.
Yeah.
You didn't see them.
No.
RJ didn't watch them.
No.
Raymond didn't watch them.
No.
Great. And these are the closest people to me. Right?
You didn't tell us you were going live.
Oh, stop it! Come on, you know what? Come on.
That's a terrible excuse. The only excuse that we could use and feel good about is that you promised the finger pistols after, like the day of Game 4.
Correct.
Yeah.
You know what? You're not wrong, but I was also with my family, and I didn't realize that it was going to be a Mother's Day lunch that we were going to be during finger pistol potential.
Okay, you knew that's exactly what was going to happen.
No, I didn't.
And brunch
I
was
said
already
finger
over.
pistols before Game 3.
You
almost blew off the brunch. What are you talking about?
Brunch was already over. You had brunch at 1. You were done. You were home before
together as a family. I was going to excuse myself to do finger pistols.
Should have brought the family along.
Could you imagine that?
Hey, a whole Rothenberg
where'd Uncle
family?
Dave go? Uncle Dave went to shoot off finger pistols.
Hey, Bubbles, grab this phone. I got to film myself doing finger pistols.
You guys are unbelievable. You didn't remind us.
I didn't say that. Ray said that.
And in fact, Ray, you sent me a private text. At what time? You sent me a private text at, let's see exactly what time that was.
Yeah, but I got no indication of
3:23, a text just between you and I. 3:53, I wrote, not before finger pistols.
Oh, Ray,
What
you
am I
know.
supposed to? But what am I supposed to
no
gather
excuse.
from that? When do I know that finger pistols is going to happen at that point?
Rick.
He said 4 o'clock finger pistols. Ray, you don't have a leg to stand on in the moment.
No, I've got plenty to stand on over here because also, Rick, what happened when I did IG Live the other day?
You said you were waiting for Dave to come on IG Live.
Right, but you popped on, and
I was
why
on.
And why did you pop on?
Because it said Ray was going live.
I mean,
He doesn't know how to do that.
it's very simple.
He has no clue. You're lucky he even was able to do a live doing finger pistols. He's not going to start sending.
It's amazing that you're blaming me. You're victim shaming.
I'm not.
No, you're not. You're being a decent guy right now. He is.
I'm just very disappointed I didn't get to see it. I'm
You know what?
very
That's fair.
disappointed.
So you're taking it out on me that you forgot about.
I'm not taking it out on you. I listen. I'm sure it was great. I'm disappointed to not have seen it.
Tell you what, I'm willing to make you an offer right here. Okay, Knicks win the next round. I'm just wondering how I can make it more like give you more time to prepare for it, Ray.
Maybe you send him a text before you go live.
In all actuality, I thought that the finger pistols until I got that text from you, I didn't think it was going to happen at all. And then I was like, oh well, okay, I guess this will happen. But then I just assumed I would get a follow up when it was going to happen, but I didn't. So
He gave you more credit than you probably deserve. He thought that there were things, on his Instagram would pop up, hey, Dave's going live, and you don't know how to do that.
that's what I was waiting for.
Yeah, he
to
doesn't
be
know how
honest.
to do that.
I
Let's
don't.
call it what it is. Jake Hansel's, his whole Instagram
Yeah,
is
no,
just
I don't do
clips
anything.
of the show.
I'm just looking at it right now. It's live, and then I just hit go live. I don't know anything more than that.
Ray, the fact that he went live is a huge step.
It's a small
Yeah.
victory. Yep.
Yeah.
For all of us.
And he made it 30 seconds. Did you time the 30 seconds? Are we
Yep.
sure?
Yep, because Sherry filmed it, and she took out her phone, and when I said, now we start the finger pistols, she hit start. And then when it got to 30 seconds, we stopped. We started out slowly.
Okay.
Very slow, like, boo, 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 boo. And then once it got going, it got going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
And then
nice.
that was it. It might have even been a little more than 30 seconds. I'm sorry you guys missed it. But
I
here's
wish
what
you
I'm going to
taped
say.
I wish he taped it.
Here's what I'm going to say. Ray, if the Knicks win the next round, I'll go on immediately after. And I don't you guys will have to tutor me in how I can make it more public, but I'll go on immediately after, and I'll give you 45 seconds
Whoa.
of finger pistols.
Okay, so
Topless.
Whatever you want to do, great.
What did you just say?
Topless. Whatever you want to do, just give me like a 5-minute warning. Let me know, like, hey, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this in 5 minutes or
Okay.
so. Just
That's going to be
that's all I ask.
final buzzer. Knicks win the Eastern Conference, and they've moved on to the NBA Finals. You'll get a text, 5 minutes till Pistolas, and then away we go.
I'll run away from the locker room as soon as I get the notification.
Yeah, could you imagine that? He's like, hey, Mitchell, we'd like to have you on. I got to go! Finger pistols!
I'd actually show the guys that. I think they get a kick out of it. Like, hey, look, this is a 53-year-old man who has 2 kids and is really successful that is going on Instagram Live just to shoot finger pistols for you guys. This is what you winning has done. to
Yes,
this- to
you've
this city.
made this man insane. Suffering Jim just sent me a tweet. Says, I got a notification that Dave went live. Oh, I don't know.
Listen,
He's
I don't know
getting
because
it
I
now, there's
forgot.
aren't.
I'm going to call what it is. I forgot. I was at baseball, and I completely forgot.
Okay. So we got a lot to do today. We got, obviously, the Knicks, and it started out by being in their holding pattern, but maybe it's you get trapped at a fancy hotel for an extra couple of days, whatever
It's
you
like
want to call
what
it.
happened to RJ.
What do you mean?
It's like what happened to RJ when he had to spend a couple extra days on vacation. His flights
Oh,
got
because
canceled.
we had that massive snowstorm, but RJ was unhappy with that.
No, he wasn't.
Yes, he
Don't let him
was.
fool you.
Remember all that room Antonio had to run with?
He was not happy. He was pretending to be unhappy. Oh, I got stuck in Florida for a couple 3 extra days. It's the worst.
I don't think RJ, and he can correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think RJ wanted to be forced into a specific vacation.
Yeah, I was ready to come back. And listen, could it be worse? Obviously. But I was ready to come back. I was prepared. I was prepared to get out of the holding pattern.
You were the only person, I would say. Because most people that got stuck that in our office, since like half our office got stuck, that was on vacation in a nice place.
Most of them were in Florida, by the way.
Yeah, we're like, this is great.
I would have been cool with like an extra day. I didn't need like
Well, you
three
know what it
and a
was?
half.
He was forced to take vacation days,
That's
and I
the
don't
thing.
think he wanted to use them like that.
Right. It messed up his whole calculus
Right.
for his vacation time.
But
I
the,
get
the
it.
reason that it makes no sense whatsoever is he has the blessing of paternity coming up in about a month.
Well, because
Right, but he doesn't abuse paternity leave like some
Abuse
people.
it or not, you still get 8 weeks, so just take an extra 3
Is it-
days of whatever you're planning
Is it
to take.
abuse if it's what's available?
I view them as separate.
If you take
buckets.
a vacation to Paris, I mean, is that really the use? I mean,
It's not for me to say.
intended for.
So I received numerous tweets on this yesterday. If this was said, God bless him, that Peter Rosenberg said on his show that he's a bigger Commanders fan than I am a Giants fan.
There's no way he said that.
I-
There's no way.
If he said
I
it,
did not
was
hear it.
only to get you riled up.
Well, it's not going to rile me up.
There's
because I
no
think it's
way.
silliness.
Yeah, there's no way he could possibly believe that. Zero chance. I don't know if there's anyone that's as big a fan. I'm sure there is, but I mean,
I'm
you're
sure
pretty
there
close.
I'm
You're
sure
pretty
there is,
close.
and I'm sure that Peter's not one of them.
Yes. I don't think you can name the sport. It's outside of wrestling.
Yeah, I think, you know what? That's what he should have said. He should have said, I'm a bigger wrestling fan than Rothenberg. I'd be like, yeah, you know what? You are. You win that. Good for you.
To his
Football
credit,
stop.
though, I mean, to his credit, he did come to our Jets coach cast dressed in all Commanders gear.
Yeah, which made perfect sense.
Yeah.
Which made perfect sense.
So, I don't know.
We got CMT today.
Oh, baby.
Yeah. We got Buster Olney today.
That's nice.
Yeah, it really is. We have stuff you missed, as we always do. We got a lot of Knicks talk because they're staying a couple extra days at the 5-star hotel while they wait. I told you, you know what surprised me? John, was talking in the group text the other day about, when this next series is going to get going. And I said, this series is going to go 7. And he's like, you think so? You really? I was like, yes, I really think so. I think Cleveland is not a very good team at all. And I think Detroit will win the series in 7. But, yeah, I feel firmly convinced that this series is going to go 7.
Yeah, I mean, after watching the first 4 games, it feels like it's probably going to go 7. And it also feels like, hopefully for me personally, because I do like the idea of having home court in these conference finals. Wouldn't hate it if the Cavaliers won.
What do you mean for you personally? You don't think everyone is rooting for Cleveland?
I don't know. Some people may not want Cleveland. Some people may want Detroit. I don't know. I can only speak for myself. I don't want to just make a statement that everybody wants the same thing. This is what I want.
Well, I want the same thing. How could
Okay.
you not want to have home court against the lesser team?
Well, who knows who thinks who's the lesser team?
I think Cleveland is by far the lesser team. I don't even think Cleveland's all that good.
Now, you listen to Kenny after the Knicks rather than just talk about how well the Knicks played and how we just beat the crap out of Philadelphia and made them quit and their crowd quit, we're talking about the different challenges they're going to face. Well, they're this explosive backcourt. Nah. So I don't know what he wants. We have not played well against Detroit. Detroit also does not score.
Not
outside
nearly
of
as
Cade.
well. Give me. I mean, they're not going to win because James Harden's just not a winner. But give me James Harden in the next round. I would sign for that immediately, right now.
And home court, yeah.
And home court of home games I will not be allowed to go to.
Well, Cleveland hasn't lost at home either. So
Cleveland hasn't lost at home, correct?
yeah.
And Cleveland hasn't won on the road.
Last time I checked, if you don't lose it, if you have home court and they win every game at home and you win every game at home, you win in 7.
That's right.
And NBA Finals, here we come.
Oh my God.
Oh, baby. I'm going to see if I can get your ticket to an NBA Finals game.
Well, I'm sure they'll give it to you.
Yeah.
I've no doubt they'll give it to you.
I'll see if I can take Rocco and Milo.
Why stop there?
Would you have a nervous breakdown if that happened?
I wouldn't be angry at you.
No, I know, but just you would be angry, though.
Yes.
Deservedly so.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, Peter brought his wife.
Stop.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Peter brought Natalie to who did the next to the Hawks to a Hawks game. Yeah.
Really?
I said any playoff game, I would love 2 tickets. Okay, we'll make note of that. And then first I got scolded, by the way.
Why? For asking for an extra ticket?
Because the people that are in charge of the tickets, I went to them. I didn't go to them specifically. I was talking with them, and I said, "Hey, just so you know, I'd love to be added to the list of people for tickets to the." John the next day goes, "Hey, just to let you know, when you want tickets, you come through me."
I thought we were told to go through the people that handle the tickets, though.
That's what and I was like, "Oh, okay." So then I sent John a text. I said, just to let you know, John, I would like to get well, I don't know that that's possible. So I go through the wrong channels, I get yelled at. I go through the right channels.
If you couldn't get 2 tickets to the Atlanta series, how are you going to get 2 tickets to the Eastern Conference Finals?
I don't know.
Yeah, right.
I'm probably not.
Probably not.
I'm probably not.
You know what I would do for you? I would say I would go with you, and then we could pull a switcheroo.
Oh, yeah, but I think you'd get in trouble.
So?
Well, you would give me your ticket so that I could bring one of the boys?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think that would be really generous, but I think that you would. I think you'd get in a lot of trouble for that.
Really?
I think so.
Like how
I
much
wouldn't
trouble?
want that to happen.
How much trouble would they fire me?
I don't know how far it would go.
I don't like the smile. on
Oh,
your face.
shucks. Is that all it will take?
I don't like the smile
I've
on
been
your
trying to get
face.
fired for the last 6 months. If that's all it'll take, sign me up. I'll take tickets to
You know
to
they're
both
not
games
holding
1
you
and
hostage,
2.
right? You could leave anytime you want.
I know, but that just feels like quitting. I don't want to be a quitter.
I did hear through the grapevine over time that the second ticket is in fact a hang-up.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, but how come Peter got a ticket for him and his wife? She doesn't work for the station.
Well, unless there was a false pretense there, I don't know.
Well,
what does that mean?
do you
What does that mean,
wonder-
false pretense?
Do you wonder maybe that's why the rule is now implemented?
So Peter pushed it so far that now no one else is allowed to bring a +1.
I don't have confirmation on that, but
Is that what you think, though?
I wonder.
It sounds like that's what he thinks.
Wow.
So Peter ruined it for everyone.
So now you have 2 reasons to be mad at him.
Well, I'm not,
And
I'm
he's a
not mad at
Commanders
him
fan.
for either, actually. Him thinking that he's a bigger or the equal Commanders fan to me being a Giants fan is just, it's laughable. And why would I be angry that Peter pushed the envelope and he got a second ticket and took advantage of the system? Good for him. Smart.
Well, I think that's probably why you got RJ. You're right, because there's no way. Because we had gotten the email before, like during the regular season. Hey, if you'd like tickets to games, here are the people you should talk to. So now, fast forward to the postseason. Peter probably went, asked for 2, which was, I guess, supposed to be illegal. They say yes. He goes with 2, and now everything's got to go through John.
Right. Maybe.
Because otherwise, you did the right thing. Why would John say it's got to go through me? Unless
I don't know.
Unless there was a miscommunication earlier on in the playoffs.
I was
See what I'm
just trying
saying?
to do the right thing, and now I'm not going to be able to go to any games.
Oh, you can buy tickets.
Yeah, you could buy tickets.
Yeah,
I mean, I would prefer
You're
not
flush
to
with
spend
cash.
like $1,500.
you're flush
$2,000.
with cash.
I don't have the money that Jefferson has. I'll tell you that.
Have Jefferson. Maybe let's say Jefferson. Would you like to go with me and Ben? I'm going to need you to buy me the tickets.
Yeah, I would do that.
I mean, that's how else is he going to get in the suite?
How great would that be? Jefferson, if you want to go to the game with me and Ben or Alex, buy us 3 tickets, because you know that money's a non-issue for him. He's got generational wealth.
And I'll
buy
get you in
us
the
3
suite.
tickets, and we go together. And then we get there, because I don't want to cramp your style, then we split up.
No, you can't
And then
split
I go
up.
into
Now
and
he's
then I go into the suite.
no. You take him with you into the suite. Listen, Jefferson, you can't get into the suite without me.
I don't know.
So-
I got to tell you, if we're just putting tickets up for sale, I think that's the great equalizer. Now, if all he has to do is throw money at the problem, I think there's a chance game 1 or well, I guess we'll see.
Well, he's definitely
1
gonna
or
have tickets
3,
for
right?
Yeah,
First
1 or
home
3.
game.
I guess we'll see. There's a chance you look up in that suite and it's like Michael K, Greeny, Wilbon, Jefferson.
Yeah. Yeah, of course. Of course.
Just this big goofy mustache.
The high rollers.
Who's that tall skinny guy with the mustache?
Yeah,
it
with
looks
that
like
thing
the
on his
cartoon
lip.
buzzer.
What is that
It's
thing?
the guy.
The big giant Adam's apple. Oh, that's Jefferson.
Oh, that's Jefferson. Yeah.
And I got to tell you, if money's no problem and all it takes is cash, his lady friend's probably there too.
He's going to have. Let's not sit here and pretend like he will not be in Madison Square Garden for a game in the Eastern Conference Finals. He guarantee he will be.
Oh, absolutely.
100%.
Yeah.
Just a question as to where
100%.
he sits. And he told us the other day that he is a seat.
Snob.
It's one of the
Snob.
great quotes I've heard.
Yeah, he's a ticket snob.
If
So
He won't sit up in the nosebleeds. He's better than that.
If you're not going to sit up close, what's the point of going?
right. He might be on the wood. You might look over and Spike. Oh, there's Jefferson right
Yeah.
there.
It'll be like Spike Lee, Tracy Morgan, Fat Joe. Who's that guy? That's
Stiller.
Jefferson. They'll give him like the
Chalamet.
lower third. Jefferson. And then everyone's going to assume they should know who he is.
Yeah.
So they'll be like, "Hey, did you see like the Knicks Instagram? Be like, go through all and Jefferson." Like, who's Jefferson? Well, you can't ask because you're just supposed to know.
He goes by one name.
One name and one name only.
Jefferson.
Yes. Maybe I'll reach out to Steve Sharippa, see if he can help me.
No, there's no way he's going to help you after what you did to him last time.
What did I do to him last? We had a great conversation last time.
He was supposed. Where is Steve Sharippa too? By the way, you said he's going to come on the show.
He is going to come on the show.
When?
I don't know.
A year ago.
Not a year ago. This time is when he was going to come on the show.
He's a big Knicks fan. Wouldn't this be the time?
All right. I'm going to text him when it becomes appropriate hours. I'm going to try to get him on the show.
So you mean you're going to text Gary?
No. I'm going to text Sharippa. He gave me his number.
Wow.
Yes. So take that.
Are we sure? Are we sure it's the real number?
No.
After you poked him with carrots and celery for an hour?
We're not sure, but I am sure that he gave me a number.
Right,
well, why he offered to give me his number. Why would he give me a fake number?
To be like, beat it, buddy.
But it's not like I was like, hey, Steve, can I get your number? He was like, hey, Dave, here's my number.
Dave's going to end up in the dog food commercial.
In the trunk. Had you asked him for his number like that, there's a chance that Gary has you taken out.
Probably so.
Sharippa's a big deal at that thing. We can't have you asking Steve for his number like that.
No, but I didn't. I was totally cool.
No, you're respectful. You're a big time. I mean, you had the biggest. I mean, as far as the introductions, you had the longest introduction.
Yeah, and I think appropriately so.
It's
like a whole bio.
Short story.
Yeah, it's like you read your whole Wikipedia.
Campbell Camels and Carolina and big time host.
Why do you sound so jealous, PJ?
Listen, I'm honored I even get mentioned. I don't even think I deserve to get mentioned. So
of course you deserve it.
But I mean, the way it was glossed over is like, oh, Rick, he played in the Olympics, the top pick at something. I don't even know what sport he played. By the way, Dave. Let's talk about Dave.
That's right.
Yeah, talking about how when he took over this at this station, they had terrible ratings, and he took over and they're number one.
That was in Carolina. We're getting the whole backstory of
everything.
Radio station clusters in Carolina and his journey back up to New York.
They went on Wikipedia. What do you want me to tell you? You going to blame me for that? I didn't promote that.
I'm not blaming you. I just never would have thought that the pie chart of time would have been Rick like 11%, Dave, the other.
Yeah, it was Rick 11, Dave 88, RJ 1.
Which I'm happy just to get the one.
They didn't even get your name right.
That was 2 years ago.
They got RJ
last year they got it
PJ
right.
was the first.
Well, you know what? 2 years ago was when I was poking Sharippa with carrots, not last year.
Yeah, you made good
and
on
you guys bring it up.
I thought we had a nice night.
It was a couple months ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a beautiful night. Dave also said we were raising money for ALS.
To combat ALS, Rick.
It was a tough first year, but
it took a minute.
He bounced back.
I'm not used to charity events. It took a minute.
I'm surprised we got. I got to be honest. I'm surprised we got invited back for a year.
No.
Oh my God!
I thought we were some of the stars of that event.
Yes, eventually, but the beginning was not great. You got these two. I mean, with Mattingly, you was Sharippa, raising money thing. Then he was PJ. I'm surprised we weren't out.
Yeah, no, I think they liked us.
Yeah. All right. Well, now we're staples.
Now we're staple. Now we're locked in.
They'll probably ask you to say something next year.
I would.
Say a couple words.
Yeah. Maybe I'll be the one that says grace this year.
Maybe you know what you do. Maybe you're part of the auction, and you do you pull out the finger pistols.
Oh, you could hire me to do finger pistols at your next event.
Can I get 500? Pew.
Yeah,
yep.
That's like right. That. I have that guy who gets so aggressive, stands on chairs. Do I have 500, 750 finger pistols?
He's good.
Pew, 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 pew.
He's good. I'll tell you what. That guy's good. That guy did a good job.
Well, yeah, because he guilts you into bidding more money.
It worked.
Yeah, he guilts you into bidding more money.
It was an expensive night.
All right, let's take a break. 800-919-3776. We'll start with the Knicks. We'll get into the Yankees. Mets have made a move. They've called up another one of their top prospects. See if that'll do anything. We got Buster at 7:35. We have CMT right after that. 800-919-3776. DNR with you right here on ESPN New York.
Another dominating step towards a championship.
The New York Knicks have redefined playoff dominance. And for the second consecutive season, the Knicks are on their way to the Eastern Conference Finals.
I think that's really great to see our team in this mindset, the feeling that we got a lot more work to do.
Inbound stolen by McBride, and then Brunson buries a far corner three. 5 points for Brunson in about 3 seconds.
The pursuit of the Larry-O is alive and well.
You like the rhythm that you're in, but if we expect to be who we think we're capable of being, we'll find a way to stay consistent with what we're doing.
Hear all the games here on 880 and the ESPN New York app.
Wait! Before you change the station, listen to this.
CarsForKids.org. That's cars with a K. Pickup is quick and easy. You'll also get a vacation voucher and a tax deduction. 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. K-A-R-S, Cars for Kids. 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. Donate your car today. 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. K-A-R-S, Cars for Kids. 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. Donate your car today.
Want to earn extra revenue for your business? Amazon Hub Delivery is looking for local business owners to assist with deliveries. When you become a partner, you and your staff will deliver packages to customers in your area on a schedule that works for you. With each package delivered, you'll gain extra revenue and exposure for your business. Plus, Amazon Hub Delivery makes it easy to get started. There's no upfront cost, delivery experience, or long-term contracts required. Sign up to learn more at Amazon.com/Hub Delivery. That's Amazon.com/HUB Delivery.
Attention, New York Verizon mobile customers. Score a massive win with award-winning Fios home internet for an incredible $20 a month, guaranteed for 3 years. Switch today for savings you can count on. Call 1-800-VERIZON now. For new Fios customers with autopay, mobile and home, and bonus discount. Enrollment required. 3-year price guarantee applies to the Fios base monthly rate only. Additional terms apply.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, U.S. Tax Shield can help you take back control. The IRS can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Our team of tax attorneys can stop collections and get you protected. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the BBB, so call 800-494-6139. U.S. Tax Shield, 800-494-6139.
Evan Cohen here. In life, as in sports, the pros make it look easy. That's why pro golfers like Jason Day, Ben Griffin, and Patton Kazire trust the pros in lawn care. True Green. They have the experience and expertise to give you a lawn worthy of the PGA Tour. And since True Green does the work for you, you get more free time, or more tee times. So stop stressing over your lawn and start loving it. Sign up now at TrueGreen.com because nobody makes it easier to get a golf course quality lawn than True Green, the official lawn care treatment provider of the PGA Tour.
You think if you were to rank the all-time shows, Sopranos could be number one?
Yeah, I think it could be number one.
Yeah. What else would you put up there?
I think Breaking Bad's up there.
Breaking Bad is a great show.
I love Breaking Bad.
It's a great show.
I like 24. 24 was good.
Oh, really? With Kiefer Sutherland?
Yeah, I like that
I
show.
wouldn't put it up there.
Well, I don't know if I'd put it up there. I'm just saying what I liked.
You know what people like? I've never actually seen The West Wing. People love The West Wing.
West Wing, The Wire's always up there.
Yeah, Wire's one of those great shows.
I've never fully fully involved myself with The Wire, and I feel like I have to.
So I don't have this often. I heard The Wire is the greatest. It's the greatest. So over the pandemic, you're watching everything. I start to watch. I was like, don't love it. Don't love it. Season 1. Don't love it. Season 2. Don't love it. Season 3. I'm watching. And I'm done.
Interesting.
Yeah. And people were like hard, like, what? Yeah, I didn't love it. So
okay, well, listen, it's your preference. I mean, you don't have to love it.
I know, but I'm the kind of person that I like to finish the shows that I start, no matter what.
That's shocking that you would actually dislike it enough to not finish it, because you usually just suck it up and go through the entire thing.
Well, there was so much other stuff I wanted to watch.
Yeah, you'll never go back to it either.
And this was disconcerting. Yesterday, I got somehow logged out of Hulu.
Oh, no.
So I got kicked out of watching The Creek. And then I was like, Cher, can you log me back in? She's like, I'm in the middle of meetings. I can't. I was like, well, what am I going to do? So I watched some DVR stuff, but I got to finish that show.
That's not great for your your title is the streaming god.
It's not great, and I don't feel great about it. Nor
maybe what you should have her do one day, and this is unfair to Sherry, but I'm just suggesting this for you, is maybe you have her just go down and write all the passwords.
I have most of the passwords. I don't have the Hulu password in my phone.
I'm just saying, like maybe we update them all so we have everything.
I think you're right. You're a problem solver, and I appreciate you solving this problem. You know what? You know what I'd like you to do for me right now? If I'm looking at this correctly, you have a read.
I do have a read.
And I'd like you to do the read now, and then we can hear some sound and get to some Knicks calls. So why don't you read away?
Are you a Game of Thrones guy?
No. But I know I wouldn't like that, and I've heard it's great, but that's not for me, so I would just never watch it. But I've heard it's terrific. People love it.
I'll tell you what you will like. I know you love them. Tricon.
I love Tricon. I'm a Tricon guy, yes.
I know you are. Tricon Construction is expanding across New Jersey, taking on larger, more complex commercial projects and delivering at a big league level. If you're a developer who values precision, who doesn't, accountability, who doesn't, and execution, you need a construction partner who understands what's at stake. Timelines, capital, reputation, and that's Tricon. They're building the right way with experienced leadership, disciplined project management, and a team that shows up ready. Serious projects, serious results. Visit TriconBuilds.com. That's TriconBuilds.com.
You know when you're a kid,
yep,
and your mom sends you to lunch, to school with your lunch, and maybe sometimes she'll put a little note in that?
Yep.
Right? Did you ever get that? Like a little, I love you so much, like a little boy?
Probably. My mother used to. My mother, I would say, is one of the great school lunch makers
really
of all time.
Uh-huh.
Of all time. Multiple sandwiches.
My mother would always send me with an embarrassing lunch.
No,
because my mother was like a health freak.
Oh,
so
really?
I'd get like organic peanut butter and jelly.
Oh, that's nice.
Or
yeah, but it wouldn't say. Or how would you know? It wouldn't say organic.
Well, because I didn't enjoy it as much. Give me like the good stuff. Give me the Skippy,
the Jif.
Yeah, give me the Jif.
I'm a
give
Jif
me like
guy.
just a regular creamy peanut butter. I'm not looking for like this
the one you have to stir every time you open it.
Rich, no salt peanut butter.
My cousin Rob, his mother Janice, used to make the absolute greatest Jif peanut butter sandwich on Wonder Bread. Oh my God, it's to die for.
That delicious. So anyway, so you know, like your mom or whoever will send you to school with a little note. So RJ has taken to that with the reads. 6:30. Rick has Tricon here. Go Sabres.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
You're a Sabres fan. You're in the semi. I don't know. What do you want to call the tank? But it's taking some shrapnel.
Oh no, we're taking a lot of shrapnel now.
Yeah.
So here's the nice thing, for me right now. I'm rooting for the Sabres. I hope they do well. I want to support my friend, and I think they're a great story. And if they win, I enjoy it. If they lose, it's okay. There's no big deal. Doesn't wreck me.
This is
RJ, you can't have this in the tank.
Yeah, you're officially out of the tank.
What do you mean I'm out of the
you're
tank?
Out. We don't even want you.
I'm supporting you as a friend.
I'll tell you what.
I'm telling you what. If you kick me out of the tank, you will not win this game tonight.
You're still out.
You want me out of the tank?
I want you out.
RJ, you got to take your chances.
Yeah,
wow.
You're out.
Okay, let me just tell you right now. If you kick me out of the tank,
you're out.
Montreal wins tonight.
Go root for Canada.
Wow.
He's been rooting for Canada secretly the entire time.
No, I have not.
You're a spy.
You can't.
You're a spy from the tank.
You can't be in the tank if you're not all in, Dave.
I let you in the tank, and you've been relaying messages.
No.
Morse code back to Montreal.
I don't know Morse code.
You sure you don't?
Yeah, okay.
That's what a spy would say.
Just like you don't know how to launch Instagram Live. I see what you're doing.
This has been the problem the entire time, RJ.
You're out.
I'm out.
Get rid of him.
You speak French?
Oui.
This is why you're out.
You can't have him.
Yeah, this is why you're out.
You don't want me in the tank? I'm just telling you, you kick me out, and you guys will get shellacked the rest of the series.
You've been relaying information back to Marty St. Louis.
You should have known. He says, where would you like to go? He says Canada all the time.
I see the bridge now. You got nice and cozy with Marty when he was here.
You had good times in Montreal, did you?
Of course he did. You know what Montreal's known for? That's
the motherland.
His kind of place. I should have seen this coming. This is my fault. I shouldn't have let you go down this road with him.
Sorry.
RJ,
all right, I'm out.
RJ, you know what you should do to combat this? You should join You should join your fellow Sabres fans. Now, you can't because you're not in Buffalo, but you could do it from Brooklyn, is throw your rollerblades on with the Sabres uniform on just start causing mayhem in the neighborhood.
Maybe we'll go up to Dave's ritzy neighborhood and just start taking out Rothenberg and Rothenberg lookalikes.
Yeah, maybe you do put a Canadiens jersey on his mailbox and then you wreck his mailbox.
Don't ruin my mailbox.
That would be nice.
Canada sympathizer.
God loves Canada.
I can't believe what you've done here.
What have I done?
You're setting me up this whole time.
Yeah.
No. I even just said I'm rooting for the Sabres.
Says he doesn't like change. He's got a pocket full of loonies and toonies right now. This guy. It's disgusting.
I have something I think all of you will appreciate hearing.
What? Poutine?
Ian Begley, SNY, saying, OG, he's going to be ready for game 1.
This was a minor injury. This was not a significant thing, barring no setbacks. And Anunoby will play in game 1. I feel very comfortable saying that.
How about that? It wasn't crafted beautifully English-wise, but that's good news.
You know what I heard yesterday that excited me even more than that because I just assumed he was playing in game 1 anyway. I don't know if now is the time to bring it up, but we could tease it. Alan said something yesterday that actually got me even more excited than I already am.
See, Alan actually said something yesterday which got me a little bit nervous.
Okay, well, that's good. So you got the nervous, I got the excited.
All right.
Yeah.
I see the game you're playing. 800-919-3776. Subscribe to ESPN New York on YouTube. Stream the full Weekday Lineup live, including us every single day. Watch complete replays. Catch up fast with can't miss highlights. Jump into the live chat, which apparently gets saucy. React in real time and make your voice part of the show. Any show. Subscribe to ESPN New York on YouTube now and stay locked in so you never miss a moment. Started out not well. Ended very high note. Let's break, come back. Knicks calls. Let's have them. Alan gets one of us nervous and one of us excited. We'll find out what that is as well. DNR with you, ESPN New York.
D'Agostino, law, bite back. Did you know that Social Security disability takes a bite out of every one of your paychecks? So when they deny your claim, bite back. I'm John D'Agostino from D'Agostino & Associates, and I'm proud to announce our first ever Social Security Disability Webinar. It's happening on June 3rd at 1 o'clock. In just 1 hour, you'll learn your rights, understand the appeals process, and find out how our experienced SSD attorneys can help you get the benefits you've earned. Spots are limited, so don't wait. Register now by calling 1-800-BITE-BACK, 1-800-248-3222, or go online to daglawteam.com/SSD webinar. That's daglawteam.com/SSD webinar. D'Agostino Law is here to bite back, to fight back, to get you the SSD benefits you've earned. Register today at 1-800-248-3222.
Another dominating step towards a championship.
The New York Knicks have redefined playoff dominance. And for the second consecutive season, the Knicks are on their way to the Eastern Conference Finals.
I think that's really great to see our team in this mindset, the feeling that we got a lot more work to do.
Inbound stolen by McBride, and then Brunson buries a far corner three. 5 points for Brunson in about 3 seconds.
The pursuit of the Larry-O is alive and well.
You like the rhythm that you're in, but if we expect to be who we think we're capable of being, we'll find a way to stay consistent with what we're doing.
Hear all the games here on 880 and the ESPN New York app.
Prizes, flyaways, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting ESPNNewYorkContests.com.
That's ESPNNewYorkContests.com.
Okay, team. Huddle up.
Why are you dressed like a hockey player?
Because America's energy security is on thin ice. We're facing an overburdened electric grid, rising fuel costs, and severe weather. But here's your power play. Propane. It's affordable, abundant, safe. Propane is reliable energy, even when the grid isn't. Advantage Propane.
Learn more at propane.com/powerplay.
Hey, it's Wendy here. Are you looking to rebound from your high-interest credit card debt? A SoFi personal loan could help. Consolidate your debt with a SoFi personal loan into one low monthly payment, and you could save money on interest over time. And with as soon as the same day funding, you could hit the ground running ASAP. Apply today with no fees required at SoFi.com/debt-rebound. Loans originated by SoFi Bank. NA member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply. NMLS 696891. Fast funds terms apply at SoFi.com/debt-rebound.
Another dominating step towards a championship.
And for the second consecutive season, the Knicks are on their way to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Will this be the year the Knicks punch their ticket to the NBA Finals?
Inbound stolen by McBride, and then Brunson buries a far-corner three. 5 points for Brunson in about 3 seconds.
Thanks to all our New York Knicks partners this season, including Wild Turkey Bourbon, Citywide Window Cleaning, DraftKings, and Total Orthopedics and Sports Medicine on ESPN New York.
All right, DNR with you, ESPN New York. Let's get to some calls, and then we'll hear some sound. One of them apparently very uplifting, one of them kind of nervous producing. Let's go to Fahad in Briarcliff. Fahad, good morning. You're on ESPN New York.
Good morning. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Not too bad. Thank you for taking the call. I just wanted to call in. I think you guys are going to yell at me, but I was watching the game yesterday, and I think I want to play the Pistons. You know, they smashed us in the regular season, and, you know, this team is playing great. I just think let's go. Let's give them some revenge, and it's going to be a nasty, you know, series with Durham and Isaiah Stewart. So let's go. Let's go to the Pistons on our way to the finals.
But why? Like you think that the Pistons are an easier route than Cleveland?
No, he doesn't. It didn't sound like that at all. He just wants to get revenge. Well, he wants to play a nasty,
revenge?
physical...
Revenge over what? Over a team whipping you up in the regular season?
Revenge-filled series.
I mean, I'm not going to yell at you. I just disagree with you.
You also didn't go up... I mean, you also didn't go up against Durant in the series, in the regular season. So that would be another added element to it.
And thanks for the call, Fahad. I don't think Cleveland's all that great, and I would much prefer to play that. And plus, even if you look at them as completely even, like you don't care, flip of the coin, whatever... I'd rather have home court than not have home court.
I think that's what it comes down to for me. And it also, I mean, listen, it's just, I mean, what matchup do you like better? How do you feel like, I mean, how do you feel like you match up with each team? I think that Detroit has the personnel to give Jalen some trouble. Now, does that matter now that we have this new, this new kind of, this new offense where the ball runs through Cat? Well, I mean, that we hadn't seen all regular season long, really. I mean, we saw more Cat and Jalen two-man game towards the end of the season. We all loved it, but we didn't see this.
Nobody saw this. This is a completely different Knicks team, and I think that's what has to give you some optimism. When I had tweeted out and said how upset I was, Detroit is just a different level of team. That was not this Knicks team. They weren't playing like this. I don't know what happened or how it happened or for what reason or anything. When they made the change to run the offense through Cat in Game 4, everything changed with this team. Everything.
Everything changed. And, I mean, you're watching them play on both sides of the floor, right? Even the defense, how good the defense has been. I mean, they're doing things that are like all-time great championship teams do, statistically.
Yes.
Now, I don't know what this season ends up. Because if you do get through the East, you're going to end up going against OKC, who hasn't lost the game. But when you look at this series and you want to pick who would I like to see, I mean, I know we have the utmost confidence, and we should have the utmost confidence, but the idea of playing a team that hasn't won on the road and having home court advantage, I like the idea of that.
I love the idea of that.
So
I love the idea of that. And I'm sorry. I mean, James Harden does not scare me. I know that Detroit doesn't score great outside of Cade Cunningham. I understand that. But Detroit, just they scare me. The way they play, the way they're coached, they scare me a lot more than Cleveland does.
Right, and you've also, again, I mean, just matchup-wise, I don't, you've already seen it. Now, again, we haven't seen it against this version of the Knicks, but still. And you won't have home court advantage in that series.
Correct. And you know that they're going to give Brunson a real hard time.
Yes, they have the personnel to do
Detroit
that.
is a far tougher team than Cleveland. You agree with that, right?
I agree with that.
Okay. So for me, it's Cleveland every day. But whatever. I think at this point, I think they could beat Detroit. I think they would smash Cleveland.
Just that, as long as the series goes 7, and then we'll play who we play.
So that would be what? If they go 7, they would go Wednesday, Friday, Sunday?
If they go, I think we start Tuesday regardless.
Right. But I'm just saying, if they go 7, it would be Wednesday, Friday, Sunday, and then they'd have one day off, and then they'd get into their next series. So it'd be the same thing as what Philly had to deal with.
Right.
And they were so exhausted and
so tired.
Couldn't go through that game.
Mentally drained.
Oh, just couldn't handle it. Let's go to Gerard in the car. Gerard, good morning. You're on ESPN New York.
Hello, gentlemen. How you doing?
Good, Gerard.
Pleasure. Thank you for the. All right. I just want to say that I complimented RJ on his family, his friends, and all that stuff. I really am very, very proud of RJ to begin with, no matter what it is, any realm. Now, I want to talk about the Knicks as far as what would be a tougher, I guess, for consolation if the Knicks were to lose to the Pistons. I think Knicks fans would be like, oh, we lost to the Pistons.
No.
But if we were to lose to the Cavs,
I don't even know where you're going to go with your second phrase. There is no way the Knicks lose to the Pistons, and Knicks fans are like, oh, okay, we lost to the Pistons. No way.
No.
All
right. I just think that I'd rather not lose to James Harden. If we lost to Harden, it'd be putrid. So I don't know.
I think at this point, with what you've seen so far since Game 3 against Atlanta, if you lose to anybody in the Eastern Conference Finals, it's going to be a huge.
And Gerard, and thanks for the call. I think we're at the point. I agree that if the Knicks don't go to the NBA Finals, people can be very upset. There is no way Knicks lose to Detroit, and the theme out of that is, well, they made it to the conference finals, and that's a good run. No way.
You can pretend that's how you'd feel now.
No way. Ray, can you step in here for a second?
No, I was letting you handle it. No, absolutely agree.
Wholeheartedly, right?
Losing to the Pistons would be a massive disappointment. What are we even talking about here? No. Well, we're already wasting too much time on that convo as is.
I got a nasty email about RJ.
No.
I was getting nasty stuff on the chat about you.
About me?
Yeah.
With what?
Accusations were levied.
Tank, mush. I mean, you name it.
I hope the Sabres get smushed in the next 2 games and the tank goes up in flames. They're dirty. They think they won the cup because they beat a bad Bruins team in the first round. There will be one small man moving into the conference finals, and it will not be RJ. It will be Marty St. Louis.
Wow.
Yeah.
They're a good team. They're a good team.
Are you scared?
Cole Caulfield's also a little guy.
Yeah, very little.
Yeah. Listen, I would be. I would not be feeling great if tonight doesn't go well. I'm not sure they can come back from that. So this is what
going down 3-1 would be tough.
This one you got to get.
Yeah.
We really going to analyze it like that?
Well,
imagine so, RJ.
If you fall down 3-1.
Well, Montreal's about as unproven as we are, so I would not rule it out. It's not like they've got all these pelts on the wall. So no, I wouldn't be ready to say they go 3-1. It's over. No, I would not give them that.
I feel like it'd be getting late early.
Yeah, exactly.
You go down 3-1.
So you're nervous for tonight?
Yeah, life gets a lot easier if you get a win. And as for the other accusation, yeah, they play with a little bit of an edge. I could see where they've had some moments in these playoffs where you might look at them as having some dirty moments.
They got some guys that mix it up.
Listen, but that's the difference between this team and those teams that didn't go to the playoffs.
You saw how Tampa tried to handle Montreal. Same thing. You try to bully Montreal around a little bit.
There's not a lot of teams that make deep runs in hockey without having one or two of those guys.
Absolutely.
So,
you know what? Because I am the friend I am.
No, you're not.
Even though you hate me, I'm still rooting for you tonight.
I don't think you are.
I am.
You've already taken so much intel. So let's see what happens when you're cut off. Let's see how Montreal looks.
Wow. Okay.
That's not great.
Let's see how Montreal. Listen, the Montreal worm has been found.
Hey, you're a spy.
Yeah. So let's see what happens.
Yep.
We might have been feeding you false information to get ready for Game 4. Let's see what you filtered up there.
I'm rooting for Buffalo.
You got a funny way of showing it.
I did nothing to show you I'm not rooting for Buffalo.
You said if they lose, oh well.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm not invested to that extent.
Oh, you're out then.
You got to at least fake it.
No. I'm not going to lie to my friend.
In the lap of luxury in this tank, and then you're like, if they lose, that's fine. I'll just
Tanks
get
are
out
not
of the tank
luxurious.
And live my life.
They're very cramped. They're very dark. There's not great circulation.
Listen, you've been anti-tank from the beginning. You come in with this.
It was a stupid analogy from jump, yes.
Says, what'd you say, the airport holding pattern?
When you get stuck in a holding pattern, it's great.
That's a gold
I didn't
standard.
say it was great.
Gold
I never
standard.
said it was great.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what like us?
I think you
sitting,
explicitly did say it was great.
Yeah,
No,
like us,
I did not.
You insinuated that us having a week off now to get healthy and rested as these two teams beat the crap out of each other, hopefully for 7 games, is like sitting up in the air.
No, all I said is
the
it's like a
airport
holding
that you'd like to
pattern.
land on.
You wait. You're waiting to land is all I said.
Don't be mad because
It's a great time to be waiting to land.
you hate my analogy and you came up with the worst one.
All it is, it's another example of how I'm playing a different game than you guys.
All right.
It's fine. Well, do you have some Alan Hahn sound you wanted to play?
What's the?
Did he say something? Because now it's just silly.
You not knowing how to get on the Hulu and having to watch stuff that you recorded. What kind of? Where do we add that to the whole?
You trying
life
to
you're
change
living?
you trying to change the subject is a great reflection of how you're on a different level. By the way,
I'm on a completely different level.
Mm-hmm.
Ray, did you find the sound I was looking for?
I think we've got it. You
All
want
right,
to hear
well,
from Mike Brown then, not Alan
Okay.
Hahn?
No, so I'm gonna. So
I was
Alan
told it was Hahn. Was it told to me incorrectly?
No, listen to me for a second.
Okay.
Alan Hahn was speaking about this Mike Brown sound that I'm about to play you. I want you to hear the Mike Brown sound, and then I will tell you what Alan was saying that got me excited.
Okay.
Okay? Listen.
Yes.
That's the tough part with it, just because our practice window is really short or limited. And so trying to experiment with after timeout stuff is what we do, but not getting too far from what we're doing. So it's a fine line to try to cross. I mentioned that because what we're doing now, I think, can have great carryover next year and down the line, because we'd be able to expand on it the right way, through a training camp and all that other stuff. But right now it's a little limited, but there's still enough options within what we kind of stumbled upon to make it effective. But hopefully as time goes on, we'll be able to expand on it. And if we can get to it during this playoff run, great. If not, we feel pretty good about where we're at going forward, even afterwards.
Okay, so what he was talking about was this new offense that they apparently stumbled into.
It's unbelievable though that it took them all this time and not realizing that they had this right in front of them.
Yeah, which is, listen, to our benefit, it's kind of
little
shocking
concerning
that this wasn't something that they tried earlier in the season, but I guess luckily they hadn't because no one's seen it. And maybe this is some of the Golden State stuff where, they kind of using Cat the way they use Draymond in Golden State and Jalen playing off the ball, and how good Cat is, finding guys that are open, cutting, moving, all of it. Here's what Alan said, which I think is a great point and should excite you even more than you are right now, is there are so many different layers they can add to this offense, but haven't had the ability to do it because of their schedule, right? When you're playing every other day, you're not practicing, right? It's a recovery day. Maybe you'll do some video and stuff like that, but the whole goal of the off day is to get yourself ready for the next game day. You got a whole week off now where you can actually practice. So there's a real chance you come out in game 1 of this next series and you're going to have different things already added to this offense as opposed to waiting till next year in training camp.
Yeah, you can incorporate some new stuff.
How nice is that?
That's exciting. It is nice. Now, I hate to rain on your parade.
Okay.
But Alan's going to do just that. He's got a story. We'll go back in the way back.
I heard
story
this. I heard this story. I didn't like this.
Well, you know what?
It's the Wally Zerbiak story. I don't want to hear this story.
You don't like Wally? Is that what it is?
I love Wally, but I don't like the story.
I don't know. Last
This
time
is
I
the
saw
ultimate
Wally, he was
wet
complaining
blanket.
about you.
I don't love this story. You don't like the story?
I don't know what the story is yet. Let me hear the story. Alan Hahn, on his show DHR, told the story about the 2009 Cavs losing because they had too much rest.
Wally Zerbiak was on the team. He was telling the story. They mowed through the first 2 rounds. They had 10 days off to the conference finals. They ended up playing the Orlando Magic, who upset Boston in the second round. And so they thought they'd be playing Boston. They ended up playing Orlando. The Lakers were going through the West, and the whole league was like, LeBron versus Kobe. We're going to get that finals. Going to be great. And Wally said that they spent that whole week scrimmaging because it's just sitting around like, what are we doing? They lost the first game to Orlando, who came in hot. They had won game 2 because LeBron hit a buzzer beater. But the series already was messed up. They lost the series. And so it became Dwight Howard and the Magic versus Kobe and the Lakers, not the LeBron versus Kobe final you expected. And the feeling was that stretch messed up the Cavs, who were clearly the best team in the league and had the best player.
Well, that's not positive and uplifting.
No, that's not positive and uplifting at all.
That they had
which is why I didn't want you to play it again.
Too much time off.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's great that.
Well, you know what? Because it happened to one. But there's always, you can always find something to make yourself feel unsettled with something, right? You can always. This happened back, and this team did that. Doesn't mean it's going to happen with this Knicks team, though.
No, but I mean, it's an example of a team that rolled through the first 2 rounds and had an extended period of time off, and according to them, it's why they didn't win a series that they thought they should win.
It's almost approaching 20 years ago as well.
I don't know if that matters.
Well, I mean, you can always find something to go on your side, to push the narrative that you're trying to push. You can always do that.
Yeah, or an excuse as to why you lost to a Magic team that you feel like you should have beat.
Right. The ultimate race on water is coming to New York. Sail GP, where international teams, they go head-to-head, and F-50 catamarans flying at over 60 miles an hour, high-stakes racing, iconic skyline views, the unmistakable buzz of summer in New York City. Kick off your summer at the Mubadala New York Sail Grand Prix, May 30th and the 31st. Experience the speed, the strategy, and spectacle of Sail GP, and ESPN New York is going behind the scenes. Live May 28th with Bart and Carlin, live on a boat in the Hudson from the Sail GP team base. Sail GP like you've never seen it before. 800-919-3776. The Yankees, the game felt like it was in the bag until it wasn't, and the Mets are calling up their top prospect. We'll get to that next. DNR with you, ESPN New York. All right, let's see what's happening on the roads and bring in our dear friend, the great Debbie Duhame.
Hi, Dave. Hi, Rick. Let's bounce over to the traffic. See what's going on. We've got issues, guys, on the Deegan North at the stadium. Accident blocking 1 lane. LIE eastbound of the Clearview. It's a 3-car accident. LIE west at Queens Boulevard. A stalled van and bumper to bumper on the eastbound BQE at Flushing Ave with a disabled truck. Sponsored by True Green. True Green, the easiest way to get a golf course quality lawn. Don't wait. Sign up at TrueGreen.com and get your first application for $9.95. True Green, the official lawn care treatment provider of the PGA Tour. Let the pros do the work so you can enjoy your weekend. Hurry, offer ends 5/21. Restrictions apply. See site for details. I'm Debbie Duhame on 880 ESPN New York.
Right now, all FanDuel customers can get 2 30% profit boosts to use before the golf tournament begins this week. Use them on top finishes like top 5, 10, 20, and more, and back the golfers you think will be in the mix come Sunday. Plus, the FanDuel app makes it nice and easy to place your other favorite wagers on golf as well. All FanDuel customers can get 2 30% profit boosts to use before the golf tournament begins this week. Use them on top finishes like top 5, 10, 20, and more, and back the golfers you think will be in the mix come Sunday. Because in a tournament like this, it's not just about who wins, it's about who stays near the top. Visit FanDuel.com/local to get started. 21 plus and physically present in New York. Opt-in required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. For help with a gambling problem, call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
I'm a dog, and my job is to make you happy. So I recommend Optimum Fiber for your home. It's famously fast, way better than flaky 5G home internet, which can slow down the more people or dogs are online. So switch to Optimum Fiber, starting at only $25 a month with a 5-year price lock. Call 888-4-OPTIMUM or visit Optimum.com today. That's 888-4-OPTIMUM. Gus, fetch. I gotta take that. Terms apply. See Optimum.com for details.
If you've been injured in an accident that wasn't your fault, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique personal injury and workers' compensation laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling all types of accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for injured New Yorkers. From construction to car accidents and slips and falls, they've got you covered. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS, where your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
Are you ready to make a difference for the environment while helping the visually impaired at the same time? Then donate your vehicle to Heritage for the Blind today by calling 1-800-983-6530. Every donated vehicle will either be properly recycled in an eco-friendly manner or given a new life through reuse. Donating your vehicle is easy. Simply call 1-800-983-6530 and Heritage for the Blind will do the rest. They'll even arrange for your vehicle to be picked up at no cost to you. And for a limited time, when you donate your car, you'll receive a $200 restaurant voucher and a 2-night, 3-day hotel stay at one of 50 locations. Call 1-800-983-6530 right now to schedule your vehicle donation and make a positive impact on the environment while helping others. Heritage for the Blind, where every car donation counts and every person makes a difference. Call 1-800-983-6530 now. This advertisement is paid for by Heritage for the Blind.
Hey, this is Chevy, managing partner at Precision Solar. We believe going solar should be simple, and it should make real financial sense. We manage the entire process from start to finish and offer flexible solar payment options designed around your goals. When the numbers work, solar can lower your monthly cost and give you predictable energy for decades. And if you refer someone who installs with us, you can earn up to $1,000. Visit PrecisionSolar.com to schedule your free home assessment.
What's up, my friends? This is Francisco Lindor.
This is Devin Williams. This is Luke Weaver.
Bo Bichette here. You're listening to the home of New York Mets baseball.
WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York. This is DiPietro and Rothenberg.
You promised the finger pistols. Did you time the 30 seconds?
Yep. Sure? Picheri filmed it. We started out slowly. And then once it got going, it got going.
Yeah.
This is DiPietro and Rothenberg.
800-919-3776. Subscribe
on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
You see what's happening now? RJ's angry at me, so every slip up I have, he's going to make sure to bring it back.
I can't wait for CMT.
In
it's audio
be a real
form. Doozy.
Why would CMT be a doozy?
Well, because we always have a Dave question, so I'm looking forward to whatever the Dave question is going to be.
He usually is very good with that, though.
I know, but there could be a tinge of nastiness to it, is what I'm saying.
I think it's very possible.
Right. And my first thought when I heard that was this is payback now.
Right. Because there was really, it was a slip up. There's no doubt about it. There was really no reason you had to bring that back, RJ.
No, I think that's accurate. But landscape beneath your feet changed, so then it had to come back.
So you're just going to be nasty.
Nasty? No. But we hear things. We in the tank. To those tank outsiders.
So you and I have a problem now?
A problem? No.
Because I don't have a problem with you. If there's a problem that's had, it's you to me.
Well, you being a Montreal Canadiens.
I'm not a Montreal Canadiens fan.
A weasel. You want to be a Canadiens fan? It's fine. This is your team.
Not what I never said. You're taking what I said completely out of context.
With the Rangers out, this is your true calling. This is a good match for you, I think.
You know how much he loves the Sabres, right? We've established that he loves the Sabres.
Yes.
Yeah. You're supposed to be in his tank with him. They're going into tonight's game.
I'm in the tank with him.
No, but
all I said is if we take shrapnel, it's not going to affect me as much as it is him.
Yeah, but that says so much about you. We start taking shrapnel, and you're
out.
Yeah, exactly.
You're not have that in the tank. You're not helping anybody.
Yeah, I turn to you. It's like, who do you want to be in the trenches with? Hey, Dave.
He's on the other side. Dave's on the other side. He's in the other trench.
Well, I don't want to get hurt.
Yeah, this is an Anchorman situation. He's over there at the other news team.
He's Brick. That's who Dave is. And listen, it's no skin off RJ's back because you don't make rejoins. You're not in charge of the sound. RJ is.
Okay.
So now you just sit here helpless. Okay. At the whim of an angry RJ.
So if that's what you're going to do, if I've angered you and you're going to retaliate via sound, then there's really nothing I can do.
Nope.
It's fine.
Should have kept your mouth shut.
I didn't do anything wrong.
Let's see your finger pistols up against the tank.
See how those work out.
You're going to make me root against Buffalo. You don't want that. You're being nasty.
I don't think he's scared of your finger pistols.
That's like
and you know what?
It's like the scene in the movie. You're out there in the wilderness. You're just like, it's like in slow motion where you're trying to. Beep, 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 beep. Oh no! Here comes a tank.
Yeah,
pistols
aren't
working.
RJ has such little respect for your fandom right now that he doesn't even care if you go root for the Canadians.
What do you mean? No, my fandom.
You're
not a Sabres fan. I was rooting for the Sabres for the sake of my friends.
You're so focused on week one now. You're not even thinking clearly.
So focused on week one.
You're Tom Hanks and Saving Private Ryan. You're facing down the tank. Just shooting a handgun at it. It's not working for you.
Not a great teammate.
I mean, after the schedule comes out, I can't wait until we're in the same spot, same time Friday.
Yeah.
And Dave's going to be looking at the schedule like, that should be a win.
Yeah,
well,
there's going to be
They'll have
lots of
13 wins.
8 or 9 of them.
Well, they're playing 11 home games, so they'll win all those.
8 or 9 of them. No, they'll probably play. They play 9 home games. They'll probably go 7-2 or 6-3 at home.
You're gonna make me fast forward through summer. This is what's gonna happen.
I'm not gonna do that at all.
You're making me do that.
How am I making you do anything?
Because I can't wait to see this. Week 1, home against the Cowboys.
You're gonna make a lot of people. I don't even know how you're gonna do this.
Hate the Giants.
Root for the Cowboys week 1.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
That's not possible.
You're going to make it possible.
You're going to make Jets fans root for the Cowboys? Yeah,
no, I'm not.
It's what you're going to do, yes.
No, people might be annoyed at me, but they're not filthy animals. They're not going to root for the Cowboys.
I don't know.
Cowboys are disgusting.
I don't know. I mean, there could be a large group of people that just hate you so much that they will root for the Cowboys.
I don't think
Painful as that is.
No, I don't see it like that.
And the nice thing is I don't have to make threats about doing things to people's heads. I just have to show up. That's all.
Yeah, you show up. I'll show up. We'll beat you. I'll laugh at you. Bye-bye. That's
I got
what will
Charles
happen.
Smith on the chat. Raymond is going to crap on Dave's head Monday morning. Bring it.
That's Charles Smith?
That's what he said.
Yeah, it's the guy who can't make a layup, okay? Bring it.
Cecil Wilson. Let's go Cowboys.
Good. Take all your little Cowboys apologists and bring them right into your bosom. And you can all watch the Giants kick your ass on that September 13th.
This is going to be so good.
RJ is correct. Dave's Giants takes are so obnoxious.
People now people are sensitive?
No, people have always been saying these things. Rick is reading the chat now, but this is nothing new.
Okay, that's fine.
Ray's totally immersed in the chat. Ray actually responds in the chat.
That's nice, but they never believe it's actually Ray.
I think they're starting to believe it's Ray now.
All right, let's get to the Yankees and the Mets a little bit, and then we can we'll have Buster Olney on, and then we'll do CMT and the whole lot of it. I was watching that Yankees game fairly closely because there was nothing else on last night. I can't believe they lost that game. I would have bet big money the Yankees were going to win. Baltimore looked disinterested. They couldn't touch Weathers. They were getting destroyed offensively. I was surprised the Yankees didn't do more, but I thought the 2-0 lead, I was very confident that 2-0 lead was going to hold up, and then you get a base hit, a walk, a blast, and all of a sudden the Yankees lose that game 3-2 last night.
Right, but that's, I mean, again, listen, Weathers was awesome.
Really good.
It's kind of a, Rushman does a nice job of just poking one into right field. And then Hedrick, who has been good, ends up, giving up the 3-run home run, but it's also, you had opportunities to make sure it wasn't just 2.
Yes.
Right? And you had, the Jazz at bat in the 6th inning was not a good at bat.
Jazz has been terrible. And if you remember back at the start of the season, Buster told us that he had real concerns about Jazz. And I think we're both like, oh, all right, we'll note that and we'll see. Jazz has been awful.
Well, I think the circumstances that you end up putting yourself into mentally is you're coming off 30-30 and you're going into a contract year and, hey, he wants to get paid. We see this happen to Pete, right? Pete puts so much pressure on himself, ends up having a bad season. You're talking about 50-50, and now you get off to this start, and now where are you at mentally when you put such high expectations on yourself? Right? There's already enough pressure.
Right.
Baseball's hard enough. Then on top of that, now you're trying to get paid. You're trying to get a big contract. Making all these different proclamations of what the season is going to be, and you get off to a slow start. And now, you spend all this time mentally trying to battle your way out of it, and you see some of these at-bats. Even his last at-bat was not a good at-bat.
In the ninth?
Yeah.
It was awful.
So, he's not been good. I think I get the stat. I think I want to say 8 for his last 48. Austin Wells is 1 for his last 17. You got Caballero, who gets thrown out stealing there in the ninth. He's dealing with an injury.
Right. Do you find it strange that he's got to see a hand specialist, yet they have him pinch running last night?
No, not really.
No, you had no problem with that?
Well, he had his mitts on.
No, I get it. How do they call him safe by that, by the way?
Because he thought he was able to swim the tag.
He was clearly out.
When you see it on instant replay, super slow-mo, yeah. But his glove hit his jersey. It looked like it just glanced his jersey.
Right. But you saw the second baseman was like,
I think it was more his reaction, because then there was one angle that they showed where you couldn't really tell. The one, it definitely looked like his glove hit his jersey, and the way the guy from the Orioles reacted, he definitely felt it hit his glove. But then I was like, I don't know, did he really swim that?
So Yankees they've now lost 4 in a row.
Yep.
They're now 2 games behind Tampa. And I guess the question, does it really even matter all that much? they're going to be fine. They're going to be a playoff team. They'll probably wind up winning the division. How upset? Because I'm sure there are Yankee fans this morning that are waking up like, I can't believe this is happening. Is it really a big deal?
Is it really a big deal in the grand scheme of things with the American League currently in the situation it is with all these bad teams? Probably not. I don't know. It just depends on how you feel about Tampa. You just said it's like a foregone conclusion that they're going to win the division.
I kind of feel like that. Maybe I'm wrong, but I just kind of feel like over 162 games expanded season, the Yankees have too much and they'll overtake Tampa.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, that's how you feel.
Right.
You're also not a Yankees
wrong. I'm not saying I'm 100% right. I didn't think the Yankees would get beaten out by Toronto last year.
Right, and I don't know if anyone thought that Tampa would be this to start the season. They're sitting here right now with as good as the Yankees had been up until this point. Tampa's got a 2-game lead. They're 27-13 right now.
Yeah, they're unbelievable.
So, this is just who they are. They find ways. It's not flashy with big-time names and everything else, but they build good baseball teams. So, they could end up being a problem, but I think that the American League is so bad, and you're going to get Cole back. The Yankees are too good to not win 90-plus games in the American League.
What feels, and I know it's early, it feels like this is a lot for Spencer Jones. That looks, you don't feel like that when you watch him? Like he's kind of overwhelmed with these at-bats?
I don't think it's fair, and I think that's why it's so hard when you are a young player that comes up and tries to really establish themselves with the Yankees, because the expectations are crazy and because you're probably going to struggle. And how much time will you get to act? Last year Dominguez was supposed to be, the everyday left fielder. You start to see, defensively, he's not really there yet. Can't hit right-handed. And oh, by the way, Trent Grisham gets off to a blazing hot start. So guess who's on the bench? Right? Now he's on the bench, which is terrible for his development. How am I going to get, how am I getting the righty at bats I need? How am I getting the reps in the field that I need to actually get better? It probably would have been in his best interest to go play every day in AAA. It's just hard when you. It's hard when you try to jump into.
It's hard when you don't have much of a leash and you're thrust into the middle of the Yankees lineup, and it's like, all right, go hit.
Right, look at Carson Bench.
It magnifies itself.
Right, if the Mets weren't struggling the way the Mets were struggling, and Carson, if the Mets were winning every day, well, I guess he probably still has the leash. But it's Spencer Jones, Stanton's going to be back. They'll get guys back. So unless you make it impossible for them to send you down, you're going to get sent down. Carson Bench looked like he should have been sent down, and now he's finally figured it out. The second you burst on the scene, it's not like, okay, yeah, I'm going to be the same player I was in AAA. It usually takes time.
And when you win, it's fun, whatever, right? He could be 1 for 16. You're winning games, not that big a deal. When you're losing games and you look kind of lost at the plate, it becomes a much, much bigger deal.
Right, but it's also, as a young player, you fight this fight as the person that's making these decisions. What's in their best interest for development? If they can't help us right now, which it looks like Spencer Jones, it may be a little bit too much for him. It does him no good to sit here and struggle or us not play him. It's better off he just keeps plays every day.
I agree. But he's played only a couple games. Do you send him down now, or do you give him a longer leash, let him play a couple more games, and see what?
I think it depends on. I think it depends on what your options are. Right, like if he stays up for a couple extra days here, is not going to kill his development.
No,
but if
it's
you
not
just
going to kill his
keep him up here to sit him on the bench, it's not going to do anything for him.
You mentioned Jazz. He's been awful. He was awful again last night. He's been struggling mightily. Boone was asked after the game, "What's wrong with Jazz right now?"
Some pitches that he's getting that he normally hits hard and does damage with, he's missed. Whether it's swing and miss some or foul off or pop up. Because I feel like his swing decisions are kind of in line with who he is. He's doing a decent job there. It's when you get a pitch to handle, that's the one he's not doing damage with.
He's had a real rough start to the season. And yet you'd have to think that a large portion of that is because he's in a very important season for himself financially.
I think that's probably part of it. I mean, it's tough when you have those kind of expectations for yourself. I mean, and he's one of those guys that you would point to. I think that when you started breaking down the Yankees before the season started, you looked at a couple things that could potentially be stumbling blocks for them if they were going to get to the World Series and win it, which was bullpen. But how would the bullpen look once, Cole and Rodon are back and you get
with
the
trickle
spillover?
Down, yes.
And then you'll also have the trade deadline. How much do you trust Bednar to be your closer? Because it feels like there is a lot of activity when he's closing games. And then the bottom of your lineup. But Jazz was not supposed to be one of those guys that you were worried about.
Jazz was supposed to be hitting fifth or sixth and hit 260 with 33 and 85 and 27 steals. And he was supposed to be a staple, a constant of a positive variety in the middle of your lineup. And he hasn't been so far.
And he hasn't been.
What is he hitting? I think he's hitting like 200, right?
Right now, Jazz is 201. He was 0 for 4 with 3 Ks last night.
Right.
On base percentage of 281, which is not great either.
It's terrible.
Slugging percentage is 322.
What are we now? We're a month and a half into the season. He's had a horrendous start. But you're still winning.
Until you're not.
Right.
Yeah, I think the other thing I heard yesterday, I was hearing Michael talk about it, was just Yankees against good teams. You mentioned it yesterday.
Yeah, I think are they 1-8 against good teams this year?
I think that was the number, yeah.
Yeah, that's bad.
Well, listen, luckily for them, there's not a lot of good teams in the American League.
No, there's not. Certainly in the American League, there's not a lot of good teams.
Right, so, you get that benefit.
All right, let's take a break. The phone line's open with the Yankees. Are you concerned? Are you just kind of making your way through? How do you feel as you wake up this morning as a Yankees fan? As a Mets fan, I'll tell you, you feel terrible. You feel pleased the Knicks are doing so well, but as a Mets fan, you feel terrible, but they're going to try to add another exciting young player into the mix. So we'll get into that, and then Buster Olney will join us at 7:35. It's DNR with you right here on ESPN New York.
Another dominating step towards a championship.
The New York Knicks have redefined playoff dominance. And for the second consecutive season, the Knicks are on their way to the Eastern Conference Finals.
I think that's really great to see our team in this mindset, the feeling that we got a lot more work to do.
Inbound stolen by McBride, and then Brunson buries a far corner three. 5 points for Brunson in about 3 seconds.
The pursuit of the Larry-O is alive and well.
You like the rhythm that you're in, but if we expect to be who we think we're capable of being, we'll find a way to stay consistent with what we're doing.
Hear all the games here on 880 and the ESPN New York app.
Hey, this is Chevy, managing partner at Precision Solar. We believe going solar should be simple. And it should make real financial sense. We manage the entire process from start to finish and offer flexible solar payment options designed around your goals. When the numbers work, solar can lower your monthly cost and give you predictable energy for decades. And if you refer someone who installs with us, you can earn up to $1,000. Visit precisionsolar.com to schedule your free home assessment.
The New York City Department of Correction offers countless career opportunities, from specialized units to leadership roles that support public safety and change lives for the better. It starts with one step: registering for the New York City Correction Officer exam. Earn over $109,000 after just 5.5 years. Benefits on day one, job security, pension at any age after 22 years of service. Go to nyc.gov/joinDOC or search Join DOC. One career, many opportunities. Registration ends in 2 weeks. Take the test.
Monkey Sports, built by players for players, is your one-stop shop for hockey, baseball, lacrosse, and more. Find top-name equipment and expert in-store services like sharpening, break-ins, and relacing. Shop in-store at Monkey Sports in Farmingdale or Woodbridge or online for all the top brands. Whatever your sports, Monkey Sports gets you game ready fast. Monkey Sports, where athletes shop.
At Uline, they know going the extra mile takes hard work. For companies pushing to go further, Uline will go the distance with you. 24/7, they answer the phone to get you the shipping and industrial supplies you need. Business can move fast. Unexpected large orders, adverse weather, new safety guidelines, and changing economic trends. Uline works hard keeping 41,000 items ready to ship, minimizing detours on your way to the extra mile. Visit uline.com.
Less than 4 in 10 kids aged 6 through 12 are playing sports regularly. 4 in 10 kids? Let it sink in. Just 4 in 10 kids. ESPN is building a nationwide coalition powered by Disney called Take Back Sports, with the purpose of training more coaches, expanding access, and creating community-driven sports programming that puts kids and fun first. We're working on that story. We hope you'll join us.
Visit takebacksports.org to learn more.
My dad passed away unexpectedly. Of course, it was awful in every way, but we are very grateful that he had life insurance. So even after he was gone, he was still able to provide for us. And that's why I have life insurance for my family. Ethos.com. They make it fast and easy to get covered. It's 100% online. You get a quote in seconds, and you can apply in minutes. You get covered the same day.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required. Rates may vary.
We expect our information in real time. U.S. Med carries continuous glucose monitors, which provide real-time readings of blood glucose levels. U.S. Med is an approved provider for Medicare and over 500 private insurers. So call 888-665-0696 today for a free insurance and Medicare benefits check as easy as... That's 888-665-0696.
When you're vacationing in your RV, there are some things you can always count on. Taking the kayaks out on the lake, hot dogs on the grill, and your sister's boyfriend pulling out his acoustic guitar.
Everyone quiet! Harrison's playing. Wow, you're so good, Harrison.
With Progressive, your RV is protected 24/7, so you're prepared for whatever you don't see coming. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates, not available in D.C.
All right, DNR with you, ESPN New York. So apparently somebody taped the finger pistols and put them out there for social.
I didn't see it.
Yeah, RJ just put it in the group chat.
Oh, it's in the group chat. I'm going to watch that right now.
You have the audio of the finger pistols?
Dogs are getting upset. And now, the countdown, the grand finale, 10 seconds. Here we go. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
How good was that?
It sounded like you're saying boo at first, but that's...
Pew, pew! This is amazing.
30 seconds is tough.
Looking at the video. Look at him go.
Yeah.
I think the visual actually is really...
It's rapid fire finger pistols is what it is.
I think it's more the visual that gets you. Yeah.
See, Ray, don't you wish you had watched it live now?
Wish I had. Oh, man.
It's an excellent...
This is great.
The still shot is great.
Full body shot.
See, now you've seen it.
Very impressive wall behind you.
Yeah. RJ was impressed with all the Sports Illustrateds, and those were crafted by my wife.
It's a great job.
She took old SI covers and cut them up and put them in frames. Why are you laughing?
Because you're actually doing the thumb.
Lawrence Taylor looks like he's looking over your shoulder in disapproval.
No, never.
Each finger pistol, the thumb goes down.
Well, how are you going to fire the gun otherwise?
I didn't realize we'd have the full working gun. That's
yes.
Nice.
Tony Kim in the YouTube chat. My wife listening to it next to me. Is he okay?
Yeah. We're all asking the same question. Don't worry about it. I think we all know the answer.
I'm fine.
Yeah, you're great.
Doing the best that I could possibly do.
Living your best life.
Tyler Reed emails him, I'm a diehard Patriots fan, and I loathe both Dallas and the Giants, but the guys couldn't be any more incorrect. We're all rooting for the Giants week 1 and hoping you take a dump on Ray's head that morning. Bring it.
I think this is going to be...
Bring it.
I think this is going to be kind of split.
Yeah, there's a lot of people. There's a lot of people in the YouTube who say they're rooting for the Cowboys. A lot of people.
That's fine.
Either way, listen,
you want to be the wrong side of history, root for the Cowboys.
It doesn't matter, though, because either way, we're going to get Ray at the game and hopefully Dave at the game.
Right. See, it actually doesn't matter content-wise because you're going to get a ecstatic fan and you're going to get a miserable fan.
That's right.
And you're going to have that on Monday morning.
We may get kicked off the air.
Why?
You might go insane one way or the other, win or lose.
No, listen, are you kidding me? You know how much losing I've dealt with the last decade?
I need someone to get throttled, though. I don't want a close game. I need one way or the other someone gets throttled.
Yeah, I don't know that we throttle them. I'm thinking something like 31-20.
Is
that a throttling?
Digits. Yeah, I think Ray would consider that not great. 31-20.
Yeah, just get the win. Doesn't matter.
Ray, you wouldn't be happy by losing 31-20.
It wouldn't be happy losing. Period.
I know,
losing 31-30.
31-30 is different, though.
Well, what's the difference? Ray, if you lose 31-20 or 31-30, you're going to be unhappy.
I'll be no less unhappy. No less.
If in week 1 your defense gets lit up, though, you're not going to feel great. It's going to feel way worse.
Of course. But I'm going to be miserable if they lose that game, regardless.
Do you think
regardless.
You're going to go to the game? Giants are going to win the game. Then you're going to have to do the show the next morning. How awful do you think that 24-hour span could potentially be for you?
It could be complete misery. Complete misery. But I don't think we're going to end up there.
What we're looking for.
That's exactly what we're looking for either way, or him. Doesn't matter.
But again, like even if like the Cowboys squeak out a victory, like you're still going to be a complete animal. So it doesn't really it really doesn't matter what the score is.
It really doesn't matter how it goes
down. The outcome on this program is going to be the same, and we are literally
4 months from tomorrow.
4 months from tomorrow, exactly. Yep. So yes, it's going to be. I don't want the summer to fly by. Let's be clear. I don't want it to fly by.
No one wants the summer to fly by. We want to enjoy our summer, and then we'll get ourselves all geared up for week 1.
But it is a nice thing to look forward to.
Oh, it's glorious, especially if we beat you.
Maybe it's just me. I don't understand how the score or how the game plays out wouldn't negatively impact your mood.
What do you mean?
Or positively impact your mood. Like if I'm Ray and I lose a game that's, I don't know, it's hard-fought, close game. Defense looks good. I'd be upset. Of course I'd be upset because I got to deal with you for a day too, which is the worst.
Not a day, the rest of your life.
Right, but so that sucks. But if I go out there and I give up 30-something points and Jackson Dart's moving up and down the field and my defense still looks like trash, I feel way worse. I don't know how you couldn't. That's the whole point.
Well, of course you're going to feel bad if you look terrible. But if you lose 31-23 or 31-30, it's not going to have that much of a difference.
I think depending on how your defense looks could have, for me, it would have a difference.
Ray, if your defense looks awful, that'd be a fun treat, huh?
I mean, in a win, I'd have a lot of questions.
If you win the game, if you have the same thing you saw last year, if you win the same way you beat the Giants in week 2 last year, you'd feel great that you won, but you'd feel sick that your defense still stinks.
Yeah, I would not feel good about what the defense was putting out there. But again, I do not expect that to be the case. This is as good as I felt about what they're doing defensively in a good 5 years or so.
So what do you expect from the Cowboys this year? Like, do you expect to win the division?
I do. I kind of do, to be honest with you. I do.
Oh, wow.
I think
you're going to be so sorely disappointed.
I think balance-wise, top to bottom, like let's not get too deep in the weeds here, but like over the past 5 to 10 years, their issue is like the players from 1 to 10 have been really, really good, and then the players from like 20 to 30, 40 in that area have been not good. I think their roster is more balanced than it's been in a long time. I really do.
So you expect a division?
I think their offense is good enough to, well, you know what their offense could do. It's the same offense. And again, their defense just has to be somewhat average, and I think that they can do that. I really do.
All right. Wow. This is going to be so good.
He got his guy. He got Caleb Downs. That's what he wanted.
Good. Again, we're hyping up the Caleb Downs thing, and believe me, I'm really excited about him. I think he's going to be like a Hall of Fame level player, but it's not just about him. It's not just about him, just to be clear.
But Sean Lee's not on that defense anymore, is he?
No.
That's a shame. He was really good.
Oh, my goodness.
So the Mets called up A.J. Ewing, my friend.
Yes, they did.
We'll get into that with Buster in a couple minutes. But, I mean, let me see a young, athletic prospect over Tyrone Taylor, please, every single day. Please.
Well, you weren't supposed to be seeing Tyrone Taylor as much.
I know
as
you, but I
probably should have. Right, but you probably should have assumed it. I mean, you could almost blame us for this.
We get blamed for what?
Well, I don't mean blame for making the move, but just for like having expectations where Luis Robert doesn't get hurt. I think I said it to you at the time.
You would blame us, or you would blame the GM who made the move for Robert?
No, I would blame the GM, but I would blame just us for actually thinking that it was going to be the case. And I think I said it at the time. Like, why would it be now, after what we saw in Chicago? All the talent in the world, but just never could really, outside that one season, put it together because of the injuries and everything else. Why would it change now? And it hasn't changed.
It's the exact same thing. You watch him for the first 10 days, you're like, oh, he's good. And then he cooled off a little bit, and now he's hurt. Right. It's like to a script what he is.
Exactly what he is. Polanco hurt. I mean, he's dealt with injuries. So, yeah, I mean, and I think that's been the thing I've heard most from Mets fans is... And I don't know how fair it is early on in the season, especially with a new team, to judge what, like a Pete Alonso is going to be. He's starting to heat up now in May. But the fact of the matter was Pete doesn't miss games, ever.
No.
Like, that's one of the things that you would put on the, like, real positive sides for Pete is the guy posts every single game. Like, pick your lineup up. It's going to be Pete in the middle of it every single day because that's just who he's been. He doesn't miss time, and you replaced him with a guy who's never played first base, that
and now
has injury concerns.
And now the center fielder's also hurt.
Who's also had injury concerns. This is not something that just popped up.
No.
This has been Luis Robert, where you were actually, like, and you thought, well, hey, our team, with our medical staff, the way we'll handle him, he'll stay healthy. Well, that hasn't happened.
Well, what has now happened, and we'll break and get to Buster in a second, they've now lost the benefit of the doubt. Like, until they show that they can, you don't believe that they can anymore. Game time brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey. When it's game time, it's Tully time. 6:35, nice early start. Yankees visit the Orioles. 7:10, the Mets host the Tigers. And that's game time brought to you by Tullamore Dew, the original triple distilled, triple blended, and triple cask matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore Dew or try the new Tullamore Dew Honey. During today's action, glasses up to enjoying Tullamore Dew responsibly. We've got Buster, we've got CMT, we've got it all next. DNR with you, ESPN New York.
If you've been injured on a construction site, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique labor laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling construction accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for hardworking New Yorkers. From scaffold accidents to slip and falls and equipment failures, they've got your back. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS. That's right, 718-WORKERS, because your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
Big events are bringing more riders across the region. So if you're taking New Jersey Transit for everyday trips, plan ahead. Check schedules, allow extra time, and consider traveling outside of peak hours when you can. New Jersey Transit is running additional service to help keep everyone moving. But a little planning goes a long way. Stay aware, be courteous, and ride smart. New Jersey Transit, keeping your day on track. Plan your trip at njtransit.com.
I'm a dog, and my job is to make you happy. So I recommend Optimum Fiber for your home. It's famously fast, way better than flaky 5G home internet, which can slow down the more people or dogs are online. So switch to Optimum Fiber, starting at only $25 a month with a 5-year price lock. Call 888-4-OPTIMUM or visit Optimum.com today. That's 888-4-OPTIMUM.
Gus, fetch!
I gotta take that. Terms apply. See Optimum.com for details.
Rich Eisen here. PayPal is now the official peer-to-peer payments sponsor of the NFL, which means all the money moments that fandom creates, whether splitting tailgate costs or chipping in on tickets and game day food between friends, are covered. Wherever the game is played or watched, PayPal moves with fans. You can send money through text, email, or directly to your friends with eligible accounts on Venmo. Just download the PayPal app and share all the moments that matter. Account with PayPal is required. Not available in all regions where PayPal operates.
This is the story of the one. As a procurement manager for a hospital system, she keeps every facility in her network stocked and ready. That's why she counts on Grainger to be her single source for thousands of products, from disinfectants to lighting, air filters, and more. And with fast, dependable delivery, Grainger helps her keep every facility stocked, safe, and running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Indeed presents hires you can't afford to get wrong, like customer service associate at a dry cleaning shop.
Yeah, hi. I'm here to pick up my suit.
Ah, yes. Here you go.
There must be a mistake. This is too small.
It shrunk a whole lot. Look on the bright side. Now you have a suit you can give to a child.
This is your job for sponsored jobs. This is what happens when you don't sponsor your job on Indeed. Next time, get matched with quality candidates with Indeed sponsored jobs. Visit Indeed.com/hire now and sponsor your job today.
Earn an accredited MBA in as few as 16 months for about $21K at University of Maryland Global Campus. Explore 10 specializations, including finance, HR, cyber technology, and more. Plus, showcase the value of your MBA with a comprehensive learner record and digitally demonstrate in-demand skills and credentials to employers. No application fee if you apply by June 1st. Learn more at umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Shell.
Another dominating step towards a championship.
And for the second consecutive season, the Knicks are on their way to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Will this be the year the Knicks punch their ticket to the NBA Finals?
Inbound stolen by McBride, and then Brunson buries a far-corner three. 5 points for Brunson in about 3 seconds.
Thanks to all our New York Knicks partners this season, including The Wellness Company, Dime Commercial Bank, Michelob Ultra, and Kia Motors on ESPN New York.
That's right. It is time for Buster Olney and the Buster Olney Report, brought to you by the Parisman firm. You look terrific today. I like your little zip up there. That's nice.
Well, you know, representing Hofstra. My son's graduating from Hofstra this Sunday, so it feels important to wear it this week.
Wow. I didn't realize your son went to Hofstra.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations on that.
Yeah, I'm very excited, and I was fired up to make the last college payment. Let me tell you.
Yeah, I'm sure you were. All right, so we have a lot to get into today. Yankees have struggled mightily with good teams this year. Buster, is that something that we need to pay attention to, and is that source for concern?
It is definitely, for me, something that we're going to monitor during the course of the year. But as we talked about, I think they're going to get better as the year goes along, as they get the starting pitchers reintegrated into the rotation with Rodon now back and Garrett Cole back. And as they make improvements, their bullpen will be better. I do think by the end of the year, it'll be really interesting to see where the American League teams are relative to where the National League teams are. Because right now, the difference between the two leagues is absolutely staggering. Think about it. If the playoffs were to begin today, the Tampa Bay Rays would be the number 1 seed in the American League. The A's would be the 2 seed. The White Sox would be in the playoffs. That's how far down the American League is compared to the National League. And so these early season results for the Yankees against good teams, they definitely get your attention. But I do think over the course of the year, the Yankees are going to get better.
All right, so we were talking about this earlier in the show. How for real do you think that Tampa is?
100% for real. Look, I saw them at Fenway Park last Thursday. And what's so interesting about the way they play, they are like the college basketball team that does a full court press from over 40 minutes. They're coming at you. You know, we were talking to Kevin Cash, their manager, before the game, and he referred to the way they play as chaos because they run and they bunt. They put the ball in play. They're constantly challenging defenses. I remember, you know, talking to you guys after that first series they played against the Yankees down in Tampa Bay. I have not seen a team as screwed up as the Yankees were by Chandler Simpson's speed, one player affecting an opposing team's defense in a long time. but that's real. And the Red Sox were dealing with the same thing. And they also have a pitching staff led by Nick Martinez, Shane McClanahan. They pound the strike zone. Like, this is a team that's not going to beat itself. And you have Junior Caminero, who is their version of Aaron Judge, with a great bat speed, who had 45 home runs last year. He's legit. The other thing, too, is that we know Tampa Bay, their history is they are sneaky aggressive at the trade deadline. A lot of teams, you would figure a small market team, they don't necessarily do a lot of things. They will be aggressive at the deadline in making this team better.
All right, so with the Yankees, you had said it, and I give you a lot of credit, and we've kind of brought it back up a couple times. You had said to start the season, you felt a little uneasy about Jazz. You thought that there's a lot of pressure on him, and he might get off to a slow start. He hasn't gotten off to a slow start. He's gotten off to a horrendous start. Do you envision this changing, or do you think this is going to be one of those awful Pete Alonso years where you're in a contract year and you're just bad?
Based on conversation with players through this situation in the past, who going through the situation in the past, I think that it would behoove the Yankees to give them a bit of a break. Like, if you told me today when we get the lineup that Aaron Boone is saying, you know what, we're going to give you 24, 48 hours, let you work on some things, because he's kind of lost right now. 3 for his last 23, 11 strikeouts. His WAR this year is negative 0.3. His negative WAR on the season, that's so important to him because he's a free agent in the fall. I think it's absolutely weighing on him. I mean, he's the only one who really can answer that question, but it doesn't make any sense that a player at age 28, theoretically in his prime, would disintegrate in this way. And that's why at some point, I think it'd be good to sit him down, give him a breather. And so many players go through this, and Rick, you can speak to this far better than I ever could. It's almost like they go through that, sort of that mental process where you're frantic at the beginning of the year, you're feeling confident going into a free agent year, and then you get off to a slow start. And at some point, he's going to realize, look, I can't get 5 hits every at bat. I just have to relax. I have to play my game. And eventually his performance will stabilize to some point. But I do think they need to make a change right now in terms of just giving him a mental break.
Buster Olney joins us here on the show. Buster, I know you've mentioned before that as, Rodon's back now and Cole, you'll have some spillover into that bullpen. You still imagine that would be one of the spots where the Yankees are going to need some improvement?
Oh, without a doubt. I think before the deadline, they will do some stuff. And it's so early now to really identify, okay, who are the top 5 relievers are going to be available in the marketplace, because there's such volatility. I did a story that posted today on our website about that, about how many teams have major bullpen issues. At some point, when we get into early July, I'm sure Brian Cashman's going to be looking at that and seeing, is there a power right-hander that can augment this group? Is there a power left-hander? And a lot of it depends to some degree on which guy gets shifted into the bullpen. I thought 2 weeks ago, I would have guessed, that Will Warren would have definitely been a guy who would have stayed in the rotation. Weathers, being a power lefty, would move. Man, watching Weathers, he is so impressive. And so I'm kind of curious about which way the Yankees go with that one.
Walk us through Spencer Jones. What have you seen so far? Do you think this is going to be a long stint with the big club, or do you think he's back in the minors sooner rather than later?
I think it wouldn't surprise me if he were back in the minors just because of the roster crunch and his guys come and go. He is going to be a big leaguer for a long time. Command of the strike zone is such a skill. It's such a weapon. It's a stabilizer because this, Spencer is going to be on base, in a down year 34% of the time. And he's got that big power, and he's going to figure it out. It was interesting talking with him in spring about borrowing a little bit from Shohei Ohtani. You guys have seen his hitting mechanics. Borrowing a little bit from Aaron Judge. I think he's going to figure it out. But, let's face it, with being a young player, being that big, trying to hit major league pitching with everyone's throwing 100 miles per hour, it wouldn't surprise me if he were to have some ups and downs early on. He's going to have to hit to stay in the big leagues because of some of the roster crunch that'll develop as we go.
Right, but he is a much better defender. I mean, part of Dominguez's problem
Yes.
last year was he was terrible defensively. Jones is a much better defender, correct?
100%. He did. You wouldn't. And he's very much like Aaron Judge in that you wouldn't assume that someone that big would move that well. But you watch him run. I mean, he's a legitimate center fielder.
Buster, as far as the catching position is concerned, Austin Wells is another one of those guys that kind of has struggled offensively, and Ben Rice does have the ability to catch. I know you don't want to mess around because Ben Rice is trying to learn first base and get good at first base. Can you see at any point where the Yankees are like, listen, I mean, Austin Wells isn't doing it offensively. Ben Rice is a weapon offensively. Maybe we try him behind the plate a little bit more often?
So I haven't asked that question in a couple weeks, but I will tell you this. I think that, and you're right, like coming into the year, their thought was, man, we love Wells and his defense, and we assume, this is the Yankees thinking, we assume his offense is going to be better. But if it doesn't, I think Escara is the guy that they really lean in. Like they think he is a big time, someone who could help the major league team a lot. And I think they would be comfortable if they do ever pivot from Wells as being the prime guy. I think they want to give him a shot. And just in talking with Yankees people, over the winter and this spring, they talked about how they felt like they overloaded Ben Rice a little bit last year by giving him a catching, practice every day and trying to teach him a new position at first base. He's so important to their lineup. I wonder if that's going to be the priority and leaving it at first base, if that makes sense, because they believe in their backup.
He is Buster Olney with us here, ESPN New York, as he is every Tuesday at this time. Let's switch over to the Mets. Watching the Mets offensively, Buster, it's one of the most painful things I've ever seen in my entire life. Walk me through where we are with the three guys that you're desperate to return. Lindor, obviously, Polanco, and Robert. Are we even getting into a place where any of those guys are going to return?
I don't think they're making any assumptions about, A, when they're coming back, B, that it's going to be smooth transition without setbacks, and C, what they're going to get out of them this year, which is why, I don't know how you guys felt, but when I saw the promotion of Ewing, I was like, man, this is so much like what we saw last August when Nolan McLean and Sprout and Sproat got called up. It was almost like, you know what, we're going to do the Hail Mary, and we're going to bring up the 21-year-old kid, and we're going to throw him out there, and maybe that'll be better because we need help right now. And that is an unusual place for them to be. But, we were talking about how easy the American League is and how forgiving the American League is before. The National League is a beast. And if you're the Mets and you're staring up at 14 teams with the worst record, you got to start to move right now in terms of starting to climb the standings. So the fact that they called him up was really interesting to me, because there are a lot of teams that would be very reluctant in this situation with an offense struggling to call up a young player because they'd be worried about the pressure on that player to be perceived as being, the savior for the offense. I was just saw the Detroit Tigers over the weekend. They got this terrific outfield prospect named Max Clark, and they're worried that if they call him up at a time when the team is struggling, man, there's going to be a lot on his shoulders. Kevin McGonigal, Rookie of the Year candidate for them. They're feeling like, man, there's a lot of pressure on this guy. The Mets are kind of putting this on Ewing, and not because he doesn't deserve it, but after 12 games in AAA to get that promotion, that is a sign of desperation with a guy who's a top prospect, and he might do fine. You look at the walk strikeout ratio, he has commanded the strike zone, he's fast, he could certainly make them better. But I think the fact that they promote him now tells you they're beginning the process of, hey, we got to make our move or we're going to be sellers pretty quickly.
Right, and you're not wrong. I mean, for Nolan McLean, it worked. It felt like every start, the first start especially, it's like he come save us. And then for someone like Jonah Tong who wasn't ready, it didn't work. So hopefully for this kid, at least he gets on base, which we don't do at all. I mean,
and if you don't mind, I just jump in with one quick thought. Like, they know the risks of something like this. I covered Generation K. When you go back and talk to the people who are making those decisions, they were like, man, we put a lot on the shoulders of those guys really early. And that's that. And I based on everything you hear about Ewing, everything that you see in his performance, there's a real chance he's going to be able to help them, but there is some risk in this.
Well, I mean, the other thing too is, you have a road trip, you go 5-4. That's not going to dig you out of this hole. Like, you have to go on one of these, rip up what the Phillies did when they fired their manager. Buster, as far as, and this is kind of going back to when it happened, and I don't know, you talk to a lot of people, but the Luis Robert signing and Polanco, I mean, these are guys that have had injury concerns. The reason why Luis Robert isn't one of the best players in baseball with all his talent is because a lot of the injury stuff. Did David Stearns just think, hey, here it would be different? Because obviously what we're seeing now is it's not different at all.
100%. Look, they rolled the dice on this. Then they bet on the talent. I mean, no one doubts that when he's on the field and he's right, he is an impact outfielder. But we saw it with the White Sox. Year after year after year, he would miss a significant part of the season. The White Sox hung on to him all those years. And there were a lot of people in our industry who were saying, they should just dump him, right? He hasn't performed, just cut him. And the White Sox were like, no, he actually has some value. And that was demonstrated by the Mets, willing to make a trade on him. They bet on the upside. And right now they're losing, right? And it's one of those things where you understood where the Mets were coming from because he's a good outfielder. They're talking about run prevention. When he's right, he can impact the offense. But there was no doubt there was significant risk in making that move. And for Polanco, last year I covered a lot of Mariners games in the postseason. They love Polanco. Like, he was an excellent hitter for them last year, but he also, like Luis Robert, has a significant injury history. So is any of this a surprise? No. When the old saying, when you talk to executives, team doctors, they'll say, the biggest indicator of possible future injury are past injuries. And both these guys have a lot of injury history.
Yeah, that's just terrific. Speaking of injuries, Skubal, he's banged up, obviously. What does that mean in your estimation for him? I know the Mets were going to be potentially involved. Dodgers, I'm sure, were going to be involved. What does that mean, you think, this offseason for Skubal?
So I think that it may wind up meaning nothing, depending on how he comes back, which seems weird because typically when we've seen guys who've had these things where they have a loose body in their elbow and it's removed, it's typically 3 months. But I had Scott Boras' agent on my podcast the other day, and he described, what he referred to as a Skubal scope. It's a procedure done with a much less invasive camera. And it allows Skubal to pick up a ball and throw much sooner. So normally when a guy has a surgery in the past, what you've had is, a long rehab. They have to build back up like it's the beginning of spring training, and that's why it takes so long. What Boras said the other day was, look, he's going to be back much sooner. And in the Tigers clubhouse, there's optimism that he's going to be back in early June. So if he goes out and he pitches well in the last 3 months of this year, people are going to feel like, okay, here we go. It's a little bit like a Lamborghini getting a flat tire versus having a broken axle. If all it is fixing the tire and he goes back out in the market and he pitches well for the rest of the year, that's not going to deter teams from being aggressive and assuming all goes well. And the fact that Scott was willing to talk about this on the record tells you his level of confidence that Skubal's going to come back and pitch effectively. I think is a strong indicator that they're pretty confident that he's going to come back and be a good pitcher for the Tigers the rest of the year.
I wish Manaea got the Skubal scope because it doesn't feel like his removal of loose bodies has gone nearly as well.
No, and there's so many pitchers around baseball. I had Eric Hosmer on a podcast who followed him, Scott, and he's like, man, if this works for Skubal, it's going to change, I think, the trajectory of a lot of players who go through this. Because as I say, it's typically a 3-month surgery, shutdown, long rehab, long buildup. They come back. We saw it with Spencer Schwellenbach of the Braves this year, Hurston Waldrep. So many other pitchers. You've had that 3-month shutdown. If Skubal demonstrates you can come back in 4 to 6 weeks, that would be a game changer for the industry.
Do you think that? Go ahead, Rick.
No, just last one for me, and then you can finish off. Buster, I just wanted to, we haven't talked about this in so long, and maybe it's probably, I don't know, a good thing, but an update on what we're looking at, like CBA stuff, because I think that's a lot of people's concern is, with all this momentum being built up, you're excited about baseball season, that we have the whole CBA thing happen after.
Yeah, so they're going to start talking at some point here soon. And obviously, the real true deadline is December 1st. The owners are very likely to lock out the players at that point. And then you get into the real showdown when you start talking about, potentially our games missed. I mentioned to you before, in the last negotiation, the leadership of the union, the executive committee, the players, recommended they turn down the owner's last offer. It was unanimous by the executive committee. The rank and file bulldozed that recommendation. So going into this negotiation, I'm curious to see whether or not the rank and file will actually follow the leadership of the union if they recommend, hey, you know what, we got to fight against the salary cap. And I don't know the answer to that. And on the flip side, everything you said, Rick, is 100% right. Baseball is going great. The Padres just sold for $3.9 billion. The Padres, right? Do you want to slow down that gravy train because you're going to fight, to get a salary cap? Will that ownership group actually hold together? In 94, 95, it didn't. And we'll see if this time around the salary cap is so important to them that they do hold together. So I do think there's going to be a significant stare down next spring. And I just think there are enough cracks on both sides where they're going to blank and figure out a way to get it done. But I'm more optimistic than a lot of my peers are.
Okay.
I said yesterday on the show, I don't think the Mets will get back to 500 this year. I agree. You agree with that?
Yep.
Great.
Yeah, their offense stinks. And it's interesting, these teams, like you could see the Phillies with their great starting pitching, they could find their way back, right? There are other teams that are struggling, they can find their way back. Toronto, Seattle, but with the Mets, you're just watching them day in and day out saying, okay, how are they going to sustain, Rick, the type of run that you're talking about?
Right. So you got to imagine that if that's the case and you feel that way, Dave was like they wouldn't even get back to 3 games below 500. They're going to end up being sellers at the deadline, you think?
Yes. That's absolutely the trajectory, which is why this move so much reminded me of last August with Nolan McLean, because it's like, you know what? Just give it a shot. And the thing we've learned about Steve Cohen as owner, this was in Buck's last year as manager, like he's not the crazy owner like Artie Moreno. You guys remember the year 2 years before, a year and a half before Ohtani became a free agent, like the Angels were in a position to make a great trade with Ohtani, and they were out of contention. And Artie Moreno that year and then in the months before he became a free agent, he killed all the deals. He's like, nope, we're going for it. Damn the torpedoes, full speed ahead. Steve Cohen handled that 2023 season so much differently. He pulled the plug at the beginning of July. And I would not be surprised if he's a realist again when he looks at the numbers. According to Fangraphs, as of this morning, they've got a 23% chance to make the playoffs. And as I said, they're staring uphill in a tough National League at 14 teams ahead of them.
Oh, God. All right. Well, on that positive note, Buster, you look like $1 million today. We appreciate you. We're gonna. I'm not even gonna bring it up in a negative. I think we're gonna see you at some point soon. So it's all good things for us here.
Okay. I can't wait for that.
There you go. That's the great Buster Olney. We'll talk to you next week. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
All right. That was the Buster Olney Report, brought to you by the Perisman Firm. If you've been injured in an accident that wasn't your fault, call the Perisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS and get the justice you deserve. The Perisman Firm, where your case is their cause. Yeah, I firmly believe that the Mets are going to get nowhere near 500 this season. There's no reason to think they're going to.
No, there isn't. I mean, that's the problem. I mean, it's just admitting it that's the hard part.
It's terrible. Right. Thank God for the Knicks.
Thank God for the Knicks, but the Knicks, I mean, even through to the NBA Finals, you're still going to have how much baseball left?
Well, a lot. But then we get vacation. Right? I mean, NBA Finals goes to when? Probably like June 19th or something like that.
Probably
I think June 19th is actually the Game 7 day. Yeah,
is that right?
Middle of June.
Yeah, good job by you.
What I do here. So yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be awful. Arjo's just making fun of me. He's like, have you been to a Mets game this year? I was like, not yet. He's like, are you gonna go to any?
I wasn't making fun of you. I was just curious.
Yeah, I was like, I'm going this weekend. He's like, I imagine you won't be going to a lot this season.
Outside of going just because you bought the tickets and you want to enjoy nice weather and go to a baseball game,
No, nothing. There's no reason to go.
I mean, their offense stinks.
I'm excited to see Ewing. I look forward to what he's going to be capable of. But no, they're a bad team.
They're one of the worst teams right now in baseball.
They're the worst version of what you could be. Because it's like, they're teams you know are going to be bad. All right, so if you know they're going to be bad and they're bad, it's not that awful. When you think a team's going to be really good and they're really bad, that's brutal. And that's what they are right now.
When you spend the amount of money that you spend and you have the expectations that you have, and you have David Stearns, who now reimagines the team as he would build it, because he couldn't do it last year because they got all the way, the previous year they got to the NLCS, and you add Soto to that mix, and you win 83 games. And you follow it up by changing, 5 of the 9? And this is what it looks like?
That's pathetic. And money's not even an issue.
They got 15 wins.
Yeah, they're bad. They make bad pitchers look like Hall of Famers. They made Merrill Kelly, who had an ERA of 10, look sensational the other day. They don't hit the baseball.
Right, then the defense stunk too. On top of it.
Defense stinks. Yeah, if you don't get Bichette and Soto to succeed offensively, your offense is the worst offense in baseball by a mile.
And this lineup right now is currently constituted, yes. 0 for 20 in a
It-
series is not going to get the job done with Bichette and Soto.
I got some football news for you.
I saw this is a nice. By the way, before you mention this matchup,
Jazz hands.
did you see the odds the other day? I think it was yesterday. They put on the TV to win the AFC West.
I didn't. I'm going to say.
Why would you bet against the Chiefs?
It's got to be the Chiefs, no?
Yeah, Chiefs won. I was more interested. Like, who do you think 2 is?
Chargers.
Yeah,
It's got to be Chargers. Yeah.
Why does it have to be Chargers, right?
After the season, Denver just had. Why does it have to be the Chargers?
Denver just went to the AFC Championship game and probably would have won
If
it.
they had
if
the
their
starting
quarterback
quarterback,
wasn't
probably
hurt.
would have won it.
I think the Chargers are a more balanced team. There's nothing not to like with the Chargers. I mean, I
You don't
joke.
like Herbert,
I joke about Herbert all the time, but he is a good quarterback.
Oh, he is.
Yeah,
look at
I've
you.
never said he's a bad one. Let's be
Oh,
clear.
you've done everything in your power.
I
to
just
miss.
moly.
Let's be clear. I've gotten on Herbert because clearly he's the golden boy who can do no wrong, and that team's had a lot of failure, which is squarely on his feet, and that's all. Some quarterbacks get blamed. Some get to dodge all blame.
It all goes back to him feeling that Dak Prescott is treated unfairly.
That's right.
That's what everything goes back to.
Yeah, that's
That's
fine,
what this
though.
goes back to. Sure.
And I'll ask you the question, Rick. Ray, you can answer too, but I know your answer. If you could have Herbert or Dak, who would you take?
You take the younger guy, of course.
So you would take Herbert.
You would take the younger guy. That's the
I'm
only
surprised
reason.
by
But
that
that's literally the only reason. In no universe is Justin Herbert a better quarterback than Dak Prescott. You can argue. Go argue with a wall.
You're so defiant.
I love it.
And
He's
this is
got
why
his
we're
guy.
gonna smash you week 1.
Dak is his guy.
He's your ride or die.
Yeah, that's how
Could you
it's supposed
imagine
to
if Dak ever had like real success? How difficult Raymond would be?
I don't think that Raymond blames a lot of the lack of success on Dak.
Oh, come on.
Like some of it, but I mean,
Big game Dak is not good Dak.
It's two sides of the ball, though.
No, it's all on him. Don't you know?
I mean, that loss against was it Green Bay that they just ran all over you. That defense was a disaster.
48 points.
I mean, what are we
48
talking
points.
And how did Dak play in that game?
Dak didn't play great.
He was awful.
Everybody played terrible in that game. Everybody. And they were down 14-0 before he threw his second pass.
At home.
Yeah,
Again.
that's right.
We know the Niners whip you up at home at one point in the postseason?
They didn't whip him up. It was a tight game.
Oh.
But that was a game, and if you recall, I went into that game worried about the matchup, and I was right.
Well, it's a shame.
It's not a shame. You love every second of it.
I love every second
Yeah, I
of
don't know
it. You're listening to DiPietro and Rothenberg on WHSQ, WCBS FM HD2 in New York. So, opening Monday Night Football game September the 14th, Broncos and the Chiefs.
Oh, baby.
That's a good game.
That's real nice.
That's a real good game.
I saw, too, that the Bills are going to open up their new stadium in Week 2 against the Lions.
I saw that on Thursday, right?
I
think it's on that Thursday
game?
of Week 2.
I
think that's what I had seen.
Yep, Thursday Night Football.
Yep. So that'll be exciting. Where is the? It doesn't say Schefter's.
No site.
They don't
no
know
site
yet. They
yet.
haven't picked a site yet.
Okay. So Denver, Kansas City, but we don't know where Denver's playing Kansas City.
That's right.
So
Still
we have
finalizing.
So we have Seattle, someone. We have San Francisco and the Rams. We have the Giants and the Cowboys, and we have the Chiefs and the Broncos. That's our prime time Week 1, right? Kind of piecing it together a little bit here.
I think that's it.
Yeah. And I've seen, I don't know if this is accurate, rumblings that it's going to be Seattle hosting New England for Week 1.
Well, that'd be
rematch.
nice.
Yeah. A rematch.
Little Super Bowl rematch.
RJ,
Hi.
how you doing?
Good.
Are you really?
Yeah. I mean,
I worry about you.
why are you worried about
Why are
me?
you worried about him? He's got a big game today. He's fine.
Well, but I'm worried about you with that game.
I mean, now that we kicked you out, I think we're in good shape.
Mm-hmm. What happens if I'm the thing that's been the glue holding it together?
I don't think that's the case. I don't. As you say with the Giants about losing to the Cowboys, why, in your mind, worry about things that aren't true or aren't going to happen. So,
All right, so you feel bullish on this game tonight. Confident.
I think I have solved the problem here of what's going on.
I hope you're right. You know what? I'm so selfless that I hope that is the problem, and I hope kicking me out of the tank fixes everything.
Me too.
Good.
Me too.
Right. That's how much I care.
I'm not sure that's true, but I appreciate
it. It's absolutely true. Are you ready to play a little CMT, RJ?
Oh, yeah.
Let's go.
To cuddle. I'm servicing 3 times as many people as he's able to get to. To marry.
Not everyone can afford to take off work and pay whatever it costs to get a foursome.
Or to trash.
Let the wild rumpus begin.
That.
Want a meat stick?
Is the question.
The rumpus. By the way, this has not been brought up on or off the air. Jerry Ferrara. You're aware of this?
No. I mean, I know who he is.
Oh, you're not?
No.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm troubled by this.
Jerry Ferrara went on a little, let's go back in time and quote some old tweets.
He went after Ty, too, I saw the other day.
He and Ty.
He went after
so
me?
he kept receipts on everybody.
Jerry, you and Jerry have been going back and forth for how long?
He didn't tag me in anything, no?
No, he didn't.
All right, well then how would I know?
So he just quoted the old tweet?
So you've been going back and forth, I can tell you, since February 19th. Because that's the tweet he went and found. This we'll have to get to this. This is good. Yeah, I would in your free time catch up on Jerry's timeline.
All right.
Well, actually, he quote tweeted you. Here it is.
Oh yeah, he didn't tag you, but he.
Well, what can you share? What was
He's
happening?
done pretending it's time to have the talk. Way to go out on a limb. This was after you.
He went all the way back to when you quote tweeted his first tweet about the Pistons, and you said not in the same class. You remember that?
I said the Knicks are not in the same class as the Pistons.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
He
and I
said
stood by that. At that moment, I didn't think they were.
He said less than 3 months ago, what a time. And then he quoted another tweet of yours and said, he's done pretending. This is in reference to you.
I'm texting him. The hell with this. I'm texting him.
This is in reference to you pretending.
Can we stop?
That it's a Knicks team that can win a title. You said it's time. He said he's done pretending. It's time to have a talk. Way to go out on a limb.
What limb?
I think that the Knicks weren't going to win a title. Was the limb? He would need to clarify.
Listen, I want to be wrong. I don't think the Knicks are going to win a title.
And finally, somebody said, Dave, your serve, I think in an effort to tag you and bring you up to speed.
That I didn't see that. They tagged me?
And Jerry said, I'll save you the time. He will. And he'll say that no one could have seen this coming. And if Cat plays this way all along, he had no evidence of a... The grammar's not awesome here. But
I've texted. No,
so you're calling Jerry Ferrara an idiot.
You know what?
You're saying.
You know what? I've texted him. I've sent him that tweet. It's like, we got to have this talk. Let's stop dancing around this.
He doesn't. He's scared of the show.
Enough.
I don't understand the problem.
Enough.
Why don't you just come on the show?
Yeah. In summation, he'll basically that he assumed you would say that no one could have assumed Cat would play this well.
No, a couple things. Firstly, what I said was the Knicks weren't in the same class as Detroit, and I hope to be wrong if that happens. They haven't played Detroit. Right? I thought the Knicks would beat Atlanta. I told you I thought the Knicks would smash Philadelphia. I'm thrilled they're playing like they are. I'm not disappointed. I'm glad he's right so far. But nothing that I've said has proven to be wrong. I said the Knicks aren't in the same class as Detroit, and hopefully if they play, I will be wrong. And I said the Knicks won't win a title. So where have I been wrong with this? What was he attacking me for?
He kept the receipts. I don't know what to tell you.
But he's trying to cash in receipts that aren't even, you can't cash them in.
He's confident.
He
feels good. He feels good.
He should feel good.
He thinks the class of the Eastern Conference right now is the Knicks.
Well, the Knicks are the favorites to go to the finals, so maybe he's right. I didn't want to be right. That's what I saw.
But that would feel like that receipt you would cash in after.
Yeah, after it's
either
done.
Detroit loses or you beat
Well,
Detroit.
why is he throwing in my face? You said they're not in the same class as Detroit. They haven't played Detroit. I'll cash it in. You said that they're not going to win an NBA championship. They've won 2 rounds. I'll cash it in. Like that seems ridiculous.
I think mostly because he doesn't care for you.
I think you could be right, and that's fine. But at least come at it from a fair angle. Don't attack me for stuff that I said that hasn't even happened yet.
All right, so speak of angles.
Here's a little secret, though, RJ, that I think that Jerry should probably hear from us first.
Okay.
In this whole crusade he's going against Dave, quote tweeting and everything
Dave's not going to apologize?
That's one, and that Dave being wrong doesn't actually bother him.
At all.
At all.
At all.
I want to be wrong.
Not a tiny little bit.
Jerry would just
want
get it.
to be wrong.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
You don't think I want the Knicks to win a championship?
And it's kind of like, now what?
No, of course we know you want to win a championship.
All right,
Just
so
like in general,
let him be right. You know what? I will bow at the altar of Jerry Ferrara and his poor grammar. I would love to do that.
It was just kind of some weird spacing, which I'm sure was.
He's probably not a word.
He
fine.
he
was probably excited. It was just firing him off. It happens.
That's what happens when I get excited.
Hey.
So speaking of the Knicks, they're on to the Eastern Conference Finals. And to be fair, we need to hold ourselves responsible, basically along with every other Knicks fan that walks planet Earth. But if we could speak for all of them, who do we owe the biggest apology to if we were to go back to the end of Game 3, which is the same night of the Couchcast, and what we were all saying about these three individuals?
All right, so we know where he's going.
The biggest
he's going Cat,
apology.
He's going Brown.
He's going Bridges, and he's going Brown.
That's the three.
All right. So you're marrying the biggest apology. I'm gonna give the marrying biggest apology to Mikal Bridges. We crushed him. He looked awful. It appeared that he was unplayable, and now you look at the end of the Sixers series. It was awesome. I'm going to cuddle Coach, and I'm going to trash Cat.
Cool. Wow. Okay.
That's interesting.
I'm going to answer this slightly different.
Okay.
I'm going to marry...
You're going to flip-flop Cat and Coach.
No, I'm going to marry Coach.
Really?
Yeah, I'm going to marry
Wow.
Coach.
Strong.
Well, listen, Bridges, it wasn't just us killing Bridges. He was losing minutes. Right? It wasn't like he was just playing and we were upset with how he was losing minutes. Like, there was a real question as to whether or not Mike Brown would stick with him or start somebody else. So I will marry Mike Brown because he was also on his way out, and he's the one I would think is most responsible for the offense turning into what we see now. I mean, Cat's out there executing it, but the change has to start from the top. So I'll marry him. I will... Now, this is just in reaction to Game 3 or just like the season in general?
Since Game 3, I think he said.
Since Game 3?
RJ, right?
Yep.
This whole thing was working. This whole thing looks the way it looks right now is because of Cat and what he's doing with the ball. I'll marry Cat. I'll trash Bridges. I think you could apologize to all of them.
I thought you married Brown.
I married Brown. I cuddled Towns, and I trashed Bridges.
Yeah, I think you just said it incorrectly, but yes.
I married. Listen,
you're in a polygamous relationship. You married two people there.
Okay, listen.
Okay.
It's not the only one.
Jazz got the second pick. What do you want to tell you?
All right.
Like some trade talks going on with Washington right now.
Interesting.
Oh,
Did you see that?
Anthony Davis?
No, about trying to get to the first pick because it sounds like DiPietro wanted to be in Utah.
The only person that walks the earth that wants to play in Utah.
What is going on there?
He's a good owner, though, that guy.
Really? He was on McAfee yesterday.
Yep.
The Jazz?
Yeah,
we're just sprinkling into some NBA talk, right? Don't worry about it.
Yeah. DiPietro would be a good... Well, DiPietro, I think, would be...
You really broke that down well.
Well, I'm trying to think because Utah's not that far away, it doesn't seem. I know they're bad, but, I mean, they have some real pieces, I feel
Can I ask, because I'm totally ignorant to this, is there some sort of relationship between BYU and the Jazz that I'm not...
He's from Utah.
I understand that,
He went to high school there.
But I'm talking about...
stay in Utah.
I'm talking about organizationally. Is there some sort of connection?
Right.
No, he just wants to stay in Utah. That's where he's from.
All right.
Right, so if you're Washington, and that would probably, be a great thing for Utah to get DiPietro, just as far as ticket sales and everything else, and DiPietro doesn't want to be in Washington, what's the difference? Like, how far do you have the second player rated from where DiPietro could be?
Well, if you're going to give me something and I still get the second best player in this stacked draft,
right,
might be good for Washington.
Could be. Darren Peterson could... I don't want to get too far into Utah Jazz talk, but...
Too much creatine, RJ. It was the creatine.
No. He said he thought he was going to die.
He was going to die from cramps.
But, they got their front line. I mean, you got Kessler, Lauri Markkanen, Jaren Jackson, Kente George, a good player. I could actually see Darren Peterson.
They were winning games until they took the starters out.
I could...
They tried to lose.
Many times.
What they get fined? $500,000? You think they remember that now?
No, they don't care.
Nope, don't care at all.
I will say, though, having cramps, like not DiPietro, Peterson was talking about, it does feel like you're going to die in the moment.
I
where your whole body seizes up and they have to hold your toes so they don't. It's one of the worst things ever.
So
just letting you know,
they have to hold your toes.
Your toes will
what
not
happens
stop.
to your toes?
They like this. They cramp up
They curl up.
They curl up. You can't do anything about it. And then eventually once you get enough IV, it slows down. But They had to help me off the ice. My whole body went into a cramp.
Body cramps.
Full body cramp.
Got to lay off the creatine.
I was there.
How much did he take?
No, that was, I don't know, it was me, and I took a couple too many
scoops.
I think they were called like beast pills or whatever they were. I don't know what they were. It wasn't creatine. No, it was the
beast pills.
energy. It was the energy.
I know
pills.
what you're talking about. Yeah,
You know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You're not
So
a beast.
Because you're not a drug addict.
Oh yeah. Listen, Mr. Ativan Face. I don't know who you're kidding.
Ativan Face.
Taking stuff straight out of GNC. I wasn't taking prescription pills like you.
Yeah, at least mine is approved by the FDA.
Pez dispenser.
Do you
All
think,
right, Roger, what's next?
You think stuff at GNC's not
400 milligrams of caffeine. Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah,
Oh,
but I took
nice.
3 of those.
Wow, you are.
They said, you want to play good or you want to play great? I said, give me great.
Oh, give me more. Why
I had a
stop at
shutout.
3?
I had a shutout going.
Yeah.
then
Until you couldn't move your body.
You collapsed.
Yeah.
So, rosters in the NFL, pretty much set. NFC East talk we had earlier. I'm going to set aside the Eagles because they have earned some of the benefit of the doubt here. And based on the conversation that was had earlier, and I want Ray to play too if he so much obliges. Giants, Cowboys, Commanders. Clutterman Trash, most likely non-Philly team to win the NFC East.
Why do you ask me the NFC East question first?
It's order of operation. Knicks had to go first.
So we should have switched the order, though. I should have went first in the next question.
Yeah, we don't.
Well,
do it.
you didn't.
It's just the order. If anything, it builds to Dave's. To Dave saying the Giants will win, and then Ray can disagree with him. So maybe we just get you out of the way early.
Yeah, you're irrelevant in this equation.
I don't know.
Okay,
I don't know
great.
about
Just,
that.
just answer the question.
Wonderful.
I wouldn't say that.
All right, so I'll go first. I'll keep it short and sweet. I'm going to marry the Cowboys.
And you lost Dave.
No.
I will cuddle. I don't know how I don't cuddle. I'll cuddle Washington. No, trash the Giants.
I will flip it a little bit. I will marry Washington. I will cuddle Dallas. I will trash the Giants.
Interesting.
Marrying Washington, huh?
Yeah. I think they could have a big bounce back year.
Really? So you think the Giants,
I don't think the Giants are ready to win the division. No.
but by that metric, you think they're more likely to finish last than win the division?
Getting Sonny Styles is going to do great things for
not
Dan Quinn's
necessarily.
defense.
I just don't see the Giants winning the division. I don't know that I see them finishing last either.
Well, then who do you think
Yeah,
see
who do you
finishing last?
Not the Giants.
Well,
but I don't think they're going to win the division.
Okay, so if you think the
Unless you
Commies
think-
are winning
I
the
don't
division,
know.
it's Dallas or Philly. So
I'm uncertain. All I'm saying is
All he's saying is that there's a better chance that they don't finish last than they win the division.
yes.
That's it.
That's
he
right.
feels like a nice, solid 8-9 wins.
That's exactly
Not enough
right.
to win the division, enough to right there in the middle.
Exactly that. See, he gets me. And I'm not going to fall for your bait where I'm like, oh, the Giants are going to win 12 games. They can win the division. No.
Not
I'm
yet.
doing
they
it.
got 9 home games.
In time.
By
12
September-
home games.
You're not going to fall for it in May. By September.
No.
We'll see.
In time, we will take this division over.
It's a slow burn, though, RJ. It's 5 years. He's got to
We
65.
have plenty of time,
Or
RJ.
sooner.
I've told you how this is going to play out.
So-
8 or 9,
So I've heard.
playoff team, division. Year 3. Come back to me in 2028, 29. I'll answer differently.
RJ, get with the program, please. This is already a clear plan he has in place.
There's no chance this holds up, but okay.
Okay.
This is going to last to the win-loss game.
And Raymond, you care to play?
Marry Cowboys, cuddle Commies, trash Giants.
I mean, the Cowboys are in a position where they're a win-now team. We're not a win-now team.
I don't think that John Harbaugh believes that.
Well, I have to be a little more realistic.
Wow.
You got to stick to the plan. That's fine. This is not panic time. This is plan time.
That's right. 8 or 9 would be a tremendous improvement, guys.
Yeah, I'm not saying. Listen, I'm not disagreeing with you. It's these guys. They're trying to bait you.
Let's RJ's trying to bait me.
I'm not trying to bait you.
Oh,
See-
I know. I see exactly what
You're
you're
like
trying to
Jason Bateman right now.
You said you're going to smash my team so badly that Jameis Winston's going to be taking kneel downs.
do. Yeah, that's right.
We don't really get smashed by 8-win teams.
Well,
Doesn't really
you will
happen.
this year.
Okay.
No, we might win 9.
Doesn't really happen.
Okay.
It does this year.
Alrighty. So, on the other side of town,
Oh, yeah.
the old Jets.
And he leave. Why did you do this?
It's just
The way he did it?
Why
Yeah,
didn't you flip them and ask the second
because it
question?
doesn't matter. You both have to answer. It's irrelevant.
All right, fine.
Who cares who goes first?
I
That's
care.
why.
Dave cares, okay?
Oh my goodness. Or do you like the PEMDAS? The order of operation of math?
That's right.
Wow.
Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally.
That's right. That's
all
you.
right. Parentheses, exponents.
Yeah, you're exponents.
Multiplication.
You're a big exponent guy.
I love all of it.
Yeah.
That Aunt Sally was something.
Alrighty.
Her and Uncle Rod.
So, Aaron Glenn.
Yeah.
Obviously has a ton of pressure on him. But different than pressure of other coaches around the league that I was thinking about. Like all three.
Play call is my superpower,
That's
really.
right. All three of these guys have a lot of pressure for different reasons, and you'll see why. But I want you to cover my trash, marrying who has the most pressure.
That's rich.
Would it be Aaron Glenn? Would it be Zach Taylor of the Bengals? Or would it be Nick Sirianni of the Eagles?
Oh.
Most pressure for this coach.
Yep, and obviously pressure is relative to their situation. I got to tell you, because right now, would you pick the Bengals to win the division?
I'd pick the Ravens.
Interesting.
I have seen people picking the Bengals though.
Yeah, I think it's a 2-team race.
I haven't seen much Steelers.
I would pick the Ravens. Most pressure.
Different kinds of. Well, no, because I mean, the saving grace for Zach Taylor is that Joe Burrow likes him.
Mm-hmm. And if Taylor, if Burrow wants him there, how are they going to move on from him? Plus, they don't want to fire him and pay money to 2 coaches. All right, I'm gonna say I'm gonna marry Aaron Glenn. I'm gonna cuddle Sirianni. I'm gonna trash Zach Taylor.
Okay, so I'm gonna answer this a little bit differently. I think when you take, even if you don't want to pay 2 coaches and Joe Burrow does like you, I think the expectations are high enough there that if they don't meet them, that even Joe Burrow will come to the realization that it's time for a change. I'll marry Zach Taylor. I'll cuddle Glenn. I'll trash Sirianni.
It does feel like this is not the last hurrah.
It feels like this is it for
yeah,
Zach
there's
Taylor.
a lot of contracts still beyond this year, but it feels like something's got to happen in Cincinnati this year.
Especially
Aaron
because
Glenn
there are at least 6 games. I think he's gone, and I don't think he ever coaches again in this league.
Right, but him winning 6 games, could potentially happen if they don't win the division and then make some noise in the playoffs. There are Sean McDermott's available, depending on what Mike Tomlin wants to do. I'm sure there are a bunch of coaches that would like to have Joe Burrow as their quarterback.
I'm sure there are.
That are more qualified than Zach Taylor is.
Got to tell you, just by what they've been doing this year, Bengals, me.
Oh, you're going to be all over the Bengals.
I guarantee RJ goes into the picks this year thinking now that he's got his Bengals trained back.
He's going to take the Bengals every single week.
Also saw that some lines out there for week 1.
You're already looking at lines?
I just saw somebody tweeting about it.
Oh, you're an animal.
Niners getting points against the Rams. I don't care what country they play in.
This is unbelievable.
He'll be back in the tank at that point.
Different tank. That one's
a whole
parked.
Different tank.
That one's parked right now, just getting some maintenance. We're working on it. So, finally.
Here we go. Let's give Dave a hard time in the last question.
Well, this isn't so much a hard time.
Here we go.
No, that's for Jerry Ferrara. This is more so I want to assess how loud and how much clout you think your voice carries. Because we've heard your concerns and the complaints about not having gone to a Knicks game yet. You wanted a ticket for you and your son. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Okay.
And isn't that a nice thing, RJ?
It's a lifetime moment.
To try and get a ticket for me and my son to be able to go to the Knicks.
A great sporting event. I don't want to say no matter how the outcome, but that's a moment.
That's a forever moment.
Yep.
And they're standing in the way of a forever moment.
Well, you have made the outreach and you've made your voice heard to the collective they.
Mm-hmm.
So, let's start with Rick. How does this end up for Dave? Does Dave end up getting that beloved ticket with his son? And he gets 2 of them. And they go and they have a moment at some point during the Eastern Conference Finals. Does Dave go to a game, but unfortunately there's only 1 ticket? Or does Dave get shut out completely and it's really just a message sent by management that they just don't like him all that much? Which feels like the way it's trending.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
Oh, that's a great question, RJ. It's a great way to finish this up. So he gets the ticket.
2 tickets, 1 ticket, or no tickets.
Well, he's not going to accept 1 ticket.
Right, but will the offer at least be formally
Well,
put out there?
I think the offer has been. It's a standing offer that he could go if he wanted to with the one ticket. It's the holdup is the two tickets.
So it's what do I get offered or what do I wind up doing?
What do you get offered?
What do I get offered?
Yeah.
I'm going to marry the one ticket thing because I think he gets offered the one ticket. I'm going to cuddle the no tickets. I will trash. He gets the two tickets. I think the only way he gets two tickets is if he pays for
one ticket.
One ticket. Which I think just
I'm going
he won't do.
to marry.
See John's text?
Oh, yeah, there's some.
John says he would lean shut out. And being that John controls the tickets, I guess I'll marry shut out. I will cuddle solo, and I will trash two tickets.
How does that make you feel?
I'm sorry.
I mean, how should it make you feel? It makes you feel awful.
Well, that's it.
Every day I'm told on this show how Rick is more important.
And now they show you that Rick is more important.
And now Peter goes to the game with his wife, and he's there flaunting himself.
Himself.
Yeah.
Hey, John, real quick, if I know you're probably around here somewhere, or just come in here or text. If Rick asked for two tickets, what would happen?
He would get two tickets. If Rick said, "Hey, listen, I really want to bring Milo. His birthday's coming up. It would be special for," they'd be like,
Rick
would figure out a way.
Rick would threaten to walk out. Is what would happen.
Rick is always welcome.
See, his response: Rick is always welcome.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. So you wonder why I feel like
people love Rick. Wow.
That's right.
Wow.
Strong.
Mm-hmm. Wow. So you wonder why I feel the way I feel. I think I come by it honestly.
I'm sorry.
I'm mistreated. I'm in a verbally abusive relationship.
Verbally?
Yes. Well, not physically. They're not beating me up.
That'd be something.
This is sad.
Yeah.
I don't like to see like this. I feel like this is hurtful.
But forget about people loving Rick. Everyone loves Rick. It's fine. I love Rick.
Oh wow. John is driving it home right now.
That was
wow.
the.
That is the. that is the dagger.
That's what Ray. That's what spurred on the.
That is the Jalen Brunson makes a layup. They get a steal, and Jalen Brunson hits a 3-pointer 3 seconds later. That's what that is.
Rick has
absolute dagger.
A deep sales list. And all the salespeople want to meet him.
Absolute
That's great.
dagger.
You know what? I don't need to go to anything.
Oh, sounds like you're not going to, unfortunately.
No. But I don't need to do any station, anything. I'm irrelevant.
Oh, here we go.
I'm an ass pimple, is what I am.
You're a trout.
Maybe less than an ass pimple.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm an ass boil, is what I am. Oh, him? Sure, he can go. That's fine.
Mike Trout is a pimple on my ass.
I'm not even a pimple on the ass.
I'm sorry.
Boil.
This is. I'm sorry this happened to you.
You're not sorry.
That's
your dad is probably dancing around celebrating this news.
I'm very sorry.
Yeah.
A boil sounds like you need some attention.
Yeah, the boils are tough.
From a professional.
You got to put a heat compress on that.
I am the station hemorrhoid, is what I am.
DiPietro hemorrhoid?
Yes. They got Peter there flaunting his.
You might be able to get a Dodge endorsement with that. That thing got a Hemi? Yeah, his name's Dave.
Very nice.
I got nothing.
I'm the station hemorrhoid.
That's what I am.
The station hemorrhoid.
RJ, how do you think that looks on a T-shirt? Because I feel like that could be the exclusive.
I don't even know what a hemorrhoid looks like.
Google it.
I'm not going to search that.
Why?
I think it'd have to be like, you'd have to show the whole anus to have the.
Oh, really?
I think we put like a face on the like your face as the hemorrhoid.
As the hemorrhoid?
Yeah. So
it's
like
an inflamed vein in the lower rectum or the anus caused by increased pressure.
So I think that what it is
resulting in pain, itching, and bright red bleeding.
Right. So
I'm the station hemorrhoid.
It would be me, and then you know how like in Ace Ventura when he talks with his butt cheeks?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it would be kind of like that, and then with the butt cheeks open, it would be your face in the rectum.
It's nice.
Damn near killed him.
That's nice.
I was waiting.
I think that'd be nice. I think that could be the first. That thing would sell right out. Your face is a hemorrhoid? I mean, that's off the shelves the second I put it on the site. With you saying 65 or sooner as a hemorrhoid.
Yeah, this is all playing out right to my plan. and you know what the shame of it is? I was considering working Memorial Day. That's out.
That's out. See you later.
Yeah, have Ty. He's probably more popular than me anyway. You and Ty, the future of the station. You guys do the show together.
Why are you doing this to me? I didn't.
What
say
do you mean?
Anything. I didn't say anything.
You don't defend me.
I'll defend you till the death. I don't work unless you work. That's it. It's not some the fake threat. It's not an idle threat.
You say
RJ knows I'm serious.
Yeah,
John's still your friend.
You are serious, but wait. Let's see what happens if they hopefully the Knicks advance. They throw some NBA Finals tickets in front of you.
Oh yeah,
that what happens.
You'll probably host
I'll give
this
him
week.
Dave. I'll give him Dave.
But they say
that's a nice experience for Dave and his son.
Non-transferable.
How could they not be transferable? Like my name on them.
Well, we need you. We need Rick. That's what's coming.
It's got to be Rick.
Yeah,
has to be Rick. That's fine. I see. You know what? It's never been more clear. That's fine.
Wow.
But now I know my limitations, and I know what I'm willing to give back, and now we know it.
I don't like to see you like this.
Well,
John's supposed to be one of your closest friends.
No.
Doesn't seem like he's a close friend.
It really doesn't, does it?
He seems like he's a real nasty, you know what.
It's holding it over your head right now.
Yeah, I don't like any of this.
Well, let me do the reads because I'm contractually obligated to do those. So with Xfinity, you already enjoy ESPN as part of your TV lineup with live games, daily sports coverage, expert analysis, and now the ESPN Unlimited plan is available at no additional cost, giving you access to additional ESPN content in the ESPN app, on-demand programming, and originals to explore. Visit Xfinity.com/your subscriptions to activate ESPN Unlimited access, then start watching in the ESPN app. More from ESPN all in one place. Let's break, come back, and get into the red-hot, waiting in a holding pattern, New York Knicks. DNR with you, ESPN New York. All right, let's see what's happening on the roads. Here she is, the great Debbie Duhame.
Hi, Dave. Hi, Rick. On the CMT Tuesday, let's see what's going on. We've got an hour delay at the inbound George Washington Bridge, 45 at the Lincoln, an hour at the Holland from 1 and 9. A lot of volume still on the LIE eastbound at the Clearview with an accident being cleared. Jericho Turnpike at New York Ave and Huntington Station down wires. And on the thruway south by exit 10, it's an accident right at the Mario Como Tappan Zee Bridge. Sponsored by Positive Coaching Alliance. If you have questions about youth or high school sports, Positive Coaching Alliance can help. PCA builds better athletes and better people through sports. Info at positivecoach.org. I'm Debbie Duhame on 880 ESPN New York.
Another dominating step towards a championship.
The New York Knicks have redefined playoff dominance. And for the second consecutive season, the Knicks are on their way to the Eastern Conference Finals.
I think that's really great to see our team in this mindset, the feeling that we got a lot more work to do.
Inbound stolen by McBride, and then Brunson buries a far corner three. 5 points for Brunson in about 3 seconds.
The pursuit of the Larry-O is alive and well.
You like the rhythm that you're in, but if we expect to be who we think we're capable of being, we'll find a way to stay consistent with what we're doing.
Hear all the games here on 880 and the ESPN New York app.
D'Agostino Law Bite Back. This is John D'Agostino from D'Agostino & Associates, and I know how a serious accident can change your life. Just like that.
I'm Jenna D'Agostino, and I understand that with pain comes medical bills and time out of work. Let us get you justice.
This is John Ryan, the closer. For over 35 years, our family has been getting accident victims every dollar they deserve.
I started this firm for the injured so they can bite back against the insurance companies.
Our legacy is to get you justice. Bite back.
To get you paid. Bite back.
At D'Agostino & Associates, bite back means fight back. When you're hurt and they blame you, we bite back and get you every dollar you deserve. We have offices throughout New York and New Jersey, so call us first at 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-248-3222. 1-800-248-3222. I've been there, and I'll be there for you.
Wherever your day takes you, across New Jersey, into New York, or down to Philadelphia, New Jersey Transit gets you there. Skip the traffic and stay on track. With busy travel periods ahead, plan ahead, check schedules, and allow extra time for your trip. From workdays to weekends, New Jersey Transit keeps your routine moving with reliable, convenient service. Ride smart. Plan your trip at njtransit.com.
Hey, it's Alan Hahn. Rings End is your locally owned Benjamin Moore retailer. They're your store for quality with a full line of brilliant and durable Benjamin Moore paints. They're your store for inspiration with thousands of colors and a variety of sheens. And Rings End is your store for expertise with one-on-one advice for contractors and homeowners. Insist on Benjamin Moore paint from Rings End because the gorgeous color you love can't be matched in another brand of paint.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation, so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. Money is on the line. Always say hello with Quo. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
All right, DNR with you, ESPN New York. We roll along on this holding pattern, waiting period, whatever you want to call it, until we find out about the Knicks. And is it the Cavs or the Pistons? I much prefer the Cavs. I mean, not even close. I think they would have their way with the Cavaliers. I think they would destroy them.
Okay. I mean, listen, I prefer the Cavaliers because I'm going to have home court advantage. I mean, that's #1 reason why I prefer the Cavs. Not to mention the fact that we haven't had success against Detroit. But again, this is a different version of the Knicks team.
It is a different version of the Knicks. But Detroit still concerns me more because, I mean, they're going to give Brunson a real hard time. And they have a legitimate closer in Cunningham.
Well, I mean, you say that, and if you've watched the last couple games, I mean, Cade hasn't been great. I mean, turnovers have been an issue again, and Donovan Mitchell just went wild. Like, Donovan Mitchell has the ability to do that, too.
Donovan Mitchell had the most points in a half, tied for the most points in a half in the history of postseason basketball.
Right, so, I mean, they have the potential, if you get a good version of James Harden, to have a really explosive offensive backcourt.
You just said it right there, and I'm willing to take that risk. A good version of James Harden, I don't think you see it consistently. Because you never see it consistently.
Well, but you only need to see it for 4 games. Last night was 24-11. And you've also seen games where he looks like he's disinterested and doesn't shoot the ball.
Absolutely. The other night he scored, 10 points? I mean, he goes through the motions at times.
So I don't know exactly what's going on in his head game to game.
I will say this. I think that expectation, because wouldn't you agree that most Knicks fans thought that getting to the NBA Finals was going to be very difficult?
I think that's changed now.
That's what I'm saying. We're now at the point where if the Knicks don't go to the NBA Finals, I don't even want to say failure, but I think you would look at this and have real disappointment now.
Right. So, I mean, again, and this is not a conversation I want to have now, but it's a conversation I heard yesterday, and I even think you brought it up. At this point, the whole talk of, making any changes seems crazy. And I agree with you. In the moment, yes, it seems crazy. But right now, you're seeing the best possible version of the Knicks. Now,
Yeah.
Mike Brown thinks it could get better because there's all these things he can do during training camp to enhance the offense. Right? But as far as both sides of the ball, what you've seen over the last 7 games is as good as we've ever seen from this group of Knicks players.
From any group of anybody.
Okay. So, I ask you this, though. If this continues and they play this well and it's still not good enough to get through the Eastern Conference, are we not having that conversation again?
I didn't say this. This was Ray that went on this rampage.
Oh, whoever said it.
Yeah. Ray said it. No, I think you would. If you go into OKC and they bludgeon you and they beat you in 5 and it's not competitive and they're up 3-0 and you steal a game and then they win, quickly. No, I think that you would have to revisit this. Now, if Cat continues to play this well, do you have more leverage now? You might have more leverage, but I mean, you heard it yesterday from Shams. He said everybody's going to be on Giannis this offseason.
Well, I just think it's crazy, and I understand why, because Ray's not the only one that said it. I think I heard Carlin and Bart talking about it. It's just we. It's funny. It's almost like, again, could be a horrific analogy, but I had this conversation with my wife the other day. We were talking about, we had 3. I would have loved to have another one. And I was like, I still can't believe we had 3. Like, it's amazing that you could go through a full childbirth and then have this like amnesia where you forget all the things you went through. And hey, let's have a second one. And then forget it again. Let's have a third one.
Because it's worth it.
Right. It's worth it. But we have this amnesia here where like we pretend like through 3 games of the Atlanta series, we weren't talking about making huge changes in the coach being fired.
They would have.
Right. It happens fast.
Absolutely.
So to think all of a sudden if you have a series against Detroit or Cleveland that you don't win, that we're not going to be going back to having those same exact conversations, you're crazy.
I think you certainly could, and I think you could depending on what it looks like. I mean, if you lose in Game 7 to Detroit, as opposed to if you get beat up by Detroit, I think how it looks really does make a difference here.
I think it does too. But if you're playing as well as you're playing now, you're blowing teams out, and for all those wet blankets that want to call and bring up, well, Atlanta wasn't that good. And the Sixers were banged up and they weren't very good. You're just taking advantage of bad teams. And then you play just as good as you thought you played in the first 2 rounds, starting in Game 4 of the Atlanta series, and still lose to Detroit or Cleveland. Right? It's like, okay, well, the thought is going to be this isn't good enough.
And maybe it's not good enough. But right now it feels like it could be, and they're continuing to get better. Like, what's the weakness on the team?
Right now, that doesn't feel like there's a current weakness.
You know what actually feels like it's something that cannot continue is Karl-Anthony Towns cannot get in foul trouble every single game.
Right, but I think going into that series against Joel Embiid, knowing who he is and what he does, I think we all thought it was a likelihood.
At least a possibility. The problem for me is it happens all the time. And not only it would bother you regardless. But I think what makes it even worse is so many of the fouls, you're like, there was no reason for that. Why did you do that? Why did you foul him 35 feet away from the basket?
Well, I'll tell you right now.
An illegal screen, like it's the same thing all the time.
Right, but I'm telling you now, if I'm whoever the coach is, either Cleveland or Detroit, I'm hunting him out early in the game.
Of course you are.
Immediately.
Of course you are.
Because of what this offense looks like with him in the ball, with the ball in his hands.
Because I think a lot of people, and I think I'm one of these people, I didn't think you could ever see this version of Karl-Anthony Towns.
What's amazing is it took this long to see it. Right? It's almost like it reminds me of the Breece Hall stuff, where at one point, like, oh, I didn't realize Breece could catch this well. What do you mean you didn't realize he could catch this well? Like, what are we talking about? That's what training camp is for. Like, Karl-Anthony Towns is a willing passer.
Well, they had the same thing last postseason, remember? When it's like we were going to play the bench guys, it's just, oh, my God, it worked out. All of a sudden, these guys can play. And this year, it's like, hey, let's run the offense through him. Oh, my God, what a novel idea. We've kind of been begging for this for a long time as Knicks fans.
Right, but maybe it's one of those situations where, like, I mean, it was something that they maybe talked about, but didn't feel like they needed to go. Like, you wouldn't necessarily have full buy-in until you were up against it, like you were after Game 3, where you're down 2-1, right? Like we were talking about how bad the offense looked late in those games. It's like, okay, something needs to change. Okay, let's try this, and then it instantly looks the way it looks, and it's like you get full buy-in right away to it.
Well, you had to buy in because you didn't have an alternative.
No choice. Right, that's what I mean, though. So, like, it's one of those big changes where it's like, okay, unless we could talk about it, but to implement it now, maybe it doesn't sit right with everybody, as opposed to, hey, fellas, we got the season on the line here. We're down 2-1 to this Atlanta team that we know we're better than, and the offense doesn't look great. How about we try this? Oh, okay, we'll try anything at this point, and then it works, and it's like, what the hell have we been waiting for?
Yeah, it's pretty glaring that they should have done this earlier. But you know what? Whatever. You got by Atlanta, you got by Philadelphia, and now you sit and you wait for your next opponent.
Listen, it feels like it's good enough. At the end of the day, it might not be good enough.
We'll find out.
But as far as the group of players that you have, what you've had this season to work with, you could not, as a fan, ask for more in this moment. You're going to get OG back for Game 1.
Yep.
You won and you swept the Sixers, so you get you get an appropriate amount of rest. It actually feels like it, as much as Wally's story kind of makes you nervous, it could be to your benefit, since now you actually have some practice days to add to the offense that already looks amazing. Some wrinkles that these other teams haven't seen, because I'm sure Cleveland and Detroit are going through all this new tape trying to figure out how you slow this thing down and how you stop it, and it'd be a huge benefit to have some extra things you can add to that with the practice time that you usually don't have the luxury of getting during the postseason.
It's great. I mean, you are in the perfect situation right now. Now you just have to finish.
See, that's the thing, though, and that's why, again, goes back to, and I don't want to have these conversations, but I'm just saying, like, you couldn't, like, this is ideal circumstances you're getting right now.
Yeah.
If you can't win in this, when will you win?
I don't know. And also, if you can't go to the finals now, when are you going to go to the finals?
Right, maybe that's more it. Just because I think, you look at OKC on the other side of this, they haven't lost a game yet.
OKC's a problem.
Right, so it's like
I think what you have to be rooting for is because the T-Wolves are not going to beat them, is the Spurs to find their way through the series, and then the Spurs to beat OKC, and then you think you'd have better success against San Antonio.
Right, but you're also, again, kind of going through the same thing that we're going through if it ends up being Detroit, is like how much stock are we putting into what happened during the regular season when now, like even like Wemby making the decision to elbow Naz Reid in the face. That's a bad decision. Like that's a I haven't really been through this kind of decision. As much as you want to do that, you're too important to your team to do that.
Did you see he had no idea he was thrown out of the game?
Doesn't he know what a flagrant 2 is?
No, he was asking his teammate, "What's a flagrant 2? What does that mean?" And he's like, "I'm ejected."
He's lucky he's not suspended.
That came out yesterday. He's not suspended. That was brutal. And then I see all these dummies. You can't throw out a player of that magnitude. Stop it. You can't elbow a guy in the face intentionally.
Right. I would listen. If they decided to suspend him a game, I would probably be on that same train. You can't.
He also got ejected from that game with the bulk of the game to still play.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
They pretty much missed that game.
If that's the fourth quarter, you're down by 12 anyway. That's one thing. But no, he should have been thrown out of that game, and he should not have been, I agree, suspended anymore. All right, let's break. We'll come back. We'll get to your Knicks calls, 800-919-3776. DNR with you right here on ESPN New York.
Knicks fans, it's time to hit the court with BetMGM, an official sports betting partner of the New York Knicks. Download the BetMGM app today and add a boost of excitement to every New York game day with same-day parlays, live betting options, player props, boosted odds specials, and the best daily promotions in the business. With the BetMGM app at your fingertips, you can experience the excitement of betting on your favorite players and get in on all the blue and orange action as your New York Knicks drive the lane. Find out why basketball fans love BetMGM, an official sports betting partner of the New York Knicks. BetMGM. Make it legendary. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 years of age or older to wager and physically present in New York and New Jersey only. Subject to eligibility requirements. Gambling problem in New York? Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. For New Jersey, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Another dominating step towards a championship.
The New York Knicks have redefined playoff dominance. And for the second consecutive season, the Knicks are on their way to the Eastern Conference Finals.
I think that's really great to see our team in this mindset, the feeling that we got a lot more work to do.
Inbound stolen by McBride, and then Brunson buries a far corner three. 5 points for Brunson in about 3 seconds.
The pursuit of the Larry-O is alive and well.
You like the rhythm that you're in, but if we expect to be who we think we're capable of being, we'll find a way to stay consistent with what we're doing.
Hear all the games here on 880 and the ESPN New York app.
I'm a dog, and my job is to make you happy. So I recommend Optimum Fiber for your home. It's famously fast. Way better than flaky 5G home internet, which can slow down the more people or dogs are online. So switch to Optimum Fiber, starting at only $25 a month with a 5-year price lock. Call 888-4-OPTIMUM or visit Optimum.com today. That's 888-4-OPTIMUM. Gus, fetch! I gotta take that. Terms apply. See Optimum.com for details.
Less than 4 in 10 kids aged 6 through 12 are playing sports regularly. 4 in 10 kids? Let it sink in. Just 4 in 10 kids. ESPN is building a nationwide coalition powered by Disney called Take Back Sports, with the purpose of training more coaches, expanding access, and creating community-driven sports programming that puts kids and fun first. We're working on that story. We hope you'll join us.
Visit takebacksports.org to learn more.
We expect our information in real time. U.S. Med carries continuous glucose monitors, which provide real-time readings of blood glucose levels. U.S. Med is an approved provider for Medicare and over 500 private insurers. So call 888-665-0696 today for a free insurance and Medicare benefits check as easy as... That's 888-665-0696.
Another dominating step towards a championship.
And for the second consecutive season, the Knicks are on their way to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Will this be the year the Knicks punch their ticket to the NBA Finals?
Inbound stolen by McBride, and then Brunson buries a far corner three. 5 points for Brunson in about 3 seconds.
Thanks to all our New York Knicks partners this season, including New York Presbyterian, NYC Department of Corrections, Boost Mobile, and the Parisman Firm on ESPN New York.
All right, DNR with you, ESPN New York. You see what's happening here, right? I think it's pretty obvious. John he feels guilty about the way he's treated me, and he's trying to burrow his way back into my good graces.
Yeah, I could tell that early on when he came in. He's like, and he's trying to explain what he was doing. That's fine.
But
he's getting some.
It does hurt.
He's had a rough week and a half. Let's call it what it is.
Well, last week he almost just ended his future.
That's what I mean. He came in with an issue and then decided rather than keep it low key, deal with that issue. No, let's double down. We'll compound the issue by letting his family know that he likes the Jets better than them.
Yeah, and he will love them longer.
That's right.
I think that to me was the thing that was really so troubling.
It was. The whole thing was troubling. I think when I looked at his face as he was saying it and realized how serious he actually was.
Do you think he, like at the time that he was uttering the words, he was like, "No, don't do this," and he just couldn't help himself?
No, I think that's really how he feels. I think that's just one of those private moments. One of those private moments that became public.
Oh, poor John.
I know.
Poor
it's
John.
tough.
All right. Well, yeah, it feels like he's doing appropriately now. He's trying to get back in my good graces.
Well, he should, because, you're supposed to be a close friend of his. You take him out to breakfast all the time.
Supposed to be. Sometimes it doesn't feel like that. Let's get back to the Knicks fans. They're my close friends right now. Brian in Manhattan. You used to hate him, and now you don't. Good morning, Brian. How are you?
Good morning, guys. I'm driving in traffic in Midtown, heading to Queens to see my son. It's funny. I know you guys, it's talk radio. You want to create angst and conversation. But didn't Ray tell you a while ago to enjoy the ride and, enjoy the moment? I feel like talking about what if they lost to Detroit, what if they lost to OKC, would they move Cat? We don't need Giannis. I guess my point is I have never seen a better brand of, and I'm old, I've never seen a better brand of Knick basketball, at least in a very long time. And this is just so enjoyable to watch. So if they get to OKC and they lose, I'll be disappointed. But this has been an amazing ride. And I have no reason to think that they're going to start playing like they were playing pre-Cat distributing the ball. There's no reason for us to think that. They're a different team. And lastly, the idea of criticizing people who were critical of Cat and Bridges early in the year is stupid, because we all saw with our own eyes the way they were playing, the stupidity, the childlike antics of Cat, the poor play, the bad shooting, Bridges not being involved. So that happened, and the idea that we should somehow apologize for being aware of it is crazy. Anyway, I just wanted to call you guys. This has been a great ride. I haven't been this excited about a team since the Mets a couple years ago.
It's awesome. And that's not even a couple of years ago. Oh, you're talking about when they went to the NLCS. Yeah. Well, thanks for the call, bro. I think he's right. I think he's 100% right. You can't be beat up by everyone if you had negative things to say about Bridges and Towns at some point. I think at the time that was very fair criticism.
Yeah, I think so. But that's the thing. I don't understand with people sometimes where, because you can be critical or you can be realistic, it makes you less of a fan.
I hate that.
That drives me crazy.
My whole way of being is, if I don't think you're deserving of praise, even if I'm a fan of that team, I'm going to crush you for it.
Right,
and a lot of fans are not willing to come down hard on their own team.
Right. What's amazing to me though is just having been a part of a professional organization, a professional team. It's Even the players, though, right? Like, I mean, I tell you all the time, like the booing and stuff, and that affects us, and we don't love it and everything else. But even inside that locker room, we're being just as realistic and potentially negative about what we have as you're hearing on Sports Talk Radio. Guys know when they stink. We also know the things that we need help with, or that when your power play stinks, we all know the power play stinks. Like we're all like, but everything's not just always great with us either. Right? Like Cat knew he was playing poor. Like they know it.
But we're not going to take the airwaves and
no, but that's what I mean though. Listen, if the players are like, I'm telling you, as a player, we're having those conversations, right? So a fan shouldn't feel like I'm less of a fan because I'm also being critical. No, you have every right to be critical. We're being critical of ourselves. We're being critical of what our team is at the moment.
Right, and you should be critical, and we should be critical. And when you play well, I mean, we haven't been critical lately. We haven't been critical
we all want the same thing.
In 2 weeks.
Right, we all want the same thing. The disconnect between the fan and the athlete comes when, you got a guy out there that's battling through an injury or something, and you're not giving him credit for, hey, this guy's playing hurt. Or like there are like certain things that are unfair. But to make a statement like, hey, we need Cat more engaged. Like listen, we don't know exactly what's happening behind closed doors as to why he's not more involved in the offense. Is it the coach? Is it Cat? Is it we don't know those things. But Cat knows, like we know, that he needs to be more involved. He's not dumb.
And then when he would take a microphone, like, I mean, I defer to my teammates, and it's like, no, you're paid to be an alpha. You are an alpha. We know how good you can be when you're playing at a high level. Go out there and be better. Nobody wants excuses. They've played great basketball lately, and we're thrilled about the process and the progress that they're making. And now you have to just continue along.
That's it. But you know what? I think to his other point, yes, you should enjoy the ride, and we're all enjoying the ride, I hope. And this is as for some of us, as good as we've ever seen it.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, the expectation is the expectation. Right? And that expectation changes as you watch your team play.
And
it's no different than
your team plays better. You can change your expectation also.
That's what I mean. You can't just settle for what you thought before the season started or about what you thought before the playoffs started. You adjust accordingly. Right? Like, I mean, after the first 3 games of the Atlanta series, a series that even you thought it was a tough matchup, we all said Knicks in 5, right? That's how we felt like the series should go. You watch the first 3 games, they're down 2-1. Now the expectations for the series changed. Okay, this isn't going to happen in 5, but let's get through this one. If it's like, hopefully it's in 6, whatever it ends up being. And then you watch them play against the Sixers, and the expectation now should change again. And it has. You see the odds have changed. Right? And then you go on what does Detroit look like against Orlando? What does Cleveland look like against Toronto? Everyone, it's consistently changing as you watch how the playoffs unfold.
Correct. But some
and that's
people
how you decide whether or not
they're so set in their ways that they just think, nope, if in January they were this, then in May they're the same. And it's ever evolving.
I can't imagine going through a whole season and just pretending like everything is great when things aren't great.
Well, we're not going to do that.
No, but I'm just saying, like, I know we don't do that. And I wouldn't like doing the show with you if you did that. I'm just saying I don't know how that works. Like you're not playing in the game and you have no real bearing in the game, but you're also dedicating all this time and everything else to this team. You should be able to be critical of the team if you need to be critical.
And that will not change. All right, let's break because I don't want to be criticized by RJ for going too long. We'll come back and we'll continue with your Knicks calls. We're all excited about where they are, where they're going, what's happened, and now we wait. DNR with you, ESPN New York.
D'Agostino, Law Bite Back. This is John D'Agostino from D'Agostino & Associates. Did you know Social Security takes money out of every paycheck you earn, paycheck after paycheck, and you're not supposed to touch that money until you're 67? What if you can't work? What if you need that money now? The system is challenging and most people get denied. That's a fact. D'Agostino & Associates has the experience to win, and we win a lot. If you filed for Social Security disability benefits and were denied, let us appeal. Call us first at 1-800-BITE-BACK. Bite back means fight back. 1-800-248-3222. We'll fight to get you paid. D'Agostino & Associates has offices throughout New York and New Jersey and handles Social Security disability claims and appeals. Remember, if you've been denied, call us first. 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-248-3222. 32-22. D'Agostino and Associates. We win a lot.
The NBA playoffs are in full swing, and with DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA, your winnings get a boost every single day, all playoffs long. Bet player props, bet live, from the opening tip to the final possession. Every bucket, every dime, every clutch takeover matters. And DraftKings Sportsbook keeps boosting you all the way through. All DraftKings customers can enjoy a profit boost every single day throughout the playoffs. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use code WHSQ to claim your profit boost. That's code WHSQ to get a boost every day of the NBA playoffs. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. 21 plus, New York only. Eligibility and restrictions apply. One profit boost per customer per day. NBA playoff bets only. Bet restrictions apply and vary when offered. Max bet and boost vary. Boost only applies to winnings and expires at the end of the last NBA game each day. See terms at sportsbook.draftkings.com/promos.
Hey, New York and New Jersey. Commitment issues? No problem. Now you can get unlimited talk, text, and data for $25 a month forever, as in for life. Switch now at boostmobile.com. After 30 gigabytes, you may experience slower speeds. Pay $25 a month as long as you stay on the Boost Mobile Unlimited plan.
Evan Cohen here. In life, as in sports, the pros make it look easy. That's why pro golfers like Jason Day, Ben Griffin, and Patton Kazire trust the pros in lawn care. True Green. They have the experience and expertise to give you a lawn worthy of the PGA Tour. And since True Green does the work for you, you get more free time, or more tee times. So stop stressing over your lawn and start loving it. Sign up now at TrueGreen.com because nobody makes it easier to get a golf course quality lawn than True Green, the official lawn care treatment provider of the PGA Tour.
Progressive presents the Passionate Sports Fan Checklist. Signed jersey of your favorite bench warmer? Check. 14 bobbleheads that look nothing like the players they're emulating? Check. Twin TVs so you can watch the game on 2 different networks simultaneously? Check. Life-size wall sticker of your favorite player that routinely freaks you out at night? Check. A second life-size wall sticker so after the first one freaks you out, you see the second and you're like, oh right, the wall stickers. Check and mate. Bundle your renters and auto insurance with Progressive and save on protection for the things on your checklist. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers not available in all states or situations covered subject to policy terms.
ESPN New York, now streaming live on YouTube. Subscribe today and watch the show. WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York. This is DiPietro and Rothenberg.
Everyone loves Rick. It's fun. I don't need to go to anything. I'm an ass pimple is what I am. Mike Trout is a pimple on my ass. I'm not even a pimple on the ass. I'm an ass boil is what I am. I'm sorry. I am the station hemorrhoid is what I am.
DiPietro hemorrhoid?
Yes.
I'm the station hemorrhoid.
That's what I am.
This is DiPietro and Rothenberg.
Right. So I'm the station hemorrhoid.
On ESPN New York. And streaming live on YouTube.
It's very hurtful, but I think I finally have realized my role here at the station. I'm the hemorrhoid of the station. You know, maybe we get like a big sponsorship with a, what's a hemorrhoid removal? Like
Preparation
a Preparation H or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a nice
Or
one.
maybe a dermatologist jumps on board.
I don't know if that's a dermatologist thing, is it?
Oh, I thought, no, they would not do a hemorrhoid removal?
I don't think the dermatologist does the hemorrhoid. I think it's more like a proctologist situation.
Oh. Have you had a hemorrhoid?
Anal. I don't believe I've had a hemorrhoid, no.
Well, wouldn't you know?
Yeah, so no, I don't think I've had a hemorrhoid. I have never been diagnosed with a hemorrhoid, nor do I think I have a hemorrhoid.
Who removes a hemorrhoid?
I think it's the proctologist.
A colorectal surgeon.
Colorectal.
Or a general surgeon.
Yeah, it's not a dermatologist. It's not like as easy as like, hey, I don't like how this mole looks. I think that's a serious surgery, though.
Having a hemorrhoid
like removed, yeah.
Well, that's
a hemorrhoidectomy. Is it called a hemorrhoidectomy?
Yeah.
I don't think that's great.
Yeah.
I think there could be leakage, and I don't think it's
really.
Yeah, I don't think it's what
Is
you
this
want.
something where you can't like do normal activity for quite some time after?
Like take your temperature? I don't. Like you mean go to the bathroom?
No, I mean just like live a normal life. Like if I were to have a hemorrhoid removed, would I have to not work for a bit? Like how does that work?
Yeah, I don't know. Probably
do I have to sit on special pads.
Yeah, maybe diaper situation. I don't know.
Yeah, you probably have to deal with a donut at least.
What's the recovery time for a hemorrhoidectomy?
I haven't found that. Colorectal surgeon would do it. A general surgeon or a gastroenterologist could all perform this. Apparently.
Okay. We don't have any like recovery time.
I can find it.
Like things you'll deal with after the surgery.
I mean, Dave's algorithm's going to think he's really sick right now.
It's better than what I normally have popping up on my algorithm.
The one I'm scared about the most is Don, because of how much time he spends reading on the toilet.
Don told, and I know this is like pathetic because I'm like a parent of my kids are starting to get a little older, a story. I almost cried yesterday.
Oh, really?
So I guess he was at Marco's baseball game, and they were getting clobbered. And the other pitcher was just dealing, and Marco had struck out, I think, looking, he said, the first time. He came up for a second time. I guess it was going to either be a mercy or they weren't going to get through the order a third time. And he said he knows that at-bat for Marco was going to define everything. Like the rest of the weekend, how the day was going to go, just like his move, everything. So he goes up. I guess he had 2 strikes on him, and then base hit up the middle. I'm like, great, base hit up the middle. So now, and the base hit, I guess they're playing on turf. It just starts rolling, and it splits the outfielders, and it rolls to the wall. And he hits second, and they're just picking it up. And he hits third, and they're throwing it back in. And the third base coach, he sends him inside the park home run for Marco.
Nice.
And he was so excited, and I could, I remember those moments, and I was so excited for him, and it was just great to listen to the excitement in Don's voice, because it's great.
That's a huge moment, man.
It's a
There's
huge
nothing better
moment.
than watching your kids have success.
Nothing better.
Nothing better.
Nothing better. We go from that to hemorrhoid surgery recovery. You're right, it is a hemorrhoidectomy. Typically takes 2 to 4 weeks for initial healing, with full recovery taking up to 6 to 8 weeks.
Oh,
the most intense, excruciating pain usually occurs in the first week. You can expect bleeding and discomfort.
Yeah, it looks like you could also get some anal stenosis, maybe.
Oh.
That's a potential complication.
That doesn't sound great.
No, that's your anal canal narrows.
Oh.
It's not great.
Not great at all. So the Knicks.
Discharge and swelling also.
They wait now.
This is why you don't sit on the toilet for too long.
No, it could be dangerous. Ray, was it you that just said you were nervous about Don's future?
That wasn't me, no.
Oh.
Who said that?
Nervous.
Who said that?
I did. I think he's the one I'm concerned the most about, because it sounds like he does a lot of his reading on the toilet.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Why do you get a hemorrhoid? Is it from just sitting on the toilet?
That's a big contributor, I've heard.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's too much pressure. Just you know what I mean?
What
you don't want that much pressure there. You're supposed to get in and out. Do your business.
And get out of there.
See you later. Yeah.
Straining during increased pressure.
Yeah, prolonged sitting is not good.
Swollen veins, and then boop, hemorrhoids.
Yep.
Oh God, get off that toilet,
with a guy.
Don.
He was in tremendous pain. It looked. He showed me one time. It was.
Who had this?
One of the guys I played with had one. Not great.
Had a hemorrhoid?
He showed it to you?
He showed it to us.
He showed you his hemorrhoids?
Yeah.
And?
It was gross. Like a grape.
Well, that's me. I'm the station hemorrhoid.
It's funny. We named his hemorrhoid Dave.
See?
Yeah.
You know what? Very apropos. Before you even knew me.
Before I even knew you,
You're naming the hemorrhoid after the station hemorrhoid.
Yeah. What do you think what does that look like? It looks like a Dave.
Yeah. That's accurate. All right, let's get to the next calls. 800-919-3776. You're right, though, Ray. My algorithm is going to be a disaster now.
Yeah, that's why I'm glad you did it this time, not me.
Yeah. I got to start.
It can't be worse than mine.
Well, yours is a cesspool.
Awful.
If I buy a new phone, will my algorithm change, or I'm just
no? Your algorithm will be the same to start, because you're still logged into your email and stuff on there. So it's got your history, buddy, regardless of what you're surfing
I have to
on.
Revamp this whole thing.
Why don't you just start searching for other things?
Pleasant things.
Yes.
Yeah, but I didn't search
for
wholesome
things.
Angels.
Cherubs.
Yes.
But I didn't search for a lot of the stuff that pops up.
But because you've searched for some of the awful stuff you've searched for, now that other stuff is popping up.
I think most of this has to if I'm thinking about this the right way, I think most of it is because of the occasional video I'll send you guys.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That now has cluttered the whole thing up.
Right. So send us pictures of benign things.
I'm surprised you. Speaking of all that, I'm surprised you didn't send us any of those clips. Did you see those clips from Backlash this week?
WWE, yeah.
with Danhausen.
Right.
What he ended up doing.
Yeah, but you had sent it, so I figured
I don't know. I don't know anything of what you guys are talking about.
So
remember Dink and Doink?
Yes.
The little guys?
Well, no. One was the big guy, and the other one was the little guy.
Uh huh.
So we're back to that.
Well, it's relevant, Dave, because this guy Danhausen, he claims to have uncursed the Knicks.
Danhausen?
One word. One word, Danhausen. But he claims
Hausen. It's Danhausen.
No, he claims to have uncursed the Knicks.
And he's a wrestler, this guy?
He's a wrestler.
And how did he do that?
I don't know. He has the ability to curse people, is my understanding. Curse and uncurse. And he had a match this weekend, a tag team match, and he went to clone himself, the perfect partner himself, and the clone machine malfunctioned, and a small version of himself came out. So, yeah.
So now he's got a small version of him.
Mini-Hausens, I think he called them.
This is unbelievable stuff.
That's wrestling for you.
And the script writers are really, the geniuses is what they are.
I hear they're using a lot of AI now.
I'm sure they are. Can we get to some Knicks calls, please?
Please.
Let's go to Edgar in Bloomingdale. Edgar, every day. What's going on, buddy?
I love the knowledge that you guys give besides sports. I think that's the next Embiid injury, the anorectomy.
Great. Very nice.
All right. I owe an apology to Ray and Kat. I called him not New York tough. He's soft. He's not going to make it. I'm sure, Dave, you also said
I did.
We're not going to win the championship with Kat. So me and you in the same boat. But he's got to change one thing. The top of the key screen where he sticks out and the guard runs into him and just hits the floor, the ref's going to make that call every single time. We don't need you to screen on top. Just go.
Well, I don't think there's anything wrong with screening on top. I just don't understand why you have to be moving and do it illegally all the time.
Yeah, they get him all the time with that. It gets annoying sometimes, but I also have, you could check tape. I went all in on the NBA Finals with them, with Kat, with whoever. If they were going to sign Giannis, I'm like, we're going. So that's still on the table.
All right.
Well, we'll see.
I think just the big takeaway is, I think we all agree, Kat being in early foul trouble is not.
It's crushing.
It's not great.
It's crushing. And it happens all the time.
It's happened, and it happened quite a bit in the series.
It happens all the time. I mean, it's 2 fouls in the first quarter. It's a third foul, 8 minutes to go in the second quarter. It's constant.
Well, fortunately for us, we have a healthy Mitchell Robinson right now,
which is great, and he's a monster.
And then on top of that, again, what Shamet has done, and then what Deuce just did, and I mean, you've had, again, like I said earlier in the show, it's like right now, everything that you could ask for as a Knicks fan is happening.
And then they're doing this stupid Hackimich, and he's going up there and knocking down his free throws. They took the will from Philadelphia.
Yes. Yeah, you beat them to sleep. I mean, I said this to you yesterday. That's been the most impressive thing for me, though, with this team, is that's what I've questioned for a lot of the season, is just that killer.
And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, they have it. I love it. You love it, but it doesn't really make sense.
Well, it feels like they got guys in that locker room that are capable of having it. It's just getting the rest of the team to buy into it. And I think maybe, we'll find out afterwards, and I'm sure they had conversations just after that Game 3 loss, is kind of like that moment where everything kind of fell into place. It snapped. That switch was flipped, and the offense has been great. Defense has been great. I mean, you go into a Game 4 on the road, knowing or expecting to get the best shot from the other team because their season's on the line, and you just absolutely hand it to them.
Yeah. So good. You couldn't script it any better. Let's go to Dan in Jersey, see what's on his mind this morning. Good morning, Dan.
Good morning, Dave. Good morning, Rick. First of all, before I get into my next point, I am so excited. September 13th, Scataboo all over the Cowboys. He's going to scat all over them.
I mean, you know how
Says that allowed? I don't think that's allowed.
I don't know if that's allowed, to be honest.
What did he do?
Just move on. Just move
I don't
forward.
think you can say that.
Boy, when you have Rick saying that, I mean.
Dan, I think your call started out beautifully.
That one fell flat, Dan.
No,
Continue.
I'm saying when Rick is the one that has to helicopter in and be like, no, let's get this under control. That's how you know we're off the
We've
rails.
gone off the deep end.
Well, I'm a real professional, that's why.
Yeah, real professional.
You're doing great. Continue.
All right, Dan, go ahead.
And with the Knicks, I think that they're an NBA Finals caliber team. I think that they could beat OKC the way they're playing basketball right now. I know how good OKC is. I know how good defensively they are, and I know how annoying it is to watch them, especially getting all the calls from the refs. But I think that if you just go matchup by matchup, I think that this Knicks team is going to get by Detroit. Detroit's having trouble with Cleveland, and I don't think Cleveland's this great basketball team.
Cleveland's
so
not good at all.
By Detroit.
Cleveland's not good at all. Detroit is by far the better team, and I think we'll give the Knicks the harder road. But you're right. At this point, thanks for the call, Dan, and the effort for the joke. At this point, the Knicks should go to the NBA Finals.
I think we all feel that way.
Yeah, I think we all feel that way as well. By the way, Dan, not the only person that believes the Knicks can win the whole thing. Jay Williams, friend of the show, he also believes the Knicks can win the title.
1,000%. I say once you get to the finals, anything can happen. I still think OKC would be favored, but still, like they could put a fighter's chance. By the way, you have Cleveland, then you have Detroit. If I'm the Knicks, I want Detroit. I know me personally, I'm not sure about the Knicks. I know Cade Cunningham.
Yeah, tell us why.
Well, because Cade Cunningham is the Knicks killer.
Yeah, that is.
And JB Bickerstaff, we want all the smoke with that team all the time.
Right.
You haven't seen this version of us. Okay, I want that back. I want a chance to redeem myself.
See, I don't agree with that at all. If you're giving me a hard road or an easier road, I'll take the easier road every single day of the week.
You have no control over what happens, but I mean, to sit here and say that the reason why you want to do it is because you want redemption for what happened during the regular season is stupidity.
Oh, so you agree with me?
Yeah, of course I agree with you. I want
the easier road.
I want home court. Why do I want to bypass not having home court? I don't understand that.
And by the way, this idea that he thinks Oklahoma City would be favored, I guarantee you Oklahoma City would be favored.
Yeah.
And should be favored.
Oklahoma City right now is a real problem.
Yeah, they're
that I don't
phenomenal.
even want to talk about until we get there.
Fair. I did get an interesting email. It seems generous. Martha emails in. Hi, Dave. It's me, Martha. I'd like to volunteer my time to search for any potential hemorrhoids that you might be concerned about. What? That's generosity is what that is.
She leads with generosity.
She leads with generosity. And she says, go Knicks, love the show. All my love, Martha. That's nice.
How exactly does that work?
What do you mean?
Is Martha qualified?
I don't know her qualifications. She's just maybe as an internship, something like that.
It'd be...
I don't know. I don't know enough about Martha.
I don't even know what to say. I don't know how that benefits Martha.
What do you mean?
In any way.
How it benefits Martha?
Yeah.
I think it's pretty obvious. She gets to spend some time with me.
I don't know. I love you.
Yeah.
I love you. If that's where I'd want to spend most of my time. Just checking out that.
Well, lucky for me, you're not Martha.
That area.
Okay. Let's go to Mike in Mineola. Good morning, Michael. How are you?
Good morning. Good morning. I love the show. I am calling. I'll get to my Nick point in 1 second, but I just want to say Buster Olney is one of the best, and it's must-listen radio every Tuesday morning. You get the whole lowdown on the whole entire Major League Baseball. The guy knows what he's doing. I feel like he has a tab for every player, and he knows which tabs you're going to call him out on. So he has them open, and he sounds like he's reading. It's unbelievable, and thank you for bringing him on. But I want to say that before I say the following. The man, every single week, without a doubt, does a passive-aggressive, he's been doing it for years, a passive-aggressive comment about the Mets because he's such a Braves guy. And the fact that he's on New York radio is so embarrassing that we, and you guys as Mets fans who I respect.
Who are we talking about?
Buster Olney.
You just praised him. You think that he's given the Mets. I mean, Mike, look at where the Mets are and look at where the Braves are. It doesn't. You can say that Buster hates whoever, loves whoever. It's pretty obvious. The Braves are really good and the Mets stink.
Agreed, but I want to just say that every single week I think.
All right, did you want to talk about the Knicks or not?
Yes, I'll tell you that. Well, it's really frustrating with Buster. So I'm letting.
All right, we get it. Okay, move on to the next thing with the Knicks, or we'll say goodbye.
With the Knicks, the Knicks are unbelievable and they're clicking, but we got a week now where they're going to be sitting and watching, and nobody's talking about how concerning that is when a team is clicking and they're hitting their shots, and then we're going to say, what's going on here next week? I don't know why we're not so concerned about that. I don't know if there's a way that the Knicks can fix that, but they're going to be very, very, very rested, and the Cavs and the Pistons are both going to be coming off of a hard-fought series. I don't know how the Knicks can prevent something from happening then, but they're going to be very, very, very out of sorts.
I don't know that that's true. Thanks for that. You know what? That was not a great call.
That was not a great call, no.
That was not a great call.
No.
I don't know. Everyone wants time off. Now you're going to get extended time off. The other team's going to have no time off, and now you're upset because you're going to be out of sorts and they're going to be ready to go.
I think that there's no perfect amount of time off just in general for trying to figure out whether or not you're going to have the amount of rest that you need, or if it's going to be now we're rusty. I think it depends on the team. I think it depends on, I think you've seen teams in the NFL that have done you've heard coaches talk about it, handling the time off between the championship games and the Super Bowl, and how it's a learning process. Like, hey, this is how we tried it the first time, didn't work. This is how we did it the second time. We feel like this works better. So there'll be, listen, I mean, Mike Brown, correct me if I'm wrong, was the coach of the team Wally was talking about, right?
Yes.
So he has a pretty good idea of when you have this much time off, what are the downfalls? How can we fix it? I mean, is this an opportunity for us now to work on some things to make us even more of a problem once the next series starts? I'm sure there will be some rust. And, because, again, when you're going the way the Knicks were going, especially what you just witnessed in Game 4, the way that they shot the ball, is that you kind of, a couple days would good, couple days good, a week and a bit, maybe too much, but you won't know that.
Would you rather have no time off?
I'd rather.
Or would you rather have a week off? Because who you're going to be playing is going to be coming off a 6 or 7 game series with 1 day off in between.
I would rather have a week off, especially knowing that one of my best players is dealing with a hamstring. So
right.
the longer he has
he's banged
rest,
up.
the better.
You know he's banged up.
Josh
you know
is
you
banged
have
up.
depth, and you know you're playing well, and you know you're going to be rested. And now there's a chance you might wind up at home for Game 1.
Yeah, Josh is banged up. Cat took a couple hard falls. They're going to need the rest, but I also think they're going to have the benefit. I think the practice stuff is going to help this team, knowing that, right, this is a new offense that they've been running, and the more you can add to it that these other teams haven't seen, the better off you're going to be.
Now, Wally gave Allen the example of a team that had too much time off and it blew up in their face. How many times do you think a team has a lot of time off and they're fine?
I just think it's an excuse. That's all it is. You're just building in an excuse. The Knicks guys are enjoying the time off, especially especially the mental part of it.
And no one's going to care. No one's they lost the series because they had so much time off. That's not an excuse. No one cares. Go win the next series.
That's it. That's all it's about, and it's putting yourself in doing all the things necessary to make sure that when the ball first tips off in Game 1, that you're ready. And maybe it takes you a couple minutes to get back, but I mean,
fine.
once that wears off and you're in the middle of it, then you're right. There's no excuses. No one's going to care that
no
you
one's
had too much
care.
rest.
No one wants excuses. No one's going to care. RJ,
give him a second.
Oh,
give him
in
a
the
second
midst of screening.
Try now.
Well, all right, let me try again. RJ?
Hi.
RJ?
Hi.
There you are. How you doing?
Good.
Good. Were you screening?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, don't be.
Because it's your big segment. Your time to shine is happening right now.
That it is.
He's got to make sure no more bad jokes sneak through.
I thought that was clever.
Well, it was the wording of it. I think we knew.
He could have used better wording.
Yeah, we know what he meant.
But then he just sat there trying to wait for it to land, and it wasn't landing.
It wasn't great.
If the sexual joke doesn't land with me, it's probably not going to land.
Yeah, because we know who you are. You're the sexual jokester. It's the hemorrhoid and the sexual jokester here on ESPN New York.
Hey, we all have a purpose.
Hey, who are you?
I'm not sure. Still trying to figure that out.
Wow. Yeah.
Why are you being so mean to RJ
You've been
today?
nasty today, man. Let me tell you. You've been nasty.
Me?
Yes.
You know what I am? I'm like the toilet paper to clean all this up. That's me.
I don't think we got enough toilet paper.
Did we ever find the toilet paper bandit?
RJ, give yourself more credit to that. You like the dude wipe.
It's not toilet paper. It's paper towels, Dave.
Did we ever find the paper towel bandit?
The sign is still up, so I'm going to say no.
No, the tip line's still active.
I just visited the bathroom. The sign was still up.
You got something? I'm
going to say no.
I got nothing.
Okay.
It's clearly a fetish thing. It's got to be.
No, it's someone who's just playing games.
Fetish or an axe to grind?
Yes.
No, like the people like they like to light stuff, like they like lighting things on fire.
Like Beavis and Butthead.
This person likes
Do you think Beavis is sneaking into the bathroom?
No, I think this person gets a rush out of clogging toilets.
Maybe so.
That's their thing.
Sadistic, no?
Wouldn't he be like the guy who like just put the toilet paper, connected to the roll still and then just flushed them? Like that type of guy?
Yeah, so it's just like he gets a real thrill out of it. I'm going to clog those toilets again.
What's the thrill?
And you think he goes home and he's just like, oh, my God.
Causing destruction.
I clogged all 3 toilets at the same time.
I don't get it.
Well, because it started with 1. Now we're clogging all 3.
Yeah. Obviously, there's an axe to grind.
I wonder if it has anything to do with the guy who sprinkles the pubic hair all over the toilets.
Maybe they're one and the same.
One and the
Think
same.
it's the same person?
It's quite possible.
This is a great conversation.
With Xfinity, you already enjoy ESPN as part of your TV lineup with live games, daily sports coverage, expert analysis, and now the ESPN Unlimited plan is available at no additional cost, giving you access to additional ESPN content in the ESPN app, on-demand programming, and originals to explore. Visit Xfinity.com/your subscriptions to activate ESPN Unlimited access. Then start watching in the ESPN app. More from ESPN all in one place. RJ, if you're ready.
Sure.
Now.
Walk-up three-pointer. He got it! See ya! Oh! Put him in the box!
The you missed.
Oh, alrighty. So elsewhere around the NBA, Donovan Mitchell, 43 points at 39 in the second half. Cavs beat the Pistons. That series all square at 2. Cavs are 6-0 at home in these playoffs, which
that's the tied for the most points ever in an NBA playoff game and a half.
So they're undefeated at home, which would make them, if my math is correct, defeated on the road. Thunder. They trailed for the first time entering the fourth quarter in these playoffs. And you know what it meant?
Nothing.
They still won. They've swept the Lakers. Big story, besides obviously the Thunder being undefeated in these playoffs. They're a perfect 8-0. Is the future of LeBron James. He is an unrestricted free agent. He is 41 years old, and here's LeBron on his future.
LeBron, if you don't know what the future holds, I guess that means inherently this could be it. Do you allow yourself to kind of those last handshakes in this last press conference?
Last handshakes? No, I don't know, because I have no idea. I mean, none of us in here know what the future holds. None of us. Nobody has any idea what the future holds, and I don't either. Like I said, I'll take time to recalibrate and look over the season and see what's best for my future. When I get to that point, everyone will know.
Feels like this is not it.
No.
This is, and by the way,
I feel like he's going to, like, you'll know when it's going to be it.
Yeah.
Like he's going to do a farewell tour.
And he deserves it. If that's the way he wants to go.
Does.
I mean, and by the way, I know there were a lot of injuries on both sides. Him turning back the clock against the Rockets and winning that series, it won't mean anything. We'll never really talk about it down the road. That was, for a 41-year-old LeBron, impressive. No Reeves, no Luka. Get on my back. Here we go.
He's still a tremendous talent at 41 years old.
Yes, he is.
He went 21-7-6 this year.
Oof. Bucks, by the way, talked about this earlier, officially open for business. They want trade offers for Giannis. They want this buttoned up in the next 5-ish weeks. So we'll see if that timeline holds true. Hockey, only one game last night. Avalanche bounced back. They beat the Wild 5-2, take control of the series, 3-1. Orioles beat the Yankees.
McKinnon took a puck right in the face.
It came back, hit the empty netter, yeah.
Rough.
Hockey players there. I know it was an empty netter, and it doesn't, didn't sway the game really, but just
still to come back.
Just the fact that he's back out there. Just wild, just leaking all over the place off the ice, and half hour later, here he is. O's beat the Yankees. Yankees found a way to turn Ryan Weathers' no-hit bid into the 7th into a loss. Weathers gave up 1 hit, followed that up with a walk, and then Brent Hedrick comes in, gives up a 3-run homer to Kobe Mayo, who came into the night with a 158 batting average, and he smashed a ball to left. Weathers struck out 9, walked 3.
He was really good last night.
He was excellent.
Yeah, he was gross.
Jose Caballero, who did not start because of a finger injury, tried to steal second. He was the final out of the game. And the only runs came off the bat of Ben Rice, who was back and hit a home run. So 4 losses in a row for the Yankees, who are 2 games back of the Rays. Yankees have the 4th best record in baseball, but not the best in their own division. Caballero, by the way, going to see a hand specialist today after he hurt his finger sliding into first base, back into first base in Milwaukee on Sunday.
That was some throw from Rutschman last night, huh?
That was a great throw.
Yeah.
He was late getting over there, too.
Giancarlo Stanton making progress. Nothing imminent on his return. He's going to string together a few days where he can run before he'll be back in the lineup. Mets, they were off yesterday. They are calling up their number 2 prospect, according to ESPN. That would be outfielder A.J. Ewing ahead of tonight's game against the Tigers. Little background on Ewing. Just 12 games at AAA Syracuse, had an .827 OPS and 51 plate appearances. He is a thief on the bases.
Yeah, he's a stolen base machine.
Yeah, 70 stolen bases in 124 games in the minors last year. Pretty good.
He actually gets on base, which is nice.
That helps.
Yeah.
Got to be on base to steal a base.
Typically, that's a very positive sign.
Would you say, Dave, with all the baseball that you watch and knowing how long you've watched baseball, would you say that one of the bigger changes you've seen with the instant replay now is where catchers throw the ball and steals to second base?
Yes.
Just in general?
Yes.
Yeah.
I like that.
Because before you're throwing it right to the base. Now you're throwing it.
Well, because now you can tag him like the back half of him as he's sliding into the base.
Right.
One of the biggest unintended consequences of any replay in any sport is the baseball head first slide, where your palm slides off the bag.
If you don't terrible.
And then
it's ridiculous.
There's that split second where like your abdomen is hovering over the base but not touching it.
Yep.
But to your point,
well, now what you're trying to do is keep the hand on to get the foot, like as the hand's coming across the base, trying to get the foot kind of like, because you're going so fast, it's tough to stay on the base.
Oh yeah, if your foot doesn't
when you're going
hook,
that fast.
Yeah, then you. NFL scheduling news. Talked about this earlier as well. Broncos Chiefs going to be your first Monday Night Football game of the year on ESPN. Bills will open their new stadium week 2 at home to the. Are they still sexy Lions, Dave?
Yeah, they're sexy.
Still as sexy or
not as sexy, but they're sexy.
And the
remember when I called them the sexy Lions and you guys laughed at me?
Rawr! Yeah, you were all over that.
Yeah, all over it.
Remember you said that Paris Campbell's going to have like 87 receptions?
Yep.
I maintained your best prediction.
It was the Jacob deGrom prediction.
You said it, but literally before I heard it anywhere else.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, inside information.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, look at you. You're connected. Cowboys, they're going to host the Eagles on Thanksgiving. Steelers agreed to a 4-year, $28 million contract. Good time to be a kicker with Chris Boswell. And the Vikings announced they will induct Adrian Peterson into their team Ring of Honor. That's all.
That's nice. You're a real talent, you know that?
By the way, if you missed the Buster interview, you can find it wherever you get your podcast or on YouTube.
You look good today, too. You should probably watch it on YouTube.
Yeah, dead sexy Hofstra hoodie.
You look great in your zip up. It was clearly a hoodie.
Oh, whatever.
Maybe you saw a zipper.
I thought it was kid with the Hofstra. You know what? The blue just brought out all the color that he has. It was gorgeous.
I didn't realize his son. He never mentioned his son with the Hofstra before.
No, he never said that.
So, yeah, you know what? I mean, I was going to bring it up, but it now seems like time. So, what's his son doing on Sunday?
Graduating. He's going to be on Long Island.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's happening? I
Nothing.
thought the same thing.
Yeah.
Maybe he takes me out for lunch.
Maybe he does.
He comes back on Tuesday. Rick,
I'm sure I'll probably
lunch.
take you to the Knicks game after. in the suite.
You see Rick and Buster?
Okay.
How
Buster says to John, listen, my son's just graduated. It would mean a lot if you could get us.
Oh, Buster's going with his kid. No choice.
You think so?
100%.
You really do?
Absolutely.
The disrespect that I have at this station. No wonder I'm the hemorrhoid.
I mean, you live up to the name.
Here's Dave just taking in Game 1, Eastern Conference Finals, and there's Greeny, Wilbon, Buster, his son, Rick, and Jefferson.
Yes.
Fresh off a delicious dinner.
Yes.
That Buster pays for.
You're going to collect on my dinner. Is what's going to happen. Let's break. We'll come back. We got a lot of Knicks calls to get to. 800-919-3776. Can A.J. Ewing save the Mets? DNR with you. ESPN New York. Let's see what's happening on the roads. Here is our great friend, the great Debbie Duhaime.
Good morning to our station hemorrhoid, Dave Rothenberg, and my favorite goalie, Rick DiPietro. Guys, let's see what's going on. We've got issues on the westbound belt, slowing down big time into Ocean Parkway with construction. Van Wyck, heavy northbound by Liberty Ave. It's more road work over there to deal with, and we're seeing delays as you head to the inbound George Washington Bridge of an hour. Lincoln 40, Holland still waiting 45 minutes getting into town. Traffic sponsored by Positive Coaching Alliance. If you have questions about youth or high school sports, Positive Coaching Alliance can help. PCA builds better athletes and better people through sports. Info at positivecoach.org. I'm Debbie Duhaime on 880 ESPN New York.
A another dominating step towards a championship.
The New York Knicks have redefined playoff dominance. And for the second consecutive season, the Knicks are on their way to the Eastern Conference Finals.
I think that's really great to see our team in this mindset, the feeling that we got a lot more work to do.
Inbound stolen by McBride, and then Brunson buries a far corner three. 5 points for Brunson in about 3 seconds.
The pursuit of the Larry-O is alive and well.
You like the rhythm that you're in, but if we expect to be who we think we're capable of being, we'll find a way to stay consistent with what we're doing.
Hear all the games here on 880 and the ESPN New York app.
Knicks fans, it's time to hit the court with BetMGM, an official sports betting partner of the New York Knicks. Download the BetMGM app today and add a boost of excitement to every New York game day with same-day parlays, live betting options, player props, boosted odds specials, and the best daily promotions in the business. With the BetMGM app at your fingertips, you can experience the excitement of betting on your favorite players and get in on all the blue and orange action as your New York Knicks drive the lane. Find out why basketball fans love BetMGM, an official sports betting partner of the New York Knicks. BetMGM. Make it legendary. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 years of age or older to wager and physically present in New York and New Jersey only. Subject to eligibility requirements. Gambling problem in New York? Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. For New Jersey, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
If you've been injured in an accident that wasn't your fault, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique personal injury and workers' compensation laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling all types of accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for injured New Yorkers. From construction to car accidents and slips and falls, they've got you covered. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS, where your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
Every 40 seconds, a child is reported missing. That's 2,000 children every single day. It's a heart-wrenching reality that we can no longer ignore. Find the Children is a non-profit organization dedicated to helping find missing kids. You can be a part of their mission by donating your unwanted vehicle, running or not. Call 1-800-294-0222. We guarantee that you will receive the maximum tax deduction. We provide fast, free pickup with 24-hour response. Call 1-800-294-0222. Find the Children provides crucial resources to help find missing children and educational materials to teach kids how to recognize and avoid predators. Our recovery programs have a proven track record of reuniting kids with their families. It's time to act. Donate your unwanted or unused car. Help us build a world where every child is safe. Pick up the phone and call 1-800-294-0222. Together, we can bring these kids home safely. This advertisement was paid for in partnership with Cars R Us and Find the Children.
All right, DNR with you, ESPN New York. Maybe we give Buster some slack. Maybe. Right? Maybe it's a quick pop-in. Son's graduation. I'm sure they have familial obligations that we can't crush him for not taking us out to a lunch.
Yeah, listen, I think Buster is a man of his word. And when Buster has the appropriate amount of time, Buster's going to take us out too.
He said by the end of June. Right? That was his word.
May 12th.
So it's May 12th. So he still has another 7 weeks to get this thing done.
Right.
Now, if we get to July 4th and he hasn't taken us out for the lunch, I think we would have to crush him for it.
I think that we would be well within our right to crush him for it, yeah.
But at this point, I think it's a tad bit premature. And if for some way you wind up on my lunch without me, forget it.
Well, I don't think that's going to happen.
It can't happen.
It'd be funny if it did happen.
It would be embarrassing for you and him.
It'd be delicious, though. And I won't make the same mistake. I will make the phone call ahead and make sure there's burgers. If there's no cheeseburger, I'm out.
That's it?
That's it. I'm out.
It's not like Luger's doesn't have other great options on the menu.
Well, no, the other great option is going to get a steak. But I went in there with the mindset that's why I went there in the first place. Was for the burger.
Well, you know what it is then? It's a terrible job of scouting by you.
It was a lack of planning.
Yes.
I just assume. It's what happens when you assume. I mean, it's one of those cliches that always comes back to bite you right in the ass.
Right in the ass, like a hemorrhoid. Let's get to the calls, 800-919-3776. Chad out in Rocky Point. Good morning, Chad. How are you?
Hey, guys. I just want to say, first and foremost, I've been listening to you guys since you were with Canty, Dave with the Stump Rothenberg on Saturdays. I love you guys. Ray, Cowboys fan, represent. RJ, You're doing everything great. Rick, okay, Dave, I understand. You're a big Giants, 65 or sooner. I get it. Look, you guys are awesome. Needless to say, and thank you for being part of my everyday morning drive. I wanted to say about the Knicks, the rest is essential for OG, and we absolutely need them. I mean, I get it, why people are concerned. We're just balling out, killing it, playing the best basketball. Anybody who plays us while we're playing like this, it's going to be over for anybody. Hopefully that's true against OKC, but I think we can. But the rest is huge for OG. Just to get back, like, what if the Knicks ever won those 1-point losses against Atlanta? I don't think we would have ever seen this team. I don't really hear a lot of people talk about it. I'd love to know what your thoughts are about it.
It's a great point. It could be, and thanks for the call, Chad, and outside of being a Cowboys fan, that was really good stuff. It's a really good point, because if you didn't suffer those 2 losses and have your back to the wall, do you think there's a chance you never go in the direction of let's run this offense through Karl Anthony Towns?
If you want to believe what Mike Brown said, where they kind of stumbled into this, then, yeah, there's a real chance that if what we were doing during the regular season was working, we'd still be doing it.
And then I don't know that you would have this version of the Knicks.
Well, here's the thing. So there's a chance if you play Detroit with what we've seen during the regular season that they're going to make life a living hell for Jalen Brunson.
Right.
So maybe during the course of that series, this happens and they make that adjustment. But do I think now going into this series, I don't care who it is, having already seen it working, and now having a full week to really dial it in and add some things that we haven't seen yet, it's going to make it even that much more deadly. That's the real benefit. That's the real benefit. Forget the negative part of the rust. That's the real benefit in this whole thing.
Is you can perfect the offense that you've started to put forward, and you're going to be rested. And could it take a minute for you to kind of get with the program? Of course it could. But you came out Game 3 and you looked like crap against Philadelphia until you didn't, and then you ran them out of the building. So game's long. There's a lot of ebbs and flows. Limo driver Ed is on ESPN New York. Good morning, Ed.
Hey, what's up, guys? How you guys doing?
Great. How are you?
Great. Man, sit up here. See, this is New York traffic, man. Oh, my God. This is crazy over here. And I'm trying to park. Everybody's double parked. You got the police. I'm like trying to tell him, I'm from Pennsylvania. We ain't used to parking like this. And I'm trying to tell the guy to move. It's a space here so I can pull in here. Oh, it's crazy, guys. Sorry about that. Y'all city. This is New York for you.
Yeah. It's not easy.
Hey, listen, man. I want to talk about my Knicks. Listen, one thing about it is the MVP of this series was Bridges. I mean, he finally, after the whole season, didn't do anything. And look at him now, playing great defense and scoring and taking the ball to the hole. This is what I like about this Knicks team. They're not settling. I know they got to do a lot of three-pointers, but they're going to the hole, and they're giving Cat the ball. That's like you guys was talking about. They finally came to their senses. Not the coaches have been telling them. These guys are finally now realizing that, Brunson, you can't keep the ball till 4 seconds left. I know he scores, great score. But the way they was moving that ball, doing things, playing great defense, this is what I'm talking about. And I don't want to hear nobody talk about Tibbs ever again. Mike Brown has already, look at the records that they have done with scoring. All last year, the Knicks has never scored like the way they've been scoring this year. They have, with Tibbs, they never scored like that.
Can we listen? I'm excited. I'm excited too, Ed, and I hope the whole traffic situation clears itself up. Can we just wait to see how it plays out? If Mike Brown goes out and has what you deem to be an awful series, you don't think that Tom Thibodeau will be brought back into the equation?
Of course he is.
I mean, can we just wait to see how it plays out? But everyone is so quick to see this will never happen or that'll never happen. You've had a great 2 rounds. There's a lot of work still to be done.
That's it. I mean, that's what it all comes down to is, I mean, like I said to you earlier, and I stand by this, as far as how these playoffs have played themselves out, you could not, in my opinion, be sitting in a better spot than you are right now. Outside of sweeping Atlanta and sweeping the Sixers, which, again, we just talked about, I don't know if sweeping Atlanta
could be a blessing.
Gets you to where you're at right now. You needed that little adversity to push you to the point where you made the changes that you made, and now having that extra week to really dial this thing in, get OG his rest, get Josh Hart his rest. I mean, you have to feel great about your chances to get to the NBA Finals.
You have to feel great.
And then you can cross that bridge when you get to that bridge.
And I believe that the Couchcast set something into motion.
Yeah.
They haven't lost since the Couchcast.
I enjoyed the Couchcast. I got to tell you,
really,
as hard as that turnaround was the next day,
I'm surprised. I thought you were gonna be like, I'll never do a Couchcast again.
I'm not gonna even say it. I was gonna write a check that I would have had to cash, and
but you enjoyed the Couchcast.
Yeah, I think that if we all got outside of watching a boring Jets game where they stunk. Like watching a game with everybody in the same place, having a good time is great.
It was fun. It was fun. All right, let's break. We'll come back. We got more calls. We'll put a ball on this. We'll hand it over to Bart Carlin, into K, into DHR. It's D and R with you right here on ESPN New York.
If you're heading into summer without a medical emergency kit, you're taking a risk most people don't think about until it's too late. Summer colds linger and can turn into sinus infections that last for weeks. Getting sick right now before vacation can derail everything. And when you're traveling, finding a doctor and pharmacy is stressful. That's why I ordered a medical emergency kit. It's like having urgent care and a pharmacy right at home. It includes essential prescriptions like amoxicillin and generic Z-Pak to treat a wide range of common and serious illnesses. So if you wake up sick at home or on the road, you already have what you need. No waiting for your doctor, no hours at urgent care, no pharmacy lines, no copays. Just match your symptoms to the right prescription in your guidebook or call their telemedicine doctor standing by. Start on your meds sooner and feel better faster. Every home needs at least one medical emergency kit. Order yours online in minutes and it's shipped to your door. And save $45 with my promo code 880 at urgentcarekit.com/880. That's promo code 880 at urgentcarekit.com/880.
Hey Yankees fans, join us at Yankee Stadium on Friday, May 22nd as the Yankees take on the Rays, and come early for a very special giveaway. It's Giancarlo Stanton basketball jersey night, presented by State Farm. The first 18,000 guests through the gates will receive a Giancarlo Stanton basketball jersey. Don't miss the Yankees and the Rays on Friday, May 22nd for Giancarlo Stanton basketball jersey night, presented by State Farm. Get your tickets now at yankees.com/tickets.
Knock, knock, Capital One Bank guy.
Wow, Charles Barkley?
I just moved into the neighborhood. Can I borrow some Wi-Fi?
Sure, Chuck. That's what the Capital One Cafe is here for, open 7 days a week.
Oh, can I use your ATM? My dog walker only takes cash.
Anything for a neighbor.
Can I try the catchphrase?
Sure, take it for a spin.
There's no fees or minimums on Capital One checking accounts.
Nice, Chuck. I'll take it from here. Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Visit CapitalOne.com/bankguide for details. Capital One and name member FDIC.
Harry Douglas here. Game day brings the excitement. Your stay should feel just as memorable. With Marriott Bonvoy, official hotel partner of the NCAA and U.S. Soccer, you're connected to a portfolio of brands designed for how you travel. Some offer complimentary breakfast, others give you room to spread out, space to stay productive, or extended stay comforts. So whether you're a traveling fan or part of the team, Marriott Bonvoy celebrates the moments that live on before and after the game. Marriott Bonvoy, where game day checks in.
another dominating step towards a championship.
And for the second consecutive season, the Knicks are on their way to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Will this be the year the Knicks punch their ticket to the NBA Finals?
Inbound stolen by McBride, and then Brunson buries a far corner three. 5 points for Brunson in about 3 seconds.
Thanks to all our New York Knicks partners this season, including ZipRecruiter, Amazon Hub Delivery, Princeton Jeep, and Food Bazaar on ESPN New York.
All right, DNR with you, ESPN New York. We're going to hand it over in about 5-ish minutes to Raymond. He's going to do the 3 stars of the day. And that's always successful. And there's always stuff. He always has so much to choose from when he does the 3 stars.
You called yourself the hemorrhoid of the show today. I mean, of
Right.
course he's got some stuff. Again, I'm getting pictures of you as the hemorrhoid. I mean, this is...
I am the hemorrhoid.
Well, yeah. I mean, this picture clearly shows you as the...
I enjoyed the Ace Ventura thing. I will tell you that right now.
As the
I am the hemorrhoid of the show.
You didn't say of the show. You said of the station.
Of the show, of the station, of the... I mean, you of ESPN proper. You name it. I'm the hemorrhoid.
I love this picture, I got to tell you.
You do you? Make it your profile picture.
That's actually not a bad idea.
Yeah, it's a great idea.
I don't know if it's going to be... I feel like it's going to be too big.
It's a large hemorrhoid?
It's your whole face.
You have to hold it in front of the camera. There you go. Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's your whole face.
I think that's Mega Red. Sent that along.
Mega,
yeah.
Well, he's very talented, that Mega
Yeah.
Red.
You've engulfed the entire anal region.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, listen, I'm not going to play backseat to anybody. If I'm going to be a hemorrhoid, I'm going to do it properly.
Yeah, but this isn't like one of those like, hey, I can just treat this with some, preparation H till it calms down.
No, that looks like it's a colorectal surgeon. You're going to need to get involved.
Yeah, or maybe you show your dermatologist.
I didn't know. Listen, I've never had a hemorrhoid. I don't know how you go about eliminating a hemorrhoid.
Well, now the benefit of the show is that now we all know.
Now you learned a little something you didn't have knowledge of before the show today.
But now I have to replace you eating the microphone. That's fine, though.
Yeah, there'll be more stuff this year. Don't worry. Mateo in San Juan. Mateo, good morning. You're on ESPN New York.
Hello, guys. Thanks a lot. I really enjoy the show every morning from San Juan, Puerto Rico, using the app. Just want to say that I know we are in rhythm with the Knicks, and they're playing great, but that rest, we're going to need that rest in order to play defense at the next 2 series. I mean, we all know that in order to beat those teams at the top, you need to play great defense. And we're going to need Anunoby, and we're going to need fresh legs. So I just want to thank you. I really enjoy the show from down here in the Caribbean, and keep on doing a great job, man. I appreciate it.
There you go. That's nice. We're big in the Caribbean.
Yeah, we are. It's done. I changed it. Yeah, you as a hemorrhoid is now my profile pic.
Oh, is that right?
Yep. It actually fit perfectly.
It fits perfectly?
Yeah.
Gotta look this up.
That's nice.
What are you, H something?
There it is.
Front and center.
There it is.
Very center.
Well done. That was easy peasy too. That was so
Look
easy.
how good that looks too.
It's terrific.
It's a good picture of me as
You're
a
a good
hemorrhoid.
You're a good looking hemorrhoid.
I you know what? As far as hemorrhoids go, you'd be hard pressed to find a better looking hemorrhoid than that.
Yeah, I mean that's one you might like stick around for a little bit.
Would your old teammate, his hemorrhoid not that good looking, right?
Not even close.
No, I wouldn't
Not even
think
close.
so. I wouldn't think so. Game time brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey. When it's game time, it's Tully time. 6:35. Yankees visit the Orioles tonight. 7:10. The Mets host the Tigers at Citi Field, and that's game time brought to you by Tullamore Dew, the original triple distilled, triple blended, and triple cask matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore Dew or try the new Tullamore Dew Honey during today's action. Glasses up to enjoying Tullamore Dew responsibly. Let's go to Kevin in Hillsborough. Kevin, you're on ESPN New York.
Hey, morning, guys. How you doing today?
Good. How are you?
So, good. So on the Knicks, really quick, I want to make 2 points. First one's about the Knicks. Rest for rust. Who can't benefit from rest? I mean, OG obviously banged up, and then the rest of the guys, Mateo, he just called. That's my son's name. That's funny. definitely need fresh legs for the defense in the next two series, And my second point was, Dave, I was thinking about it to kind of explain tank life. Maybe you could, see this. You remember Revenge of the Nerds?
Of course.
Remember part two? Part two?
Yep.
They're stuck on the island. They find a tank, and bang, they rolled it all the way back to win at the conference. Remember that?
I will say the second movie I didn't really care for very much. The first Revenge of the Nerds movie is an elite movie.
He actually made a great point though, and I'm not even sure if he meant to make it, but I'll give him credit for it. Is not so much the rest now for this next series, but he mentioned the two series.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's where it's really going to show up too. Like it'll definitely be. I mean, it'll show up in this series for sure. But I mean, you're talking about now having, the team on the other side. If you do get to the NBA Finals, that's gone back-to-back sweep. You know what I mean? Like so, you're keeping. Like as far as the wear and tear of a full playoff run, to have a full week off in between the second round in the Eastern Conference Finals should be to your benefit. If you get to the NBA Finals as well.
It's going to be to your benefit. Even if you start out the first game of the Eastern Conference Finals a little bit slowly, it's not going to last for long. You're going to be fine.
No, but it'll be. I mean, it will be the excuse.
I don't want any excuses.
Well, hopefully we won't need any excuses.
Let's go to Jaquan in the truck. Jaquan, you're on ESPN New York.
Hey, what's going on, fellas? You guys know I love the show and everything like that. My only surprise is I was just a little bit surprised that Mike Brown went to this cat situation so late, because the last time when he was coaching in Sacramento, that was the last time they made the playoffs. That's kind of the thing he did with Sabonis. So that was just my only surprise. And shout out to Raymond. I guess being from Jersey, we got a little insight on Cat. Cat always kind of played like a point forward, like since high school days. So
yeah, he's always been that guy
in his bag.
Yeah, well, he was. I mean, wasn't he part of the reason why he handles the ball well and shoots so well is because he was a point guard.
Well,
until
he was little, and then
had his growth
sprouted up.
Yeah.
Ray.
Yes.
How you doing?
Fantastic.
Yeah, you sound fresh today.
I am fresh. I'm actually too fresh. I rested too much yesterday.
You got a fresh mouth.
Too much. Why? What did I say?
Dirty little fresh
said
mouth.
Nothing wrong.
Oh boy,
you've been great today.
Yeah.
You ready for the 3 stars?
Yeah, you've been greater, and you'll see why now.
God.
Today's 3 stars. Number 3.
I mean, listen, we give RJ, well, mostly you give RJ a lot of flack on the analogies that you like to use.
You know, when you're in an airplane and you're flying over the airport and they say, all right, we got to wait for some other planes to land. We're in a holding pattern. That's where we are with the Knicks. Good morning, Rick. How are you?
I don't love that analogy.
Yeah, I don't think that's a great analogy.
I don't like a holding pattern. I'm enjoying a couple days here to just
holding
relax.
pattern can be nice.
No, it can't.
Why
holding
can't
pattern's
it?
never nice.
What I love is that you say the holding pattern could be nice, and then you say this.
There is not a world I live in where there's a good old-fashioned holding pattern.
I thought I was dying in a holding pattern once.
Yeah, that's what you want to hear. It's a real nice time.
I thought so. If they lose, that's okay. There's no big deal. Doesn't wreck me.
This is.
RJ, you can't have this in the tank.
Yeah, you're officially out of the tank.
What do you mean I'm out of the
you're
tank?
out. We don't even want you.
You are out of the tank, the Sabres tank.
If you kick me out of the tank, you will not win this game tonight.
You're still out.
He's unfazed.
If you kick me out of the tank,
you're out.
Montreal wins tonight.
Go root for Canada.
Go root for Canada.
You're out.
I'm
Get
out.
rid of him.
You speak French?
We.
Number 2.
We're still in the feud with Jerry Ferrara that you didn't even realize. Listen, we're still radio silence on that front.
Did he respond to your text?
Nothing. Just complete silence.
I will bow at the altar of Jerry Ferrara and his poor grammar.
I've been giving him every excuse in the book. He was probably excited. It was just firing him off. It happens.
That's what happens when I get excited.
Hey.
So, speaking of the Knicks, they're on to the Eastern Conference Final.
It's always Dave mumbling under his voice. That's the best part of it. Oh, God.
Number 1.
You knew what it was going to be. Dave feels very unappreciated around here.
I'm irrelevant.
Oh, here we go.
I'm an ass pimple is what I am.
And I think we can go worse than that.
I'm an ass boil is what I am.
No, keep going.
I am the station hemorrhoid is what I am.
Oh, boy, that's rough. I may need a rename of the program here.
DiPietro Hemorrhoid?
Yes.
Complete with a new logo.
You know how like in Ace Ventura when he talks with his butt cheeks?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it would be kind of like that, and then with the butt cheeks open, it would be your face.
Yeah, if you go check out Rick's Twitter, courtesy of Mega Red, you can go see what that looks like. That's it for me, boys. We'll talk tomorrow.
All right, well done. Very nice. Very, very nice. It's Rule 76.
No excuses playing a champion. It's DiPietro Rothenberg and
all your hemorrhoids.
Right here on ESPN New York and on YouTube.
800-919-3776. Subscribe to ESPN New York on YouTube.
D'Agostino, Law, Bite Back. Did you know that Social Security disability takes a bite out of every one of your paychecks? So when